Hello, everyone. It is Jackie Jing, and I am with Tyler and Lelouch, and it's trivia time. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving the enthusiasm. Okay, first question. What is the name of the first Apophis card released in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG? Okay, you clap first.
Temple of the Kings.
Incorrect.
I don't know the name of the card.
Okay. I'm going to give you all a little hint. Of is in this word, or in this phrase.
It's Apophis of the Buried Tomb, or...
No.
What was the hint?
There's of in the phrase.
Of.
Oh my goodness. Embodiment is in it. Okay, embodiment of...
Apophis embodiment of the...
No!
Apophis, embodiment of the serpent.
No! No! Oh man. Okay, it starts with embodiment of. Clap if you know.
Oh my god. Embodiment of Apophis.
Yes! Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a little round of applause. Did I give every hint? I don't know how many more I'm getting nods. Okay, you can see we're having fun here. Okay, help me keep count.
Bruh.
So Tyler, you got one.
How could he miss that?
Second question. What
Everyone, please
quick play
sub and like the
spell
video.
card
Thank
is
you,
depicted
Kat.
in the artwork of a Union controller?
Bro.
Okay, your clap is not making me feel confident.
Enemy controller.
Bruh.
Repeat it.
This is how we start the
Enemy
stream?
controller?
You're correct. I thought you said anime controller.
Anime controller,
Anime
bro.
controller is correct. Okay, we got a tie. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Don't try to look. I see you over there. Okay.
Welcome to the jam, ladies and
Third
gentlemen.
question.
Welcome to
Fill
the
in
jam.
the blank.
I woke up
Trickstar,
late,
Aqua Angel,
so I had to rush and get
always
coffee so I could
treated as a
survive.
blank
Ah.
card.
Marincess.
Got it.
Let me make my,
You can clap at any
I
time.
kind of want to make my,
Okay, so 2,
PNG
1. What is the
a bit
attack
bigger
of
here. Hold on a
Galaxy
second.
Eyes Tachyon Primal?
I just have to
3,000.
find
Correct.
the
Oh my
layer for
goodness.
it because there's so many
We're
layers.
2 and 2, right? Okay, crowd,
right
I
there?
need some love
There
and
it is.
energy, okay?
pretty sure
We got
this
a
is right
tie
here.
right now. Last
Yes,
question.
yes.
What level is
There we
Anubis
go.
the last judge?
10.
Welcome to the jam, ladies and gentlemen.
He's
Welcome
correct.
to the jam.
You're
We're
clapping
back out
just a
here.
little too late. Oh my goodness, thank
Boy-
you so much for playing though. Are you
Voice actor
having
of
fun
Roa
today?
Kassidy watching
Yes.
the YCS
Great.
event in Houston right now for the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Talk to me about the
TCG.
atmosphere and seeing all
As
these
you know, your
people
boy
walking
also
around and
likes
what
to
it's like
play a
here.
couple
Oh,
of
it's really
children's
cool.
card games every once in a while.
The big event was Nats last
So,
year, and
Combined with the
it was awesome, and
possibility
it's
of a
awesome
new
so
ban
far,
list, you
so
know your
it's really
boy
cool.
had to
Aw,
had
I
to
love
come
your
through and
energy.
see what's
You're
going on,
awesome.
you know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately didn't win though.
By the way, if you don't
Where
know,
is Lelouch?
Roa Kassidy is voiced by me,
Yippee, I'm the
James
best.
Brown Jr.,
Also, I wanna
as well
say
as Roa
that I love my
Kassidy's,
girlfriend, and that I'm the
well,
best Malice
we'll leave
player
that
in
alone.
Dallas-Fort Worth.
London Cassidy
Okay,
from
I
Yu-Gi-Oh!
love
Go
that.
Rush.
And are you excited about your prizes?
Glad to be here.
Absolutely,
Glad
I'm
you're
so
able to make it.
happy.
Yay! Okay.
We've been doing voice
We're gonna
acting
send
for a
it back to our
while, not just for
casters,
Yu-Gi-Oh, but for a
yay,
lot of
trivia
stuff.
time.
You know, like Totally Spies, tiny bit of Pokemon, some Genshin Impact. Aphmau's YouTube channel is also a big one. But yeah, man, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to see what's going on here. A little late. Looks like we're at round 3 coming up soon on the Swiss. And we have a ton of people. This is huge. Very huge. Last round, we had a mirror match between Ubel and Fiendsmith. And I'm sure we'll see some Ryziel and Malice. We'll see which one takes the day. Those are the two most well-known decks in the format right now, followed by Blue Eyes White Dragon. Essentially, the format's been defined by Fiendsmith variants, Ryziel, and Malice. Blue Eyes not that far behind. I'm looking to see how well Branded does, because this is a event. This is a format where Branded does very well in, actually. Has a strong matchup against, has an advantageous matchup against Blue Eyes. Has a strong matchup, has a doable matchup against Ryziel. It's not as, I mean, you can fight it. You can grind with it. You can beat it. which means your most worrisome matchup is probably the Malice one, which we have a few outs to that. I'm expecting to see a lot of Malice Fiendsmith variants because what the Fiendsmith engine does is allows it to basically still function somewhat if it get hit by like a card that, you know, everyone has seen, Artifact Lancia, for example. Very much looking forward to seeing what's going on. I'm a big Branded player. Branded Despia has been putting in some work recently. It's really good to see. It's really good to see. I want to see what the highest ranking Branded list is, if it gets pretty far. I do expect to see one Branded in the top 16. That's my goal. That's what I want to see. It's just that there's so many people playing one of two decks, basically, that it's inevitably going to be the winner, to be honest. That's how my personal feeling. I don't foresee any, like, what's the word for it? I don't foresee any, like, surprise winners of the tournament. It's going to be a Rhys deck. There's just way too many people playing it. It's going to be a Rhys Fiendsmith variant, man. I would like it to be Branded. There's not enough really strong pilots for the deck in comparison to everyone playing the Rhys thing. That's my opinion. I think that's what it really boils down to. I like Blue Eyes a lot too, but I don't think Blue Eyes is going to do well in this event for some reason. I just have this weird feeling. Unless it has some hidden spice I don't know about. So while we're waiting, let's answer some questions in the chat. Shall we? And I also need to get some creamer for my coffee. It's been a busy week, guys, and I've been happy for the opportunity to do some work in voiceover. You know, always stay humble. You know what I'm saying, on Jambuds VO. What's going on? Let's read some of these comments. James, quick question: are you streaming tomorrow? I probably will. I probably will stream tomorrow, so don't you worry about that. You know what they should do? They should get your boy Roa Kassidy up in the building. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got Pack on the right. Look at him. They see the camera there. Focus, man. Some prominent players have joined the fray here at Houston. This is day one, April 5th, man. 2-day event, right? Ban list will probably be out tomorrow, most likely. My hope is that they'll do something very fantastic for that one, the presentation-wise. What they should have did was got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Voice actors in there to announce it. I don't know what the problem is, man. I'm right here, bro. Konami-san. Konami-san. I'm like Zenitsu. I'm like Zenitsu when I'm trying to reach out to Mr. Konami to get me at one of these events. Konami-san. That's me. I would love to be at these events, to be honest. Anyways, big commercial break right now. I don't know how long this commercial is going to be. By the way, if you are a fan of my me voicing Aphmau content or voicing Rhys specifically, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up and watching the videos that's been coming up recently on the Shuki channel, and just straight up like posting comments about how you like Rhys and how much you've been enjoying, you know, me being around. That means a lot. Dang, because I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Can you tell me what happened, what I missed? I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to find out quite easily by online. Yeah, and you'll probably see people in our Discord talking about it in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Section. Where you going, Charlie? Where you going? Got homework to do? Got work to do? Apparently there was a fire alarm during the first round at YCS Houston. That's what I heard in my chat. Can anyone confirm? Hey, what's up, cat person? I'm in the middle of the night. Should I be able to stay? No problem. You need to make a live stream later? Yeah, I am. After our YCS stream, we're going to have a very, very short break. And then we're going to start playing Honkai Star Rail for the rest of the day to catch up and complete the Amphoria storyline before Casterus' release this weekend. So that's the goal. Those are the 2 streams we're doing this weekend. If we're not watching YCS Houston, we're playing Honkai Star Rail. So, pray for me. It's going to be a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff, man. I'm going to do a very expensive... You're going to a very expensive place. Ooh, nice. Nice. Very, very, very nice. I'm going to move my my head because it's blocking the... It's blocking the comments. There we go. All right. Type 1 in the chat if you've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, by the way. I got Genshin Impact. Oh, nice. I don't play it as much anymore. But every once in a while I go in there and I fight stuff and I farm a little bit. James, did you know that JoJo's Karma ruined my 1-year-old birthday? I don't understand. What does that mean, JoJo's Karma? What do you mean? What means? Yep, indeed I will get drunk. Lol. Drink responsibly. Lisa, January was good. Welcome. You're not late. We're just waiting for, we're just having a talk while we watch some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament that's happening right now, a major one in Houston, Texas. The word on the street is, at some point this weekend, we may finally get the ban list. And I'm hoping we get some other cool information too. I will, James. Good to hear it. My favorite character in Aphmau and Minor Demons is you, Rhys. Thank you, Shaw. You love to see it. If you like my voice acting, please check out other shows I'm in, by the way. Like I said, I'm not just in Aphmau stuff. I'm probably known more for Rhys nowadays. But in terms of franchises, I'm most known as Roa Kassidy on Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. You can also find him in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And in the new series Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, I voice London Kassidy. There's an anime. This is not an anime, I'm sorry. It's a cartoon I am in called Hero Inside, where I play the main character's best friend, Nick. Yeah. And I also do some voice acting for the new season of Totally Spies that's out right now. See if you can find me. I voice quite a few. I voice a few people in the background, some villains. Yeah, man. Check it out. I've also done I do a lot of shows for kids. Now that I think about it. You know, when I started doing voice acting, I was like, oh man, I want to be in all this anime. And all my friends do a lot of anime. Oh, my friends do a lot of anime. I don't. But I mean, I do a lot of cartoons. But they're not anime. You know what I mean? They're just cartoons. Either US cartoons or they're still, and a lot of them are still dubbed actually. Because they're not from Japan, but that's only the difference. Like they're from like Europe and stuff. Like I'm pretty sure Totally Spies is like French, right? I have got there's other shows I'm in too. There's like a Robin Hood show I did a bunch of voices for, like a Robin Hood cartoon that's 3D. That was from Europe. Like that was dubbed over from a European country. I forget which one. Actually, Hero Inside was animated in Korea. When I first heard his name in one of Aphmau's videos on the alternate video, I thought she said Rhys. Like the food? Bruh. Because back then I didn't know that Rhys was a character in Aphmau. Yeah, a lot of people, because there was such a huge gap in minor demons related stuff after incorporating Pierce and Noi into their normal daily stuff, there's such a huge gap that, you know, people honestly forgot. But I think the cool thing about it is that people are starting to, like, you know, rediscover minor demons because of it. A lot of new fans, you know what I mean? It's really awesome. But I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I'm thinking the reception for Rise, particularly among newer fans of Aphmau, who didn't really watch Minor Demons before, is really positive. I think so, yes. I need to sit down. I'm standing up while doing this. I want to sit down and watch. I have cookies and I have coffee. This is part of a balanced breakfast, I swear. Hold on a second.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's Billy Break and Asala Watu Thondige,
It's time
and
to
we're
duel
here at YCS Houston. 2 rounds are already
All right.
in the book.
I feel like I've seen the guy on the left before.
Right, coming out on top.
For
Plus,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments.
even that bonus feature match last round with the Yubel.
I think he's like a mainstay, isn't he? Konami representative Billy Break.
That we're going to see appearing out more than we expected this weekend.
Yo,
I mean, I think that's as
he has a
much as I
cool
would
last
expect.
name. He
I
could
did
totally
not
be
expect
like,
to see any of
when he's
them
about
going
to
into this
duel
weekend.
somebody, he could be like, I'm about
Open's
to
not
break the
great.
brakes off of
Not
you.
a poor choice, I
Yeah.
don't think, but it's just
You just
not
say that.
as strong as the other decks. Like
That'd be his
Yubel as
catchphrase.
strategy is still very strong, but these newer decks are just so powerful.
Wait, imagine
They are, but
Aphmau
it's not
crew
about Yubel,
meet
it's about
my inner
Yubel.
demons. That's so funny.
But it's been a crazy
You mean
day,
like-
as I mentioned,
what do you
2
mean,
rounds
like,
already done.
in
Over
canon?
1,400
Or not like a funny
players
video?
Showed up to try and get their hands on that
Let me
trophy.
fix my mic.
The VIPs will be entering the game this round.
The
but we have
VIPs?
366
What does that mean?
undefeated duelists remaining. Along with, as I mentioned, all those VIPs that just got into the tournament. They got 2-round buys. They have their special little section. They're able to get some water. It's pretty cool.
Why do they get 2-round buys?
If you're looking to come to
VIPs?
A YCS,
I don't know the
in
criteria
future,
for
if it's
this.
Coming to a town near you, you should definitely check out your local OTS and see if they have some of those VIP qualifiers.
I don't know about this.
Well. But I think we are just about ready. So I think Jackie, you might be standing by. So without further ado, let's jump into round number 3. Jackie, take it away.
Starting with the blue chair.
Uh-oh.
We have Aaron Luviano from Katy, Texas.
Snake Eye Fire
He
King.
loves rock climbing outdoors on cliffs. Now to the red chair. From Frisco, Texas, we have Ethan Gregan. His fun fact, he has 9 toes. 2 are conjoined on each foot. He says it makes him a great swimmer. There you go. And
Like
this
a
is
fish?
the first YCS for both of them. Who wins?
Not gonna lie,
Let the duel begin.
A
Back to the
very
casters.
uncommon icebreaker.
It's Merman.
Ooh, he's playing Odeon Fiendsmith. Okay, this is my first time seeing Odeon Fiendsmith in action here. It's time to duel.
It's not too far from here.
Let's
and then
go.
Ethan, Frisco, Texas. That's going to be up in the Dallas DFW Metro.
If I ever go to an event like this,
maybe a surprise here.
if I ever go to an
Fire King
event like this,
Snake Eye.
chat,
It's been a while.
I'm gonna be like,
Whoa,
when they ask me like some facts about myself or some interesting facts, I'm gonna be like, I stream for a living and my dream is to become a voice actor. That's what I'm gonna have them say.
Not too long ago, we caught
Yes.
everyone by surprise.
I'm gonna
We
be
didn't
as
love to use
incognito as
but,
possible.
Hector here is
Or,
using
well,
them, so I'm really intrigued to see how it's gonna
Incognegro
incorporate
since
that
I'm
strategy
black, you know what I
without,
mean?
Yeah, the original
Get it?
Double Spoil that is now on the
No?
Forbidden List that used to kind of bridge
Okay.
these 2 themes together, being able to special on a level 1
All right,
fire and all.
my
but
bad.
Ethan on the other side, he brought
My
the
bad.
Tombkeeper deck too. We told you it is all over the place here this weekend. People are trying to capitalize on the freshness, the newness of the Maze of the Master.
I wonder
trying to
what
catch
that
people off guard,
says
and
on his
It's been
hat.
quite a powerful strategy so far into the first 2
I
rounds.
wonder what that
We're gonna see if
says.
we're going to be able to continue on with that success with the man with the mark.
I mean, yeah, people get so hyped whenever there is
El
a release of a card,
Valle?
especially when they didn't expect it.
What
There
does
is
that
something
mean?
coming out of the woodwork
El
like this,
Valle.
where it is potentially so strong, and people are really trying to figure things out with it. And it seems like Fiendsmith has been the most popular way to play this strategy so far.
Yeah, definitely seems like the Fiendsmith engine lines up
one of the
really well in
Aphmau
what the deck's trying to
videos,
do. It gives you that extra
Aphmau,
amount of
wait,
disruption,
on
along with the
one of
disruption that
Aphmau
your
videos,
strategy
Aphmau says
naturally
Zane and
brings
Gareth,
to
I
the
need you to
table.
make
But
out,
we're
and
gonna
everyone
see,
started
this is
laughing, and
gonna be
Aphmau
brand new.
said,
It's a matchup we
wait,
didn't expect to
I
see.
mean
Yeah,
make up.
Fire King,
Oh,
while
like
it
a
did win
blooper?
that YCS,
The
it,
Valley.
It's still unexpected.
Oh,
Not
the
a popular
Valley.
win by any
Okay,
means,
okay.
despite getting the victory, but it definitely started popping up more since
It makes
was able to
sense.
win, but we're gonna see how it plays out. I mean, Garunix is still the Sacred Fire
That makes
King.
sense,
Garunix,
dude.
Still an incredible card. Kieran is still
And
an
just by the way,
incredible
guys, I know we're all
card. There's a lot
watching.
it has going for it. Promethean Princess,
We're all
also still an
watching
incredible
and
card.
trying to
A lot of
learn
stuff
and
that is
just
still
have
positive
fun
for
and
the deck. I think
watch
a lot
the
of people
event.
after the original
But
Symphony
feel
Spoils
free to ask any
expect-
questions
it's
or
also
anything
been
about
like a year that
anything,
probably
really.
did the deck, so
It doesn't
they
have to
were
be about
happy to
Yu-Gi-Oh!
try
It can be
to
about
make
voice acting. It can be
Let's
about the
sometimes
Aphmau
overlook,
stuff. It's totally fine.
ways that
I
they
also
still
have another
have
tab
despite the
here
limitations that
where
happen.
we will be able to search
Honestly, I would've
TCG
expected that to
player
be, again, like when you mentioned before, a more pure Fire King strategy.
to look
Something
up
getting
new
tapped in and
cards.
having, you know, a high
And a
count
big
just
part of the
seeing those
reason
Fire
why
King
for
cards
that
and trying
is-
to get more access to their field
Hold on a second,
spell.
guys.
But it's going to be interesting to see
Let me go-
where
let me
the
go to
Snake Eye
Twi-
cards
let me go to
come
my-
from now
let me go to my
without
Twitch.
access to original Sinful Spoils.
It is going to be quite interesting.
There's also some key cards that
Big
I feel
reason
like,
is
Hector's missing in his deck
you can
that
actually
would
support the
normally
channel
find in
through
a Fire King strategy
TCG
that
Player.
also take
Click
advantage of
on this
like
link
a pure,
the next time you purchase any cards,
engine.
and you'll
Not only
support your
that,
boy
not
Jam
only
Buds
no
VO.
impulse here.
No impulse. Yeah,
All you gotta
impulse,
do,
we can
if
be
you're gonna get cards
Fire
anyway,
King,
do it the
something you can
TCG
definitely
Player.
include.
You'll find
But
some
he's
really
found
great
other things
support
he's
for your
probably
for your
trying to
newest deck,
capitalize on.
and I use it all the
Decided
time
impulse
to make
isn't
my
the kind of
decks
card he wants to
better
play.
as
Maybe
well.
wants to focus
So
on more cards to stop duo drive
definitely
and
help your
things
boy
of
out
this
and
sort.
enjoy.
But we're gonna have to see if that works.
Yep, we're heading right into game number 1.
James, can you pick a
See
very
how these duels get
expensive,
started.
a very expensive what? I don't get it.
Looks like the players are ready to go. We're about to roll the dice. Oh, that looks like a 10 here. Do it again. Okay, we're gonna have to roll again because one was off.
Ew, he went from 10 to 5. And he went to
looks like we're
3.
even fives here.
Okay. It's time to duel.
All right. It looks like it's about time to duel. Players are shuffled up.
Let's go. I will say though, just personally, guys, I personally think
He
Fiend Smith is
accidentally kept
overplayed too
drawing-
much.
Oh, is it the blue?
That's my
Is it the
main.
4/5?
That's my main
Yeah, well, that is-
complaint
that is
about
too
the
many, yeah.
format.
Too many, you're gonna have to make
It's
sure
way
one of
too
those
much
cards
Fiend
back.
Smith. It's way too versatile. It's way too versatile. It's way too strong. It's
Yeah,
way
curve
too
policy, I
easy
do
to
believe
slot
they
in
took a
any
card
almost
back.
any deck. To be honest with you.
Very small penalty here.
So
Just
what
a
I'm
warning.
hoping is they do something
Yeah, I
with
don't
the
think
Fiend
he really
Smith
looked at his
package
hand or anything.
from the
It
ban list
wasn't a big deal.
perspective. And I'm hoping they, I don't know what they'll do on the ban list outside of that, to be completely
Yep,
honest
just
with
gonna be
you.
randomly selecting one of those cards.
We have
So
Snake
back
Eye
up,
Fire
up,
King
shuffle,
versus
rather.
Fiend Smith Tombkeeper. So we got an Odeon deck here
I
on,
mentioned,
here on
you
the
know,
right.
going to
That's
big
what I'm
matchups,
most
kids
interested in
almost
seeing
lose
how
their
it
first
plays.
YCS. They're doing well so far, having
We'll see how it
both
goes, man.
wins locked up. But
Snake
really
Eye
one of the
Fire
things where
King.
you
No,
can get your nerves out.
No original Sinful Spoils. That's been banned, I believe. So
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be nervous for every turn.
I had
No
a-
matter
I
how
had an
many
assumption that
YCS
people
I've
kinda just
played in
gave up on the
events,
deck
I
once
had
that
the
happened.
same nerves before round one, 'cause, like, it's
Unban
so easy to
OSS?
compare
You're funny.
something this is the moment.
No.
Is your deck gonna perform the way you want it to? All your decisions are
OSS
gonna line
to
up
me
the way
got
you
banned
expect.
because it was too
So
easy to
players
just
have
slot in
nerves.
every
Who
single
knows, the
deck.
big stage too, the feature match stage.
But I
You
think
got
if you're
Fire
not going to be able to
King.
run
It's a
OSS,
pretty
the
big
Fire King deck
spectacle.
is
So, yeah, there
probably
will be a minor
the safest
warning
bet.
issued for drawing extra cards here at the beginning. No biggie. It
if you're
happens
planning on running Fire.
sometimes. But I like to have one card at a time. Make sure.
Yeah, sometimes you can get a little too excited.
Limit
I know
Bonfire,
I have
limit
some problems. I
OSS.
try to draw 5
Not
cards
gonna
here.
lie,
I just know what 5 cards feels like now.
I still
See,
wouldn't.
that's where you get- that's where
I
you
still
get caught up.
wouldn't
Maybe
b-
that's exactly what'll happen
unban
with Hector
OSS.
here. He
But they
immediately
should
goes,
limit
"Fine,
Bonfire.
if I have one extra card here. This is one too many.
They should limit Bonfire with 7 Tachyon running
So
around.
he's
Nah,
rolling, he's like,
you can't
"This is
have
where I'm
both.
just gonna go back."
That
you
is
can't
the
have
cards that go
both.
back.
Revealing it is
James,
pretty
have you seen the
Revealing
Minecraft
is
movie
insane.
yet? No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen the
I did not know
Minecraft
that.
movie.
That is a
Bonfire was a
crazy
real culprit.
character reveal.
Well, it doesn't matter because now Riser can run Bonfire and 7 Tachyon if they really wanted to.
If he knows
And
the game
that's
for
just too much.
everybody. But the deck's gonna be shuffled anyway,
That's
so
just
no harm, no foul.
objectively too
The
much.
cute baby bird Ponix is coming down. That's gonna let him add
Yeah,
fire.
I know some people have watched it.
Fire Kings was always
There's people in my chat talking about it in the Discord.
Actually got to commentate the feature on it.
Hello,
Hello,
Alova.
James.
What's
I
up?
hope you're doing well.
I'm doing good.
I can't stay, but I hope you and chat have a good stream.
Fire King Island.
Jam Bud Jam
Oh
Jam.
boy, Jam
So
Bud
good
Jam
Fire
Jam.
King
Yep,
stuff
yep,
right
yep.
off the bat.
When you put it in the TTS, guys.
Kieran.
He just
from
goes
him.
jam bud, jam 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 bud, jam 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 bud, jam bam. You know what I mean? It's just like
And now
it has a kind of a
eventually
nice
Runix
beat
can
to it. You know what I
activate
mean?
the
Like
Kieran. We're not
someone could take a
activating
beat
Kieran,
and just like slap it on something and be
I mean, you
like,
could, I guess, chain the Runix
you know,
into
just
Kieran
go
if you want
ham
to try
it,
to, like,
go ham with
avoid
it,
something
go in
there,
the club and
but
just like
eventually
jam bud, jam jam
just summon
jam
the
bud,
Grunix
jam jam
anyway.
jam
yeah.
bud.
I don't think that's what happened.
Snake Eyes needs something back? Not really.
All right,
Yeah.
so he's getting Arvata. into
They had
rotation,
their
also
moment
Graveyard,
in time.
Potentially be able to summon it back with something like Promethean Princess later on the turn. And now it looks
They're
like
still
we're going
usable, they're just
to
not
Link. I didn't know if
broken.
it's going to be a zombie vampire or
It could have been.
Well, I mean, they're still
a number
broken.
of
It's just
things.
that it's
It was
harder to
gonna
get
be
into
going
it.
A Ghost or Sunlight Wolf.
Much harder.
Cool. That is really sweet. I've always wanted a Ghost Rare one.
But yeah,
I appreciated that he was still.
they've
very
had their
clear what
moment
it was.
of
It's
like
it's not always a guarantee with Ghost Rares.
unimpeded
You can
dominance.
see his arms there. Then he's going to
Like literally a full year of it.
Anima. Then he's going to be able to add back the Kieran.
Most
to the hand,
people
like the
don't
Sunlight
miss
Wolf,
it.
the
Nice,
monster with special summon to a zone it points to.
Pretty
Bro, I
ideal
can't
setup
believe
here.
Jess made a
And now
repo
we'll be
video
able
the
to
day
link those
after
two
we
away.
streamed it.
This is where it's great that Link Repo's gone.
Yeah, man.
That could've been a few
It
cards
looks
strong
like
here.
by the
Yeah,
from the looks of it,
well,
people
there's
really like the
only a lot
repo
you can
stuff.
make with Link Karibo around, but we're going to see Promethean Princess bring
I
back
I was
Arvada
watching
into this mode.
I feel like he's just gonna like.
I
leave
was
it
watching the
here,
repo
right?
video.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that up because he doesn't
not
really
bad.
care about the Firelock. He would rather
Yesterday,
have the
and I was
Arvada
looking
alive.
at
Also, going to
comments.
Grave anyway is still gonna be useful. Kieran is also in hand, so he can turn. off
Actually,
the
let me see how many
whenever
views
he
it has
wants.
right now.
He has the Sanctuary that's going to let him have the Exceed summon.
I'm gonna
for
save right now.
So, as tradition is with the Fire King field,
Oh,
doesn't look
okay.
too scary, but there are so many layers.
It
to
looks
once
like
things
the
start,
new repo video has
If your deck doesn't like
120k
having its card
views
destroyed,
in
then
less than a
it's gonna be
day.
hard time.
If you compare that to the video before that,
Okay, it looks like it's been
the
not as familiar with the Fire King
something
card.
sus in Granny's basement, the
Maybe
one
a
we're playing
lot
that
of
grandma
people
game,
are from the past year. Maybe
that's
just-
I mean, it's their
106k
first YCS, right? So maybe they
the
just
day
haven't been competing
before.
while
So in
Fire
half the
King's
time,
prevalent
the
strategy.
repo video, the most recent one, has
There is a copy of Infinite Impermanence
almost
likely
as
on the
much
Arvada here,
views as that one.
which,
And then
I
the
mean,
first repo
is
video has
technically
almost,
good, but,
it's
I
approaching
mean, the
500k
Kieran can
views.
turn it right back on.
We need to get to the point where we get those kinds of views, chat.
Definitely.
We need to make it happen,
Well,
Captain.
we're just gonna cross it out.
Doesn't
James,
even
what's your
mean
favorite
the
place
Kieran
for your
has the
birthday? I don't have a
designator.
favorite place, unfortunately. I don't
Unlike
really
Mr.
celebrate my
Partner
birthday
around
too
the
much
world,
anymore.
He does have infinite permanence in his
I just
deck.
don't. I don't know. Unfortunately,
Sure, if
because
the
of
cards are
previous,
back in the
because
same
of
sequence, do you
recent,
think things would have gone so smoothly.
without going
I
into
don't
it too
know.
much
Yeah,
because
it
of
would've been a lot
things.
more rough. But
It's not exactly
the
a
last come down here from Ethan. He's gonna discard from the
happy
hand.
time
And
for
that's
me.
going to be immediately met with the effect of Arvada, destroying the princess to negate it, and then we're normal summoning Lacrima. Didn't have the men with the mark to follow up here.
On summon Lacrima, the Crimson Tears is gonna be able to send.
Lacrima
Anything-
sends.
I mean, Hector was considering.
You know, I was
using
watching a
Inside
video
something
where
like that,
Jesse Cotton was playing
usually
against
interacting with
Sam
Fiends
with this
cards
deck.
that don't immediately
And he was
provide a
running
threat
something
is
like
something
he was
valuable.
running
Shape the Golden Requiem, you're
some
gonna get that
very
body
interesting
up
cards
here.
in there. He was running more of a board breaker package, combined with cards like
There's that
like
Requiem.
reasoning.
Requiem's gonna tribute off the field, a special summon an engraver from the deck to the field. Any Fiend Smith
Oh
monster.
damn,
Probably
yeah,
the Engraver now that the Lacrima is already out of the deck. There it is.
it is what it is. I'm just, you know,
Okay, now we're opting to see if we want to just get rid of the.
I don't celebrate.
Yep, so
Too
Princess
many
goes back
holidays
down, targeting
anymore.
The Arvada as well as the Engraver.
Now things. This is where the.
I just don't.
Are in motion. You could either use Arvada to bring back.
I'm just not in the mindset right now to celebrate.
I think he's just gonna Arvada summon.
I should be better at
and
that.
then save the Garunix because he has the Kieran. Yep, there it is.
Or
and then no
Promethean.
other chains. Makes
So
sense.
you still have Promethean.
Still has the Kieran to
plays,
enable the Grunix later on in
Put
the
your
game.
fire monster in the
Just doesn't
graveyard,
wanna
Promethean
turn
it,
on
start
all
your
his effects at
combo.
once.
Yep.
You still have that.
Yep, so the Engraver is now going to be able to hit the field here.
You still have that
He's
rank
going to be
4
able to threaten
exceed.
one of the monsters on the field with
That
the
can
effect
also
of
set up the
Requiem
combo
once it's able
too.
To equip itself to the Engraver.
Yeah.
I don't think Hector really cares about that.
I would still just
Snake
take
Eye
it
is
out
fine
just
where it
because
is.
He has the other layer afterwards to also go into the Grunix, and Ethan's sitting on so low cards. I would just take it out right away. But it would be nice to wait until the Requiem equips it potentially. Just one less effect they can use. Yeah.
I just don't think he needs to do anything at the moment.
I hate that these. I mean,
Because, okay, the normal summon
it's so
is
crazy how these
on-
cards are always so expensive.
Okay, we have Skyburn as well.
More layers.
Skyburn,
Fire
bro.
King Skyburn's let him destroy his Fire King monsters, destroy the same amount of cards on Ethan's side of the
Oh,
field.
this is the ideal situation. You have Kieran into some face downs here. So the Kieran is going to destroy the Promethean Princess. Now the Garunix is going to be able to activate in the graveyard to special summon itself back and then destroy a fire monster from the deck, likely going to be another copy of Kieran.
Funny enough, if he did it the other way and used
The Kirin,
get Kirin
yeah.
first, the Skyburn would have just wiped out all of those spells and traps at the end. But he'll still be able to take one down here. Not too bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought he was about to heavy storm his whole his
Kirin
back
will
row.
destroy at resolution. Yep, and that's going to be, the
Can't quite tell.
Anguish. It's the
okay.
Statue of Anguish pattern.
That could, I mean, that could have been pretty useful, especially if he's able to trigger twice, get rid of the island.
I wonder how good
Ethan
Fiendsmith
won't be
Toonkeeper is, to be
activating
honest.
Anguish. He will be in Anguish this game. It has been all Hector, all game one.
I'm probably gonna have to change that
team is
stream
in
elements thing too,
Yeah,
because
this-
we're gonna be
the
playing
Toonkeeper did not
Zenless.
protect
Not
the
Zenless.
treasure of this
We'll be
game,
playing
and Hector's
Honkai
going
Star
to
Rail.
burn it straight to the
So I'll be able to,
ground.
you guys will be able to support if you haven't played Star Rail by downloading it through my my stream elements link later. Like, check this out. I'm not checking anything out right now.
You don't have original Sinful Spoils, but you can still
If you
find
should react to
other ways
Dollhouse,
do
it's
it.
killing my family.
But I'm like shocked because I would
Oh,
think more
okay,
something
okay. We
like the
probably do
Fire
that
Kingdom.
during the
You might
week.
also want to include like the Azamenia cards as well because that also still lets you get your engine online.
It's just
and
a
find
picture?
ways to, like,
Yeah, not
utilize your
not
Snake
moving
Eye
from the
cards. I mean,
screen.
there is no original Sinful Spoil, so it's a little harder.
Yeah,
but
the Asmina cards.
This
no
is
longer
Yu-Gi-Oh!
into
stream right
the
now.
Snake Eye cards anymore, right?
I mean, you can still go into Wanted and get in Diabolic.
Okay, James, next time then. Yeah, exactly.
It's a little tough.
Yeah, no problem.
No
No problem, clone.
No original Sinful Spoil, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense that the engine might not be here.
Yeah, it looks like you
But
got
it's
jammed
fine,
pretty
we're
quickly.
showing you just the birds themselves, just the fire.
So-
I mean, yeah, this is.
I wonder how much that has to do with him not going first. I don't know how good Odeon is going second. I like Jesse's build more because it seems more able to go second. He ran a lot of board breakers in the deck. Like a lot. I prefer board breaking over hand traps because I just don't feel comfortable with having. I don't feel like comfortable calculating my deck to get 2 to 3 hand traps in my opening hand. Only for my opponent to still get below, like, break through that anyway. You know what I mean? When I only need one board breaker in most cases to take care of the board after they've made it.
But just the few interactions that he had. But there was a Droll in Lockbird? No, there wasn't a Droll.
Or at least to weaken the board enough to where I can start doing stuff.
Yeah, the Crossout Designator, the
I wonder if I
Skyburn,
should start running
on top
evenly
of
matched
everything
again.
else just made it
A very powerful
incredibly
going first
difficult.
hand for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm a big Skyburn fan. Like, I always like to have
I wonder.
Skyburn in my deck. This is a nice option. Like, say someone drops like Mulcharmy.
The problem with evenly matched against Rhys, they'll just keep the field spell.
Even Meows is pretty good
And then
at
pop the
starting
detonator.
from the graveyard, but any Mulcharmy, you can
So
just
I
stop
probably
with
it's not that
Onyx
great.
and make sure you get Skyburn.
I mean, I think.
Then the detonator comes
this is
back.
One of those decks that's oddly where Fuelos is the.
That's probably what
worst
ends up
one.
happening, right, guys?
You really don't need to go in your extra deck more than once.
Yeah, Perilia is
Hey,
terrifying.
whose
Terrifying.
emote is that?
Everything summons from the hand. You got your normal summon. You got the Garou.
What's that second emote?
If you use Olconix to get Ponix, that's another one that comes.
Quick update, by the way, guys. I did confirm. Us Chris's emote? Okay.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
do
of
have
Mulcharmies
a
but he will be going
stream,
second
another Carry the Glass
down.
stream
The
happening
powerful
later this
two-keeper
month.
strategy here in game
I am
number
currently
2,
trying to set up
and see if we can get
another
access to
stream,
the treasure of the
schedule
king,
another stream.
or will Hector be
Probably
able to
Marvel
burn it all
Rivals.
down again?
I will, once I make the
Find out
graphic,
that
I will
enters
announce it
into
next week.
game number 2 of our
So I have a
third
stream on the
Raptor
22nd
Swiss here at
for
YCS
Carry the
Tuesday.
Glass, and then I'm trying to set up a
Can't
Marvel
believe we're
Rivals
around 3
stream
already. It's just flying by.
with some other guests as well.
I am. I've been waiting.
We also have
I've
a
been-
Marvel
the
Rivals
Blue
stream on the
Eyes
8th.
deck, the
With
Master
Kendall
came
Bird,
out
who
since
voices
then,
Rap
and, oh, man,
in
this is not
Honkai
gonna be
Star
a long
Rail.
turn. He's setting
Yo,
up
set
his
5
hand,
pass?
face down,
What the heck?
back row.
Heavy Storm. Harpy's Feather Duster.
Draw phase. What do we got?
Oh, different dimension
Yeah.
ground. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
The tomb will probably be safe this turn.
I would have waited.
Is there a lightning storm?
I would have
Is
waited.
there something to just immediately answer these spells and
I
traps?
would have waited for him to
Your
commit to
battle phase,
something,
what
and
are
then
we-
I've been
what are we
like,
looking at here? What from the side deck is going to come play for Hector? It's just going to be Olconix.
It's interesting that he's opting to invest resources here.
I guess he can
in
pop
different
it.
dimension ground. And we're going to be using a set purge, so bypassing the restrictions here.
With who or surprise? Surprise for now. I'm just letting you guys know I'm basically finalizing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but gets destroyed since there's a trap in the graveyard. Banished straight to the banishment.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. If it's a trap in the graveyard, it'll
Okay.
banish it.
He is really committing into this.
Yeah, when you play against like anti-stuff, like different dimension ground or things that are banishing, sometimes you can utilize Fire King Island just to special summon the big monsters from your hand, and then go for like a beatdown strategy potentially. But it looks like the Sanctuary being activated does prompt Ethan.
One of the
to
reasons why I
activate
like playing Brand is
Aphmau, the
because
new deity.
it can play through banishes.
I mean, that
It can
works
play
out,
through
I think,
banish
pretty well for Hector
floodgates.
here because he's able to at least get the island on the field. If
I was
the
playing
strategy
a
had been
practice
set up a
duel
little
with
bit
somebody
better, it could've
earlier this week.
actually stopped the
I
Sanctuary.
played. I was playing a 60
Yeah,
card
now
branded
they're
deck.
looking
They
to stop
I play
the
grass,
Fire King Island effect.
and they chained
You
with
gotta know exactly which effect you're using too. A lot of times people say Fire King Island, but there's two
They,
different
what did they
effects
chain with
that
that card? That
matter.
dimensional
I don't think anyone
guy
uses the effect,
I
that
do.
everyone hates, the one you just
Give me a
the
reason.
hand trap that banishes that makes you
can
banish
summon Grunix
for 2
straight from your
turns.
hand, but he's going to negate that.
And I
with
still
the
won that game.
Apophis, the swamp deity.
which is, I mean, fine. Like you're just setting yourself up for next turn, but this
It was
is the position
crazy.
you want to be in. You can go into your fusion monster in the next turn. Oh, it looks like we're going to go straight into. game
Yeah, it might as well
three.
just go to game 3.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Unfortunately,
For game number 2 at least.
fortunately, he
worried
just
a
had a
little bit
blowout
there
hand.
Because, you know,
Set 5 isn't great, but into
It's not a good feeling sometimes, you know?
If you don't
Sometimes it's
have
not a
way
good
to, like,
feeling.
activate your traps turn
But
one,
it is what it is.
You can if you can survive that turn. It's like a starter if you're able to use them during your opponent's turn.
yeah, because like what I mean.
Sometimes it's really
at
funny to
least
me
Hector's a familiar
how
with the strategy
people
because
can
he's
be
got
like,
gold
"Hey,
in
man,
the
I
next turn.
hate
He's gonna be able to immediately,
floodgates," and then they run it
use those away
themselves.
and then
It's like kind of
reestablish
it's
them, and I
kind of
think that would be
hypocritical.
just over.
But also,
That's
like
like
they
the big
they're admitting
reason
that
why
it's okay to
the
use.
strategy, the Tomb
You know what I
Keeper
mean?
strategy is so
Hitting it and
popular
saying it shouldn't be used is
because
different. Is
of
2 different
the
things. You know what I mean?
fusion that you just keep
Like I can
on
hate
setting
getting
back those
floodgated,
traps
absolutely.
over and over and over again.
But should it be used?
The
I mean, if
divine
I'm willing to
purpose
use it,
of the
obviously my
offense.
answer is yes. I have a you
So it's
know
gotta be
sanctifier lock capabilities, right, and branded still.
All right, now they're side decking. Now this is where things are gonna get.
Speaking
a
of
little
which,
scarier here
I
for
sincerely
Hector.
doubt they're going to
Saw
ban
it- or no,
Sanctifier
Hector
Dragon
won game one. I mean,
this
yeah,
weekend.
things are getting
I
scarier.
sincerely doubt it.
'Cause, yeah, your
Not with
position versus
Albaz,
how they deal with
not
going
with their
second.
push towards
They made that
Albaz
hard to help
and Sky
that,
Striker,
so,
the
like,
Sky
you
Striker the way it
but
is.
now I'm sure
We're getting new
if
Sky
there's a
Striker
deck that you
cards.
know going into a tournament, going second
We're
is
certainly
pretty
going to get
tough.
some
That's where your
new
side deck is gonna
branded
shine. You're getting
cards
new
too
cards
in the
that
TCG.
are going to
Most
help
likely,
you,
some of those are
go
going to
second. We're
be
gonna have to
the
find out if the right ones for this particular matchup. 'Cause I know I was
the
building
cards
my
they
deck
already
in tournament.
already
Fire King Snake Eye
released
would've
or
been top of
announced
my
in
list of
Japan,
cards I need to consider,
like
but I-
Alba's system.
I mean, I saw 3 pretty good ones that he was eyeing a little earlier right there. But I think this is a very.
I think that's a
difficult
really
deck
good
to
one.
decide for in
But I would
some
like to see some
category.
brand
Because
new
if
ones
you're
outside of
trying to
those.
capitalize on really high impact cards. There's not that many that you can have for this matchup. There are like a few, like Perulia that you mentioned earlier. But outside of that, having any type of board breaker type card is really difficult to actually get value from in a deck against a deck that
Okay.
has very layered interactions, right? All those interactions come from the graveyard. There's nothing really on the field that matters too much. It's from the hand and from the grave. So there's no single removal option that's going to be able to actually answer all of that.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, especially with Apophis the Swamp Deity, yeah, just being able to stop the cards that you're classically known to destroy most of your spell and traps is huge. Let alone if they somehow access like Fiendsmith's Desiree. I don't think I've ever seen them bring it out in the Tomb Keeper deck. And that might be a little more difficult, but if
Very
they do
interesting.
Desiree plus the Apophis
I
Deity,
think I found a
now
new
that
video
they
to
come
react
together,
to.
that's pretty intense,
I
but
assume that they
On
don't
stream.
for a reason, right? They're trying not to.
It's
do that,
looks like
mainly
it's
because
SAG
they do the same thing.
after
So they wanna at least
related.
not have-
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
Joe.
We wanna have
Too
different
much
Joe
types of interactions.
Joe voices in
Different
Genshin
sets,
Impact.
perfect, different
He's
sets.
Risley.
Because I mean, having the Fiendsmith in Paradise is
Ooh,
pretty
this might be
useful.
this might be a good informative
Well,
video
it's
to
funny that
watch.
Both of these strategies, I mean, Fiendsmith and Tomb Keeper, they just both
Might
do
be able to
kind of
learn a
similar things
thing.
that They don't do too much.
Joe gives
but
you
they
the
keep
impression that
resource,
like he really knows what
going.
he's
You're
talking
gonna
about. You know what I
constantly
mean?
do the same thing every turn.
I feel like
So
that might be
Treasure
some.
King's a field spell.
We might get schooled
Once
there. We
per
might get taught
turn.
some really
It's
important
not when
things.
this card's
I'm
activated,
probably gonna
like
watch
being
it.
able to add over, and it does do something when it's activated.
What's
but it also has
up?
the effect to add once per turn. That's huge.
You know what else is once per
What's
turn?
up, Aliska?
Fire King Island.
I was like, there's a lot of cards. Oh yeah.
What's
So
up,
this is the battle
Obsidy?
of the field spells. Will the volcano erupt? Will the treasures be hidden? Will they be safe? Find out next time.
Find out next
YCS
time
Houston.
on
I'm not
YCS
sure
Houston.
Which one of these decks has a better value game? I think the impact of Fire King is just stronger if you're able to resolve it. But I mean, I think it's really going to come down to if Ethan's going to be able to see his Perulias here going into game number 3.
Yep, I think the side decks will play a huge part here in game 3. Looks like he's trying to like inspire his friends. He's in. Oh, I see some good cards in Ethan's hand. We'll see if it's
Oh,
gonna be
there
that.
it is.
Is that Perulia? Or
That is Perulia.
That's
That is
Perulia.
absolutely Perulia. The best option you can have.
So any time that Hector summons from his hand this turn, Ethan will be drawing a card. There's the first one.
I mean, he has the
Ponix.
Ponix. Wow, that looks like a
Ethan's
pretty
hand
strong.
is insane.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys can't see it. Well, maybe you can see parts of it on the screen. We have a little bit of a wider view, but we won't spoil the fun just yet. But
We're going to be purging the effect of Ponyx.
All
Not going to
right.
be able to grab
and he
Highland.
drew that off
Purging
really
Ponyx,
well.
bro.
I know.
Insane.
So cool. All right, one
Okay.
for one. That's going to summon from the deck.
Discarding
Snake
Ash.
All
I was
right,
like,
let me
not
see
summoning
who else
Snake
might
Ash.
want to join
Unless
me.
you Princess. That's the way you
Yeah.
can incorporate it. You just have to discard the Snake Eye engine
All right,
and summon
me.
it back later on. But one for Poplar. Now what Snake Eye card is he going to grab? That's the question. I mean, I know the answer because I can look at the deck list, but we'll take a look here. It is Snake Eye's Dramatic Chase. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's awesome. I like using it in tandem with the trap. The Silvera Betrayal trap, because you can negate any face-up card, which is pretty sweet.
So how does he get to Princess from this point?
I don't know. We're going to find out. Dramatic Chase places in your spell and trap card zone, and you can summon during the end phase, but he's going to have another monster on the field.
Which one is that?
This one's going to place a Diabellstar monster from anywhere except from
So he gets to put Diabellstar the Black Witch, or
and at the end phase
if he's playing the other one, he can put it. Yeah, Snake Eye's Diabellstar. He does have it in his deck list, so he could. Oh, that's the other body. Then, as long as he has a fire in the graveyard, which he does, he has Snake Eye Ash.
Oh, he's going into full gas right now.
He's just using the Poplar to get.
Hey,
another monster on the field.
I don't
I
think
like that.
I've seen many people use that card he just played. What is that?
He's going to
Dramatic
lead
Snake
away
Eye
with Snake Eye's
Chase.
Poplar.
Yeah, probably better.
Let's
to
put that on. Let's put that in
Poplar
here.
than
Dramatic
having
Snake
to
Eye
add-
Chase.
Oh, okay. Actually opting to use the Poplar in this situation.
Let's see what this does.
Oh, we forgot about Doom Dragon.
Oh, can't forget about Doom Dragon.
Oh, he's running the Doom Dragon. Let's go.
Yep, so he gets to send the two face-up cards from spell and trap card zone to summon Snake Eye's Doom Dragon.
It makes sense. To have
Let's
a
go.
deck like this.
Master Duel loves this card.
And now you're going to be able to link away all three.
Just gonna go into a Princess.
What, Princess,
probably.
right?
Yep.
He's only had to give up one card so far, summoning in hand. Not too bad.
I
Does
don't
he
think
go
he's gonna have
into-
the option to summon from hand again, honestly.
Yeah,
And now
summon
we're gonna
that.
be able to get that Snake Eyes Ash. Probably going to add another copy of Ponyx, if I had to assume.
Did he already normal summon though? How's he gonna get the Ponyx on the board?
Oh, he might have drawn from the Poplar too. I don't remember how the Poplar got summoned, but I'm pretty sure it might have been from hand.
No, it was from 1-for-1.
Oh, it was from one front.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. I knew it was something different. Okay.
We'll go Ash.
Because yeah, normally you would summon Snake Eye Ash and add.
Okay, what's he
Poplar,
making
one
here?
extra body, but he had that.
Promethean? No.
Makes a lot of
He
sense.
already made
Now he's gonna
Promethean,
link
so.
those away, or send them away for.
Oh, okay.
Flamber's target Snake Eye Diabellstar.
Now he's going to use the Flame Burst to place back the
Oh,
Snake Eye
this is pretty
Diabellstar.
great because now he can use Snake Eye Diabellstar to just summon itself back up, and you're able to make something like IP.
All right, see, we're seeing. Why
Okay,
the Snake
wow,
Eye
this is
cards
very
still
flexible.
complement the Fire King card.
Yeah, see,
All
Snake
right,
Eyes are
we're
fine.
Never
taking
count out
notes.
Snake Eyes.
My
Snake Eyes are
pen
fine, bro.
is running out as I'm taking down so many notes here.
Snake Eyes are completely
Oh, he's
fine.
putting the Ponyx in the back. Okay.
Saul, can I borrow your pen?
But I do not need any more buffs.
And now he's going to.
Is he gonna-
He puts the Ponyx. He's gonna be able to summon the Ponyx during the end phase too with his Snake Eye Dramatic Chase if he wants. That's
Sure,
kind of
sure.
cool.
I mean, the effect's been used, but
Yeah.
was that Doolittle Chimera?
Doolittle?
I love Doolittle Chimera. I tried to make that card work for so long in Fire Kings.
Is that really better than IP in this situation?
I mean,
But, like,
I think it's something he might be considering, but he will end up just falling back on.
No, I think you go
I
IPSP.
think he's also.
You set up
Sun Level, so
IPSP.
I don't know if there's anything worth grabbing back here because you didn't access your Fire Kings just yet.
Oh, all right. So you might be trying to go for some extra credit here. Let's see.
I mean, two very powerful effects here.
Let's see
from
here.
Ethan, but not enough
If you guys
so
don't know what
far.
Doolittle
We'll have
does,
to see if his hand's able to power through.
Does
You good, sir?
he
Alright.
have a Kieran?
Doolittle,
The
Doolittle,
Nibiru check was done here, so now we're going to be
right?
making a way into the IP.
Did I spell it right?
build.
Let me see. I think I spelled it wrong, actually. There it is.
Anything spear.
Duel. All right.
So he's going to the end phase.
Phase will go Dramatic Chase. Target
Yeah, but so the Ponyx at least is another monster you can use for IP Masquerena.
Yeah, and the Doolittle will
Duel.
will float here.
Yeah, Doolittle Chimera can add back a fire from your graveyard.
Go main.
Right. What's he adding?
All right, we'll see if.
All right.
This is enough
So we're gonna go real
time.
quick and see what he played here.
Ooh.
He played this
We're
card.
Starting off with a big one. It's Lightning Storm.
Ooh.
IP right away.
At least, I mean, if all it's doing
Yeah,
is
he
taking
has
out
to-
IP, that's pretty good here. because IP does give the monster that it summons the effect that it can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So, you know, not too bad. Obviously, if you're going for something along the lines of SP Little Knight, you'd want to.
He keeps the Doolittle Y.
Relevant use for the on-summon
If this card is destroyed by battle or card
Still
effect, you can
fine,
target a
and
fire
maybe
monster
able
in
to
your graveyard,
activate
add it to your
Doolittle as well.
hand. So he's going to let that die so you can get the
That
plus
doesn't
one
let him
off of
access,
it.
Like Garunix or have any of the Fire King cards online. And now he loses his fire monster that he would need
Dual
as a
effect.
princess.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's tough, but there's still
Probably
cards
adds-
Well, he can add back the
too.
Poplar, which I know because the fire monster was destroyed, he can
Oh.
summon Ponix from hand.
If he has another Ponix
Nice.
in his hand, let's keep this train going. Gonna get a fire monster back
That makes
onto
sense.
the field.
We got the Ponix from the Snake Eye Ash in that combo, so
Okay, nice. He had the Ponix in his hand from earlier.
he's able to resolve. and
So
now
he had
Ponix
that
is
set
gonna be
up.
Able to resolve as well.
Looks like he was working around potential board breakers. Nice.
All right, SPL Knight gonna banish the trap out of the grave. Since those dominance cards do get a little bit of a bonus if a trap is already in there.
You might
Smart
as well.
stuff.
It's true.
Smart
Very smart.
Does Poplar work that way? If it's added from graveyard as well?
I mean, I know Baku, the ninja, does.
Does
So
it?
I guess
I'm
if
thinking
it's-
of the
if it's
shark
worded the
monster.
exact
Let's
same-
see.
Like,
If it's worded the exact same,
If
I
his
think
card
it's
is
worked
added
that
to
way.
your
That's
hand,
cool to get
except by
ninja
drawing it, you
Baku,
can special
can
summon it.
banish
Yeah.
the Iron
Yeah,
Disk,
even from the
and then
graveyard.
You add it back to your hand, you just special summon it. It's pretty sick. But this
Okay,
is
so
ninjas,
discarding
this is
Graver.
Fire Kings, and it looks like Ethan is going to.
I don't think he has any other
Well,
interruptions
it is the same
besides
card. They
IP.
all have the same
I mean,
UI
SP.
tag.
So this is
Baku. Shout
he's
out to
probably
my
in
ninja
trouble.
duelists out there.
And
You
there
guys
is
know
a
what's
Joel
up.
Lockbird.
Good
Best
droll. That's
use-
really the
best
only
use
time you
of
can really
ninjas in Graver
droll
when it adds trap.
I
effectively.
believe he had a Numis
This
Lockbird
the
from Grand
Fiendsmith.
too, so he's truly cut off from his engine right now.
Joel
So
and
now he's
Lockbird
cut off
doing
from the
Joel and
Fiendsmith
Lock
engine.
Things here in round number 3.
That is rough.
Oh, I apologize. That's habit.
He does have a
There is gonna
pulse,
be
I
some
think, in
form
his
of
hand.
play here for Ethan. Let's see how he tries
He
to
already
play
has
this.
it. That was a bait.
Yep,
Wow.
summon literally, it's like he had track the whole time. Obviously a little
He
rough
baited.
here.
You have to give up the normal, not something you want to do in the Tomb Keeper strategy, but
He's going to be able to use the Requiem here. Requiem is going to summon a monster, and I think that's going to force the Princess here once that.
Oh yeah, that's
engages.
right. He has Princess in the graveyard, so he has actually two
Not really forced, but it just seems like a
maybe
good time
two
to
or
use it.
three
So shuffle for next turn, and then if he
interruptions
doesn't
because he's
activate
gonna
the
pop the
grave,
Ponix, and that's
it
gonna let him
doesn't
do some
threaten
stuff
anything.
too.
Yes, okay, so it's going to be Lacrima in this instance. That makes a lot more sense. So that'll just.
My thing is, don't let him go
we're
into.
going to actually just go
Yeah,
ahead and
we're gonna banish
banish
it. Yeah, because I don't want him going
the effect of SP,
into
and then if you grave it
something
without
like
putting it
a
in graveyard, then you're able to
Chaos Angel
use this
randomly.
This also cuts off Lacrima's effect to summon back Requiem from the graveyard as well, so this is pretty good.
yeah, that's the prime thing for SPL Knight here, what you're trying to go for. Not too shabby. That Droll and Lockbird is probably doing a number on Ethan right now. He's having to think what he can do while under it.
Yeah, this is again another complaint I had with the Tomb Keeper strategy when we were testing it for Vegas, is that we thought, okay, it might be a little bit more versatile and better into the interruptions that people were playing, but it was still not great into Droll and Lockbird, not great into Infinite Permanence on Man of the Mark. We didn't have ways to extend past that. So it just played into all the same cards that the other decks were losing to anyway.
And they forgot to fireproof the tomb. We told them we need the fire extinguishers at every exit. We need the fireproof lining. Unfortunately, Ethan forgot his fire extinguisher at home.
It
What does
turns out
that
you don't
mean,
need to
fire
invade the
extinguisher?
tomb,
You
you
mean?
just light it all on fire from the outside.
Just set it ablaze with your fire kings, yeah. But no, now Engraver is going to
Be
be
summoned and then
destroyed.
trigger the Princess. Princess destroying the Ponix as well, so it will be going back to the hand.
Yep. Ponix does return back to your hand if it's destroyed during the standby phase, so that's something that Hector can look forward to next turn. Also, just starting your turn with the Princess on the field is incredible.
I mean, this game is over.
It's not.
Yeah.
It is not looking good here for Ethan. The temperature is rising. He needs to open a window. It's getting too smoky.
Is that it?
But Hector's going to keep the blaze burning bright as he.
Yeah, you popped the
draws
Ponix,
for
right? Doesn't
turn.
Ponix
Also,
get something
that
for
resolve
popping?
phase effect,
Yeah.
Bring back SPL Knight. Bring back. the
Maybe I missed it.
Lacrima, the Crimson
So I was
Tears.
typing something.
Stand by. Ponix to return hand.
Yep, mandatory Ponix going back to the hand here.
Now, how is he going to navigate? Don't want to fumble at the finish line.
Normal summon. Anything else?
Oh,
Oh.
that's very old, Kieran.
Sorry, that's not the new Kier. This is Fire King
Oh.
Kieran, right?
Yeah, not
Well, there you go. I think Fire King's about to win this.
just a regular avatar.
Just the regular one.
I
That
believe
one,
when it's destroyed, it just has to send a fire from deck to grave.
Yep.
That's a.
So Skyburn target.
I see
Ooh,
we're just trying to get
Skyburn.
cards out of the way here.
Ooh, baby.
I do like that now that the original Sinful Spoils is gone, you have to, or you're more likely to use more of the Fire King cards.
One, chain link two.
And
Yeah,
then you had
honestly.
Garunix as well. Chainlink 2 Kieran to just send any fire from deck to the grave. Let's see what he opts to send.
Hector saying your tomb may be sacred, but so is my Garunix. Is that 2 copies of Fire King Island on the top of his deck?
Wait, he's ranked 2 Fire King
yeah,
Islands?
I mean,
No,
that
he's
makes
not,
sense,
is
right?
it?
You're playing
Gotta play the backup.
I mean, it's not really, yeah, this is your main strategy, right? You need
True.
these Fire King cards. If you lose your one island, it could be really rough for you. And I think Fire King Island has more of a target on it than Men with the Mark, so.
It probably does. Yeah, lots of things that can prompt that. I mean, Rhys Detonator is a field spell. Just
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess he is running 2 field spell because, you know, Rhys Detonator exists.
Back the Arvada and destroy the Lacma.
Makes
now
sense.
The Lacma is able to use the
Fair.
Arvada is on the field now, and that's a lot of damage already represented.
That's fair.
That is enough if you just go into the battle phase, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, Poplar attack mode for good measure.
do as much as you can with as few summons as possible to try and play around every avenue.
I guess so. That's fair. Smash him.
Yeah, so Garunix is much bigger because it destroyed the Kieran from the deck. It gains half of its stats.
Targeting the Requiem in grave.
Oh, he's gonna try to stop some of it.
Still in depth in main phase, correct?
That is still main phase.
Yep. So now,
We'll go Poplar targets negative.
yep, and then his board got bigger.
It just got a little bit
Dang it.
stronger. We're
You
going
got it, sir.
to exchange the Poplar for a bigger one. And Ethan has seen enough. The treasures have been excavated, and Hector
Dude,
is going to win.
The Tomb Keeper deck didn't even do anything.
Snake Eye Fire King. We're back. We're back.
It didn't even do anything, chat.
We saw him playing.
It
pure
didn't even
Fire
do
King.
anything.
And game 3, we essentially saw him playing pure Snake Eye.
All right, let's look at dramatic Snake Eyes real quick.
So we saw the value of both sides there.
Dramatic Snake Eye Chase. Place one Diabellstar monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in its owner's spell or trap zone as a continuous spell. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one monster, treat it as a continuous spell you control. Special
Yeah, so I
summon it.
think a lot of the value here
Oh,
comes
that's pretty good.
from The Poplar being able to get you.
You don't really see it too much, but you're seeing people try other cards
You gotta get the Poplar.
a lot more. This definitely helped him get into Doom Dragon, right?
Like he already had access to
Definitely
Snake
helped him
Eye
get the
Ash,
Doom
just tried
Dragon.
for the 1-for-1 with the Poplar as well.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, 1-for-1 is just original simple
Well,
spoils,
yeah.
like in a way.
I mean,
a little less accessible.
One for
yeah,
one.
not searchable, but still
Yeah,
in
yeah,
mind,
one
you
for
gotta
one is
get
sinful.
access.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
still wondering
Just not
if
as
there is a way for
broken.
Snake, like if you just open Snake Eye Ash, can you get access to the Ponix in that situation? I'm not really sure how you go about it.
You just have to have another card. Like you can Snake Eye Ash for Ponix, but then you'd have to have something to destroy a fire monster of some
Let me see if I can fix the quality a little bit more.
sort. So yeah, you would need something else. But we didn't get to see Olconix there, but like that card still brought so much to the deck. When it came out, Rage of the Abyss.
Yeah.
Just having Olconix to add Ponix and then summon Ponix to get Fire from Sanctuary, to go into Garunix to destroy Olconix.
It's crazy.
To summon the old
He didn't even make a
Garunix.
crazy
You end up
board.
with a lot
To
of
be honest, the
fire
guy on the
on
left playing
board
the Fire
really
King, and
fast.
it's
Like
just
Sans the Snake
so
Eye
many
card,
layer
those Snake Eye cards
disruptions.
needed.
Yeah, they're
But
fine.
It's really cool to see them incorporated, 'cause, like,
That's
really
kind of
all
like
you need to do is
that's a
just draw,
Fire
yeah,
King deck.
play
You know what I
the
mean?
top of the
That's
field, or draw the
that's what I
dramatic
want to see. I want to see
Active
like
dramatic
archetypes
change
that are
plays
like
like the
on
Snake
their
Eye
own doing
Bellstar.
stuff, not just
Get
like,
another
oh,
one
it's
of those
just
trap
a
cards
Snake
somehow.
Eye deck in disguise. Oh no, it's just it's just
And then you can go into the
stuff
Dragon.
around a
There's definitely
Fiendsmith
lot of
deck.
body
You know what I mean?
types
Like
in it, and
that's
always
what I
been
don't
Snake
want
Eye's
to
been
see.
good for. So I think being able to capitalize on that, trying to make like a bit of a higher ceiling version of the Fire King
Personally.
deck, even though it is able to do so much on its own. But I mean, it's been great to
I
see.
really
and
like
I'm
seeing
excited
that
to see
Doom
what
Dragon.
he
I
has
was
to say
hyped
about
for
it in the
that.
interview.
Definitely, it was an exciting match, but now Jackie has standing by with our Fire King Snake Eye winner, so take it away, Jackie.
Take it away.
So much, Billy and Asala, and I am with Hector. Congratulations.
Yo,
on your victory.
hold on. How tall is
3
Jackie?
wins In a row.
She's
This is
towering over Hector.
fantastic, right?
On top of the world. This is my first YCS, and I'm just.
She's like a
excited, but,
WNBA player right next to
I've
him,
been
dude.
messing with it, trying to make ratios work, and I'm just happy that I can finally like test.
Hold
stuff
up.
And trying to like make work.
Talk to me a little bit about strategy. So why Snake Eyes?
So with the loss of OSS, we had to me and my friends figure out like a line.
Yo,
where
she
we
played
could
for the
still bridge
Sparks,
into
bro.
it,
Look
and
how
so
tall she
Fire
is.
King, Baby Kieran, that no one really. was
Or maybe
thinking about,
Indiana. Maybe she
let-
plays for
makes it
Indiana. I
where
don't
there's
know.
a line for you to bridge into it in your natural combo. So I was like,
I mean,
okay,
obviously,
once we know right
obviously, the
now,
other
let's
option
figure out
is that
ratios and
Hector's
just see how we make it
short,
work.
right? So,
And for me, it just gave
Just
me
maybe
more
that-
options to play
maybe that's
through
what it
certain
is.
interruptions, so I
but
enjoyed
like,
it.
ah, dang,
Just
man.
Pure Fire Kings.
Definitely.
It's
made
so
it
weird
work.
watching
I mean,
people
y'all
on
took
camera
distance. How did you stay focused?
because it gives you like a distorted
Just
perception
trying to,
of
like,
their
every time
height.
after a
You know what I
match,
mean?
just go to my friends, make sure that we're all.
It
doing well,
often
make
does
sure
do that.
if I had
Like,
anything that
Jackie
I
probably is
could
not even
do,
5'9", right? And he's
get
just
focused
probably
with
just
them and they're
short. You know what I
helping me
mean?
stay centered throughout everything.
That's,
Helping you stay centered.
you know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. Maybe it's
Yelling
the
and
jacket.
hollering for you.
Maybe it's the
Aw,
jacket she's
look
wearing
at
that makes her look a lot
You're
taller.
so loved. I love it.
Local, that's why Houston local. Everyone here knows a little.
And for everyone at home, can you describe?
'Cause I
what the
sincerely doubt
atmosphere
she's
is
like 6
here and
foot.
what you're
You know what I
really
mean? Maybe
enjoying?
she is. Who knows?
It's fun but intense. Even at the last WCQ.
So she
like,
could be
I
like
enjoyed the
5.
intensity of it, and so this
Like,
just
if
reminds me of
she's
that.
like
So
5'11",
this being
6
my
feet,
first YCS that isn't the WCQ, I've been enjoying it.
and he's like 5'5",
And is
5'9".
there anything you want to say to the
5'8".
community and your friends out there?
Shout out Galaxy, Omega, shout out all my local, shout out all my homies
Yeah, man,
over
I
there
don't know.
helping me test with this. Thank you all for everything.
Cameras make people
Hector,
look
thank
taller
you
or
so
shorter
much,
than
and
they actually are
congratulations
constantly.
Again, back
It's
to
crazy.
You, Billy and Asala.
All right, thank you so much. Awesome to hear from Hector. I didn't realize this is his first YCS, but
Oh,
playing with your
word,
friends,
yes.
that's the best thing you can
That's
do. 'Cause,
awesome.
Like, everyone's gonna have their own deck. You know, collaborate together. Just you gotta play test in the right way. Just try and be.
You gotta play
positive instead
test.
of,
You gotta
know,
play
not
test, man.
positive. I'm so positive. I don't even know what the word for not positive even is. But play with your friends. Try against different strategies, and then find what you're the most comfortable with and play. Don't play a deck just because someone tells you to use it.
Bro, I
Unless
need to
it's
get a
really,
video
really
editor.
good. But no, most of the time you want to know your cards. You don't want to learn while you're going along the way.
I've been trying to like find methods of streamlining my video editing process so savagely, dude. Like, remember when we had that? Oh, for you guys that are like part of like the members, the YouTube members, we had a private stream where I was showing you like some of my process, and I was just trying to use every trick in the book, bro, to make it as easy and cheap as possible for me. Occasionally, I'll take some extra time and make a short video in After Effects now, with sound effects and everything. But most of the time, I don't even do that. What I noticed is that it doesn't really change much, difference in terms of views. That's cool. 10E Spirit, bro.
I know I saw a couple of 10E Sword Soul decks in the tournament.
I was about to ask, is 10E and Sword Soul in the same lore? Because Sword Soul, the Albaz lore is huge, bro. It encompasses so many different archetypes.
But then there'll be more regionals after that before the NAWCQ this year. And just like there's going to be more regionals, we're going to have more rounds of Swiss. We're going to have our bonus feature matchup as always. You're going to want to stay tuned. We've seen a couple of Tomb Keepers, one won, one lost, but we're going to see how they're going to do, how many are going to make the top cut. Will Raziel and Malice still dominate the tournament? Will Snake Eye Fire Kings make a comeback? Find out later on in this tournament. We got more action coming. Stay tuned for more YCS Houston. Don't go anywhere.
Summon Ether Barrel, effect to set a
Ether Barrel, Blue Eyes, Prime. Oh, look at this. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Oh, let me make a really awesome deck. Let me slap Fiendsmith in there, just in case. I hate that so much.
set Lordly Load.
I would like Fiendsmith a lot more if it was less versatile. If it was like you only could use it in a light Fiend deck. You know what I mean?
Sure. Spirit effect.
Because then that would help out a lot of decks get more play. Because like Fiendsmith with like Musketeers, a magical musket. Like that would get a lot more play because you couldn't use Fiendsmith in every single deck known to mankind. Except for branded. Honestly, you could use it in a branded deck too if you wanted to. You just couldn't run branded fusion. You know what? Guys, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make a Fiendsmith Blue Eyes branded 60 pile. For no reason. And it'll work. It'll work, chat. Trust. There's something like I think there are multiple cards. There is Fiendsmith Tract Confuse from the graveyard by banishing itself, which synergizes with cards like Brain It Lost. Blue Eyes.
control the vanilla.
Yeah, and Blue Eyes has a card, a spell card that they search for a lot
Yeah.
that has a in-banish fusion effect, which I think is the Roar.
Do you mind if I read Drill Beam?
So if you do something like mill it with grass, you can definitely do stuff with it. I have no idea what that means. It's okay. I don't know what it means either. I'm just saying stuff, Chad. Trust me. Ooh, he has that Blue Eyes.
Sure.
Some blue eyes.
Blue Eyes Primite Fiendsmith. When Primite comes out in Master Duel, I'm doing Primite Blue Eyes Fiendsmith branded.
Into Sears.
I'm doing Primite Blue Eyes Fiendsmith branded. And by branded, I mean I'm running one Albaz.
Second effect of Lord of the Road, I'll call Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Thinking.
Ooh, okay. So he's keeping it simple. He's just gonna go.
Use True Light's effect this turn already?
I set Roar the Blue Eyes Dragon.
Yeah, he said
I'll
Roar.
Pulse.
Okay, no response. In that case, I will set a mysterious card. You have
Mysterious card.
I have not.
I will pass.
So he can't since he's summoned Blue Eyes. Since he doesn't have Blue Eyes on the board, the Drill Beam is the Drill Beam, which is probably the card he set,
We'll go ahead
doesn't
and
work.
activate Lightning Storm. We will declare a back row.
Nice. So now what you do is,
Will Drill Beam. Revealing Boilie Load in hand.
oh, you can do that? Holy crap. Negate and banish. Yep. That's really good. If he didn't have that, he would have to use the seals to bounce and then summon.
Almost summon Nectarus.
Oh, that's right, mermails.
3 in hand? 2 in hand?
Yes. 2 in hand.
I will effect Veiler on summon.
Yeah. Good.
I will activate Nectarus effect, paying cost.
No response.
Wait, what? Oh, he's paying the cost. The effect will be negated, but he can still send it for cost. That's why I probably would have bounced it.
Effective Dragoons.
Which one?
Effective Atlantean Dragoons.
In order to?
Add a Sea Serpent.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I see now. So negating this doesn't help too much because they can still do this as a cost. Okay. So if you could just get this off the board, then they're forced to have extensions in their hand. Because this was a normal summon. So I would have bounced that. I'm thinking for future self. I would have bounced this card. This doesn't go in the graveyard. He doesn't get an extra card in his hand. Very interesting. He does have this card that's trapped here right here, which he could use to get a Blue Eyes on the board. But I don't know what that does for him. You know what I mean? What's up, Skelly?
Activist.
Hey, yo.
Chain Link 1 because it's mandatory. Chain Link 2, foolish for cost.
He might break through this. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think he plays. See, I'm guessing here. I don't think he runs anything that can interact and disrupt his board off of the seals, unless he's running like an Albaz or something.
In order to destroy it?
To bounce the hand.
Oh, that's fine. Yes, fine.
No.
You could chain.
This is gonna resolve, and this is gonna resolve to Reborn.
He could chain.
Dragoons, and then new Chain Link Shadow Squad.
In order to?
What's up, Sky?
Special summon a level 4.
What's up, bro? Sorry I'm late. I slept in, bro. I slept late too.
Okay.
Honestly, if someone didn't remind me that if someone did not remind me about this event, I would have I've been like, bro, get more sleep.
Effect of Abyss Pike, sending for cost.
In order to?
Add a level 3 water monster.
No.
Yeah, he has too much gas. He let that normal summon send from the deck to the graveyard for cost.
Search
And this is now it's starting to get too much. It's time to duel. Yep, exactly. Yeah, man. Skelly is a 4 kids. It's a 4 kids baby. Old school anime in the US was wild. We are from the age of highly edited butchered anime dubs.
So this goes
No, Skelly, you do it like this. Oh no. Don't do it! No!
Pulse.
Okay.
Stop it.
Activate Abyss Run. Sending Berserker.
In order to.
Summon a level 7 water monster from deck.
I wonder what one.
He's in trouble. Yep, they go into that.
Will affect the seal again.
That's true.
No response.
He's gonna get a whole bunch of monsters on the board. He's cooked. He's cooked. You don't want them to get to those level 7s. And that's an old card he used, the Deep Sea card, because I don't think that is a hard once per turn. And he's gonna get fish, right? He can get toad. No, he's gonna get shark. Bahamut into toad, right? Yeah, Bahamut into toad. Yeah, there it is. And there it is. And there it is. I hate this. Did he hand rip him already? I think this deck can hand rip you twice. And then set two toads, if uninterrupted.
Go ahead, battle.
Okay.
22, 28.
So 5k total.
5k total.
Okay.
Pass to you.
He's probably going to lose. He has one counter. Oh, wait. No.
Sure.
He has no cards in hand, only one interruption, I believe.
Effect of
Unless there's something in the graveyard I'm not counting.
add backs. Is that normal?
Sure.
Yeah, there's the recursion. Oh, baby. Cards so expensive, but they're so good.
Let's hear Grave.
Sure.
I would like to see your grave, sir. Look at this graveyard, Richard. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? He's gonna be recurring all that. Now, the coolest thing, maybe he might be able to take the drill beam away from him. Maybe. But at this point, like, this is why Blue Eyes is so dumb. Like, they could just reuse resources over and over again and just outgrind you. If they make this game longer than 2 turns, like, you're cooked. See, this is what I don't understand. Like, I feel like this should be more branded against Blue Eyes. This should be more branded just because Blue Eyes exists. Like, branded just, in most situations, just shits on it. Like, not to be disrespectful at all. I like Blue Eyes Primite.
Add from Grave as well.
It's literally, it's pretty free. It's pretty free. Like, their best board, you just, like,
One activation at least.
Okay.
honestly, they shouldn't even go for it. They shouldn't even go for full board against branded. They should just go for Primite, drill beam plus seals, and just call it.
Drill beam to reset since I control primate.
Because you don't want to give
Will negate.
branded like 4 cards to contact fuse. You know what I mean?
Okay. Sorry.
I keep laughing because of Aphmau fan. I keep mishearing Brandon. Brandon Fusion. Call me Brandon. Yes, exactly. I call him Brandon. When I say Brandon, sometimes I say Brandon on purpose. That is true.
Sorry.
I haven't gotten Primite stuff yet. I'm waiting for the price to go down. Price for Primite stuff is absurd.
It summons it.
It's definitely overinflated.
Sure.
Finally get to use the ugly one. Well, ugly is weird. The least favorite. gonna go effect of Roar Engraved to fusion summon. It's poly, but I have to include Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I can't negate that, right? That's fine.
Blue Eyes plus a Dragon Monster.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
I will attempt to move to battle phase.
Can I read this?
Yes.
3,400, man. Can attack both of your monsters. It's a wrap. I think he has... Does he have traps in the graveyard? This is why I was...
So you can't activate its effect because you use Lordly Load, right?
That is correct.
Sure.
But it is not an activated effect to
Sure.
attack anything.
Yep.
We'll go 34 over 22.
Sure.
That should be 12.
Effective Toad.
No response.
So I take 12.
Should be 12, yes.
Yep.
We'll go 34 over Bahamut.
Yep.
Should be, what, 800?
800.
And then we'll go Tyrant over the Coelacanth. Should be, what?
Nice.
100? What are our life totals?
3,000 versus...
Sure.
What, 54?
I don't have a trap at the grave.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Not that I can activate that anyway.
So get another drill beam and what he could do is see if he can get another dragon out and then make another seals.
Set one, and I will attempt to pass turn. I believe I've been in set.
Okay. End phase?
What you
Okay.
got?
I'm trying to see what's in his hand. I think he has a I think he has a droll in his hand.
Draw a card.
Okay.
I don't think he normal summon, so I guess he wants to keep it for as a hand trap.
Summon a Atlantean monster from grave, and I will target Poseidra.
No response.
Poseidra on summon, I will Foolish for cost,
Hmm.
and I will.
Was he foolishing? Probably to pop a back row card, right? Does he have does he have one of those cards in there? Because I know they have Atlantean cards that can pop back row if you send it to the graveyard.
Thinking.
How do you while you control a monster you can. How do you get that out again? How do you keep a Sidra out?
Bounce that. Yeah. And then I will bounce. New chain link, Shadow Squad.
In order to?
Special summon.
You're using the effective balance, right?
Yeah.
All right, Mermail Shadow Squad.
Cost.
This doesn't for
What does that do?
I believe it does. You can.
you send.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Yeah, you're right.
Male Shadow.
Neptunus effect.
In order to? I didn't see this.
Mermail Shadow Squad, baby. What does it do?
Okay.
Discard one card to the graveyard. Water monsters you can only control become level 7. Okay, he's trying to rank. He's trying to rank 7, I think, right? If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, special summon level 4 or lower Atlantean or Mermail from your deck. Okay.
Effect of Neptunus. Foolish for cost.
In order to?
Add a Atlantean card.
What do you think about the Nintendo Switch 2? I haven't had a good look at it yet, but I've heard some people very upset about the price.
Add.
I swear to God, that life point sound is very therapeutic. Lol. Yu-Gi-Oh! ASMR? Just life points? Ding, 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 ding.
Activate Abyss
It's crazy, man.
Spirit. Sending infantry to summon a level 7 from deck.
Okay.
New chain link infantry effect. Target Tyrant Dragon.
In order to?
Destroy.
No response.
You're gonna buy Nintendo Switch 2? I'll buy it when it becomes cheaper. I'm not paying $500 for a Nintendo Switch.
1 because it's mandatory. Chain link 2, sending for cost to bounce.
Yeah, it's a little late. If whether he uses it or not, he's in trouble because that's just gonna become a
Will change True Light, activating the effect to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand or grave.
Sure.
Why would he do that?
It bounces. Any triggers on your side?
Yes. Incubus effect.
Oh yeah. Okay, it wasn't destroy. It was bounce. Why? Because it's too expensive. I'm not gonna pay $500 for a Switch.
Chain link 2 is made to summon itself.
Sure.
It's overpriced. It's definitely overpriced. Plus, we need to see what they're gonna do after the tariffs.
Effect to reborn.
Okay.
A lot of countries are being very retaliatory towards the tariffs, which is ironic, considering they've been tariffing us like hell the whole time, and now they're crying about it. But likely what's going to end up happening is the Switch 2 might end up being more expensive.
To bounce these 2 to your hand.
Does it target?
To cover the cost. It depends on what the tariffs are. It also depends on if Japan and the US make any type of concessions or deals in the next month or two, because they said they're delaying the shipment of the Switch 2s, not stopping it. So that could give the Japanese government some time to sit at the negotiating table with the US government, which may prevent the prices from going up even more. That's one possibility. It may even go down depending on the consequences of any negotiation. But what it does is it gives the Japanese government some time to do something about it. All right, and that's game.
Yes.
I'm new here. Why are puns forbidden? Because they're bad. 95% of the puns have been dad puns on this chat, and they're terrible puns, too. Forbidden! Illegal!
Slag. I need to ash this.
Yeah, so the Blue Eyes player's mistake was when that level 1 normal monster came out, even though he negated the effects, he can still pay the cost of those effects, even if they're going to get negated in resolution. However, the card he sent to pay the cost from the deck allowed him to do a whole bunch of other stuff that cascaded into just game. So he needed to get it off the board. He had seals, which if he had bounced that to his hand, then that was a wrap. Then it was a wrap. But I don't think he knew that. I don't think he knew that. Dad jokes are awesome? Stop it. That's Cap'n Crunch. Yo, man, video editor salary ain't that good. But yeah, that was the key. The only reason I would know that is because at the locals where I've played at several times, I've played against a Mermail deck multiple times. Atlantean Mermail deck. So I don't know the names of all the cards. I know like what it can possibly do enough to know that Seal should have immediately bounced that thing before it activated any effects. Since he used a normal summon to do it, that probably meant he didn't have enough ability to circumvent a Seal's bounce. Plus, Seal's probably would have went into, I don't know, another disruption potentially. I don't know. I think for that deck, he probably was running something more pure. I would imagine just a Magnum Hut though. to be completely honest with you guys. Let me grab this. Actually, before I do that, quick reminder, guys. We do have a affiliate link on tcgplayer.com. So if you plan on buying cards for your brand new Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and you keep in touch with the meta or just want to play for fun, want to get the new Blue Eyes deck, you probably go to places like tcgplayer.com. Just click on the link, go to the website, see what you want, and by doing so and purchasing anything at all, like the Stardust Cypher Divine Dragon or Cosmic Blazer Dragon, which is great for Blue Eyes, you can definitely support the channel at the same time. It's a win-win! So, help your boy out. Check out the channel. Check out the link. And actually, I'll put that affiliate link in the pinned comment as well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me go do that right now. Actually, yeah, I kind of want to get these cards. These 3 cards right here. I want to get these. How much is Cypher Divine Dragon right now? 21 from the Megatins. This is like the average, right? You go down here, you can see different prices. Let's see. Okay. And it varies depending on which edition, how the rarity and stuff like that. Mint first edition? Nah. Okay, let's go back to the front. So this is probably the safer bet. Yeah. Okay, cool. For me, I don't need crazy, like, super rare rarities. I just want the card, you know what I mean? That's how I be. While Cypher went down by like $20. Did it really go down by 20? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it was at one point like over 30 in February in preparation for the Blue Eyes structure deck, right? And now you see it slowly going down as the market recorrects itself. Before, it was like last year, before when people knew about Blue Eyes coming over here, it was like $13. So this is clearly an overinflation based on just the promise of the Blue Eye deck, the Blue Eyes deck being meta, right? Which it's hanging in there. It's in there. It's just not like as dominant as people expected it. Which tells me like stuff like that is overinflation, right? This isn't real, right? It's gonna go back down to probably. It's probably gonna end up stopping at around $15 to $20, maybe like around 16 in about 2 months. It was 30 to 40 when I bought it. Wow. Well, see, when you bought it, if you did it through my affiliate link, you could have helped your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Sky. What the heck? Let's see here. What else am I thinking about doing? Let me open up a new window. See, I'll just take this off. Okay. A lot of people are playing Repo, huh, man? Aren't they? Wow, wow, wow. Oh, look at this Tech Tournament video. Castrus Safe Honkai Star Rail. This is probably a parody since he hates everything named Hoyo, so. Let's see here. What was I doing? Let me see. Go to my channel. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna post my affiliate link in the pins. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. TCG player. Affiliate. Oh, hell no. Why did it delete it? No. There you go. And if anything, we'll definitely. I have friends reaching out and texting me and stuff like that. No. I was trying to see if a friend knew anyone that had a Stardust Cypher Dragon before I bought one online through a TCG player. Didn't work out. Looks like they sold it all already. Repo was awesome. Top 10 most chaotic games. It's like a really good chaotic game. I have to admit. I will admit that. Super fun. Oh, by the way, I was looking in the Discord. And I saw like a bunch of clips posted in our community channel. Bro, y'all focus too much on clips of me getting jammed, and I need to stop it, man. Like, let's look at one right now. I'm like, what is this? Who posted this? Salted muffins, of course. Let's look at this one. Chat, is it gone? What is this? A clown. I got trapped. That sucks. Ah! Ah! Fudge! Guys, I was surrounded. You saw that? That wasn't fair. Jay! Oh my god.
Everybody alive? Oh my.
That wasn't fair, chat. That wasn't fair. You saw that crap? Come on. That was literally inescapable. Look, I saw the clown. A clown. What the hell is that? Freaking Studio Ghibli wannabe? They came out of a nightmare from Spirited Away. And I turn, and then this is there. That's not fair. That's illegal. That's illegal. And then I run under here. Ah! Ah! And it still hits me somehow. What hit me? It knew I was there. It wasn't even a question. Oh, it sucks so much. That sucks so much, Chad. I was so mad. I definitely got sandwiched. We're probably going to post that. I think my favorite clip from the stream was, it's worth 6K, it's worth 3K, it's worth nothing. Yeah, oh my gosh. Shadow did pretty good for his first time, though, to be honest. That's his first time ever playing. So you have to remember that. But, gosh, we broke so much expensive stuff. It's not that easy to not break stuff in the game, I noticed. It really isn't. It really isn't. I'm gonna post that. Oh yeah, I already posted that. I am gonna post that video. I am gonna post that. That's going on the channel. Actually, you know what? You know what's funny, guys? So this is what I've been doing. Just to give you a little bit of what I was doing recently. So let me go on my studio. Go to my studio. So I've been just uploading. Oh wow, we're at 8,400 subs. I didn't even notice. Guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. That's so cool, dude. That's so cool. I've been just uploading the shorts and just scheduling them ahead of time, and privating a bunch of videos just to have them in the backup, as backups. Like, so, right now I try to post 2 shorts a day, for now, to see how it goes. Of course, all the members can see the clips immediately on YouTube. You know, and sometimes, occasionally, I do edit them a little bit more than that. And see, the one that you're talking about, that has like almost 1,000 subs right now. I posted that yesterday. I mean, 1,000 likes, a bunch of comments too. A lot of people like that one. Oh, yeah, we're a small stream, right? So if you think about it, we have like 8.4 subscribers, and you know, obviously we could get more. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know. We'll find. I'll have to learn. I will learn. But this is what I've been doing. I've just been posting them up and just spreading them out over the month. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we can post more shorts a day. But I've heard that you don't want to post more than like 3. Like, on average, you should post like 2 to 3. So we're sticking with 2 for now. And then we have. I still have to edit like. I still have to edit a bunch of clips for the repo stream, but also the Phoenix Wright stream we had. Honestly, I felt bad when you kept accidentally breaking things when you were alone. I was so upset, guys. You don't understand, man. I thought I saved them, like the one with the clock. That wasn't fair, right? That to me that wasn't fair. Like, I think we all agree on that, right? Like, almost the entire clock was in there. That wasn't fair. Reasonably crashing out? Thank you. I think it was very reasonable. I thought I'd saved him, man. It was... I don't know. I survived way longer than I should have. Personally. And I was trying not to swear, too, because... Like, on my stream, I'll swear occasionally, but I don't swear too much. But then, but I know everyone else is streaming, so I don't know, like, I don't want to, like, swear too much on their stream, because I was so pissed off. Because they may have different rules about it. So, there was a lot of rage I was holding back. I'm not gonna lie. If it was just me streaming, I'd probably have been, like, exploding. To be honest, dude. All right, while we're on this commercial break here a little bit, let's go back to some announcements here. Just a reminder, on Tuesday, April the 8th, we have Marvel Rivals stream with Kendall Bird at April 8th, 5:30 p.m. And then I have another stream. Uh-oh, hold on a second. Let me pull this away. I have Thursday, April 10th, we have Lindsay Jones, Ruby Rose voice actor joining us for Split Fiction. So definitely make sure you come and watch all that, or you are engaging in arrestable behavior. All right. What are we talking about? I've actually did a video with the guy on the left before, Pheromone. He's one of the content creators for Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, look at that Blue Eyes White Dragon pin he has there. That's kind of crisp. I need one for Roa Kassidy. I would like a custom black and white shirt.
What's the vibe like when
with the 2 swords crossing?
One of experimentation, I feel like, you know, because this is kind
not gonna lie, I will look pretty crisp with this shirt on. I can't be arrested. It's my birthday week. I don't remember any rules. I don't remember any rules saying that. Let me check. Let me check the rules.
The Tomb Keeper deck is just insane. The stuff we've seen.
Let's see here.
The bonus feature matches. Just trap cards are a thing, friends. Trap cards are a thing.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'll see it. You can get arrested.
I just love seeing all those powerful
you tread carefully.
Anime, one of my favorite duels of all time.
You never know.
Oh goodness. I know that Joey.
Oh man. Dang it.
His duel, but Battle City, as we were talking about all the finals, it's like nothing but upsets. Maybe this YCS is going to be exactly that.
Ooh, maybe, and maybe Odeon will get the retribution he deserves here now in 2025.
Don't tell the Winged Dragon around that, right?
He'll be coming from his throat for sure.
Ah, goodness. Well, I guess enough Gavin at this point. Think it's time.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and throw it down to the stage. Now it's
Was
time
I like
to let's go ahead and
yapping?
hear from Jackie and our great duelists.
Starting with the blue chair, we have
Yo!
Aaron from Plano, Texas.
Aaron B playing
And one of
Blue Eyes White Dragon with Primite.
Now to the red chair, and we have
Hope he's not
Osai
playing branded.
Alejandro
Why does it look
from
familiar?
Houston, Texas. He loves powerlifting. His favorite lift, the deadlift. And this is both of their
Memento?
YCS. Who will win? Let's
Just
send it
don't do
back to
anything
our
arrestable,
casters.
Lucky. Exactly.
Great to see duelists here. From
Memento.
Texas.
Very interesting matchup. I've never seen this one before.
Texas has some of the most celebrated competitors. A lot
I've
of
never
winners
seen
here,
this
so we're about to be
matchup.
seeing future champions that you will know as household names.
I don't even
And
remember
as
the
you can
last
see, those
time
decks that
someone
we teased
played
you guys
Memento
are gonna
against
be
me.
Aaron
It's
piloting from
only
Blue
it's
Eyes
only
and
happened one
Abasai
time.
piloting Memento.
Oh, Memento's such a great deck. A lot of surprises. You know, I was talking with a friend of mine when
Blue Eyes, let's go!
You know,
Exactly.
He thought that he had games clinched out, and then Memento just did what Memento does: keep piling on those card effects, and eventually you're going to run out of ways to interact with it.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of the really good decks.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
format are
yeah,
decks
yeah.
like Rhys, decks like Malice, decks like Memento that can just play through so much of your opponent's interactions. To the
Ooh,
point where
can
those
it now? I
interactions
wanna see
may
how
as
it
well
does
not
it.
even existed.
No, it's always great when the format is just about playing the game as opposed to setting up a field that says no, no, no.
I'm not gonna be. I'll be honest with you guys. I think Blue Eyes be lucky sometimes.
Right? You have to play.
Blue Eyes be
figure out
ducking
how
the
you're going
branded
to
deck.
Get into the game, and if you're on the opposing side of the table,
I think that
you can
matchup
really
is so
stop
free.
your game plan.
Lord help us
There's
if Blue
also
Eyes
not
becomes
just
the
one
top
card that
deck
you
in the
can draw from a
metagame.
hand, like a Dimension Shifter or an Nibiru that'll stop everything.
In the meta, I
Yeah,
mean.
and as someone who's both
not
played
metagame,
Blue
in the
Eyes
meta.
and played with and against Memento many times.
If
how
for
do you
some
feel
reason they
about
do
those
something to
So
to
it really just kind of depends
all the
on
other
who's
decks
able
that
to
like
get set
nerf
up
them
first, what the
significantly,
stops are. I
but
think
don't touch
Memento
Blue
has an
Eyes,
inherent
Brandon's gonna be
advantage. I'm
licking
sorry
their
for the
chops.
Blue Eyes
Brandon
fans
players
out
are gonna
there, but
be
it's
like
just the fact that they
praising,
keep on going.
praising,
Blue
I
Eyes
don't know,
is really able
praising
to
something.
consistently grind turn after turn. So if for
Blue
instance, your
Eyes
deck goes first, the Blue Eyes
versus
deck is able to hang
Memento.
after future turns, then you start seeing the impact of True Light just resolving every single turn.
I mean, I can't think of anything more scary in this format than a Memento deck with a full graveyard of names. That just has so much advantage, so many interruptions built into them, whether they're things like the Ari-chan, of course, the Giant My Creation, or even Creation King himself.
Certainly the Creation King, I mean, like, Takutlaka is such a good card by itself because of its ability, of course, to attack all monsters on the field and special summon monsters from the graveyard. But what's really interesting is the Cranium Burst, because Appaloosa's gone, except for a Memento player. No, it isn't.
And this could also be a game where we see the Primite side of the Primite Blue Eyes deck playing a really big role because being able
I just
to
want Shifter
banish
banned.
those
Yeah,
special
Shifter
cards
should be
might a
banned.
really useful thing for Aaron to
I
come out
agree.
on top in this game.
The Primite Drill Beam really helps out because
Yeah, these comments, these people come on my chat be like, no, Primate, no, Shifter is necessary. It's a necessary part of the game. No,
Looks like our
don't
duelisters being told right now by the
ban
judge
it.
everything that's gonna go
Shut
down
up.
For this match, make sure it's a nice, clean match.
Ban
with
Shifter.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Soon we're gonna get the roll, so you goes first. Like you said,
Is
I feel
Repo
like setting
free?
up is gonna be the big priority here
I don't
because
think it
Blue
is.
Eyes has that grind game, but Memento
No,
has
I bought
the
it.
scope and that
I'm pretty sure I bought
explosion
it.
Factor that I think will really overwhelm Aaron if he's not too careful.
Well, the only issue that Abasai may
I had to
run
buy
into
that,
if he
guys.
doesn't get a chance to go first
So
is
that's why you
the
gotta
duel.
support the
Just that
channel.
Memento has so many
You gotta support the
different
channel,
cards
man.
that are vital and necessary to the
Keep on
strategy.
watching that
Sometimes
that
you're just
stream.
watching your opponent play
Post
because
comments,
if you're
like,
not
share the
playing
video.
yourself, you don't really have anything you can do.
Yeah.
Help me out,
I think
guys.
One thing that like kind of turns people off of playing Memento is the high amount of engine requirements. Like you're saying, cards that don't necessarily do anything on their own, but if you weave them into your combos,
How much was Repo?
But they've got a lot of in-archetype ways to get some crazy stuff done.
Repo isn't that
Pathfinder
expensive,
Wrath
you know
is
that,
such an
right?
Incredible card unto itself, and has gotten better.
Repo's
and
like
better with
$10.
fusion monsters, and I guess we'll be seeing soon who's going to go first and who's going to jump in this duel.
Let's go ahead and check out this
That's
game
like
one
nothing.
right now between Abasai and Aaron.
By the way, guys, if you
Are we
do
gonna get another
want to
draw on
gift me
camera? I feel like you and I always
Steam
get draws
games,
whenever
do you
we
want me to
comment
play?
things.
I'm down. Just don't
All right, let's see if you're right
send
about
me
that.
like
close,
explicit
it's
stuff
6.
because
that was
I don't want to
I
get
believe, so, yeah.
canceled.
Line it
I
up.
don't
Looks
want to
like
get.
Abasai probably
I don't want to
gonna
have
go
issues
first
with
here,
Twitch or
and we're
YouTube
gonna
Senpai.
see Memento at its finest.
There we see him opening the Creation King in his opening hand, kind of flashing it to the camera. Not the best way to kind of start off your hand.
Well, you can always put it back, but it looks like we're going to start with the Dark Blade.
Excuse me. Come on, Blue Eyes, you got this. Oh, we got a supporter for Blue Eyes in here. Momentolin Dark Blade. What does this do? What does this do? Discard a Memento card, target a spell trap, and do what now? Ooh, Valor.
Harsh start
Is
there.
that
It's still gonna
necessary?
get locked up, so Effect Valor negating that.
$10 a
Does
use?
not,
No, just
destroy
to have the
responsibility.
game. $10 is not expensive for a
Oh,
game.
looks like we got that triple tactics talent
Not in a
already.
world where
Wonder
games
if
are
he
being sold for
draws two cards,
$70
releases
plus,
his opponent's hand,
and they're
and
not
forces
even
him
that
to
good.
take effect.
Like
Maybe
mediocre
he
games are
draws
being
some kind
sold
of
for
extender, like maybe a
$70
Bone
now.
Party or something,
Like
but
mediocre
we're gonna see
new
that talent
games.
come down. What's he gonna call?
Ooh, we call it talent.
Depends on what he already has.
I
in
would
hand.
rip. I would have ripped.
Oh, we're gonna
Reveal.
hand.
Yeah, get rid of that. Get
That's
rid of
tough
that.
Because the two copies there of the Sage with Eyes of Blue means you can only really put back the Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And even though you put it back, well, it could come right back out if the effect resolves and he's able to get
Yeah, so why would he do that? I know he probably has like a Valor in his hand.
True Light.
I would get rid of.
Decide's gonna go ahead and
I
shuffle
mean, he
that back
maybe
like you
Momentum
said.
doesn't
Now
care
it's
about
a matter of
Droll.
How he goes from here.
Maybe it
I'm
doesn't.
not sure what spell card he has in his hand, but let's
But,
see.
like-
He's just gonna set one and pass here.
It's pretty rough if you don't have any follow-up there on the
Oh.
Memento Dark
Which
Blade. You would
means
have to
he
have
has
the Seals,
Valor,
right?
right?
Tatsunol
Or
tells
that's
you
a imperm. I think he's in trouble.
Alright, so gonna go ahead and normal summon, but the forbidden drop
Okay.
right there. Gonna go ahead and give
Yeah.
it to negate it.
Besides
This could
hand,
be a
I
little
think it might be in
tough in the
trouble.
gun,
If he had to
because
play
Blue
that,
Eyes of Blue is probably not far behind. Oh, and Fualos too.
Yes, I was
Wow.
gonna say. I feel like Abba's making.
That doesn't matter.
Player going for that turn one pass into droplet, getting rid of his board because now he has Fua to kind of incentivize Aaron to not really do anything. But if Aaron just ended his turn there, would Abasai have anything besides Combined Creation in hand?
Yeah, that wouldn't go very far, but Aaron doesn't know that. As long as I keep my voice down, right?
Yes,
Jokes
of course,
aside.
yeah.
But the Spirit with Eyes of Blue here is
Double
gonna
Sage is
really
insane,
turn the
yeah.
tables here because of course grabbing the Mausoleum of White and then doing everything that Blue Eyes does well from here.
literally, he could do almost everything here. Maybe make a Seals pass.
Not turn on Fualos, but still give you the extra bodies you need to maybe keep playing.
Yeah, Fool also gonna give him a 2, which is still good,
Just
but
Nice to
like,
see Blue Eyes White Dragon again.
Yeah,
on the
he's in
tables again.
trouble.
Both of these duelists with undefeated records so far. And we haven't seen Blue Eyes do this well since the Blue Eyes World Championship, right, in 2016.
And here we see that Mausoleum.
Yeah,
down,
Blue Eyes about to
sending
smack
Blue Eyes
him
monsters
through
from the deck
Fua.
to the graveyard, gonna be bumping
Cause
up
he could like at
Spirit
least
of White.
hit him for like 3K at
It's always
least,
telling, too, you get to find out
and then
which
make
art is
Seals
the Blue Eyes
pass.
duelist favorite, rocking out the classic one, but that is the quarter-century reprint from the Tins last year.
I'm gonna put my money on Aaron playing different arts because
Oh,
I
really?
personally love doing different arts.
I actually thought about with my a Blue Eyes deck that ran a lot of Bestials,
So now we're gonna go ahead.
run Etude of the Branded,
Gonna
so
use
I
the
can
additional
like
normal
link
summon, yeah.
actually that's Synchro. I'm sorry, Synchro on my opponent's turn.
Abasai just really surprised there again. The additional normal summon effect, Sage with Eyes of Blue's effect, does activate because it is not just once per turn. It's just once per that copy. Of
I missed it. What did he get with the Sage? Did he
that
get?
makes sense too, right? So a normal summon card. Who knew that it was going to?
Oh, yeah, that's right,
This easy. But
Yeah, there we go.
The Maiden of White.
Why did he not know that?
The main enabler for this archetype is True Light.
It's such a good card. Sorry, the Dark Magician fan in me is jealous.
If
of
he
the
had more
Soul
gas, he
Sisters.
would have gotten rid of
Quite
the
as
the
powerful as
Droll,
True
but
Light.
since he knew he was gonna end his turn.
Yeah, but here we see Aaron grabbing that.
Yeah.
Making Abasai's turn one play of talent.
If you
and
think
letting that
about it
magician
now,
win.
like
Not
drawing
good
those two
now.
cards
But like you said,
probably
there's
would
no
have
way you
been
can stop him
better.
from doing this.
Yeah, I mean, even if you only had one or two monsters, even the Droll.
But there's no way for him to
unlocked
know,
Spirit with Eyes of Blue.
man.
Ooh, he's gonna be sending
Him having
another
double
What's that
Sage was
card
killer.
In Aaron's hand, he's valuing over the potential interaction.
Well, we'll have to see soon. I guess he feels like he's got his opponent on the ropes, but you do add a lot of cards in Memento, so this may backfire. But right now, for Wishes of Eyes of Blue, looks like he's grabbing the Killer and Match to the White Dragons.
Yeah, he's gonna get that because he's not gonna. I don't think he wants to go any further. I don't think he wants to summon from the deck anymore.
Turn one board's even more powerful.
All right, so we're going to use the effect of Spirit of Blue. Yeah, it's good. So tributing it to bring out our Blue Eyes. You're locked into dragons there, but now that that's
Not
gone,
anymore.
Problem for this deck.
well, it's convenient since the Dragon Spirit of White is gone. Now you can bring out Maiden of White, who is a spellcaster.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, he has no answer.
Oh, not going to bring it out, though.
Gonna go for a nice neutron blast, bring Abasai down to 5,000.
Whoa, he didn't bring it out?
Spirit Dragon only give away 2 draws for Abasai, but have access to all the interaction he has in his hand, plus a potential Spirit Dragon to go into Ultimate Spirit Dragon.
So banishing the Wishes for Eyes of Blue. This is so cool to be able to equip it. He is going to use the Neo Blue Eyes.
Why didn't he do that?
Dragon there. Is going to give one Fualos draw, probably for a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, I would say. But you also get the targeting protection of that Neo Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
Dragon
that's
now.
fair.
100%. Plus, you can turn off effects from the graveyard too, which could be pretty nice.
So we know he has a pop
So
one,
see Blue Eyes
probably
being
imperm,
nice, but not
and I
too
don't think
short
he
of
drew
the
into like a
turn.
Valor or
So
anything like
Memento's got
that.
the tank.
Yeah, And we do know that Aaron drew another trap card for turn because he set an additional card and has the Veiler in hand.
So you can interrupt graveyard effects, plus you can go into Ultimate or Cypher Dragon.
Now, the Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon seems powerful here, but it may not actually come into play as often because most of your Memento effects are happening on the field.
Yeah.
It's a weird deck. It wants to destroy itself. However, it doesn't actually get effects usually for destroying cards.
What's he doing? Yeah,
Oh,
Veiler.
No.
So you had a hand trap. Okay.
We see the effect Veiler coming down, stopping Darkblade once again, but we're going to be chaining Bone Party, going to be destroying our Darkblade probably with that.
Definitely a heads-up play there. Let's see if we have any interaction from Aaron.
He can go into Ultimate.
Oh, just double negation there. Really trying to
Yeah, so he
block
had the
this.
impermanent and the Veiler. Now he has the trap that can pop one as well on the board.
And so now Abasai is going to be able to still destroy
And then he has
his Bone Party,
Ultimate.
but the monster he summons off Bone Party will not
The reason why he's
destroy
keeping Spirit Dragon on the board
activates effect.
is if he somehow finds a way to pop the True Light, he can at least the Spirit Dragon can prevent monsters on the field from dying because he can negate the graveyard effect of the True Light.
Seems like we burned a lot of resources.
Yeah, he's in
on
trouble.
Aaron's side, so this might be the one opening that Abasai has. Grabbing the
Those two cards didn't do anything.
That's an old Toshigo. Good old seahorse.
What's he doing?
Now, I believe it's an ignition effect for Tatsuno Toshigo, correct? So like, it needs to be on the field already.
Correct. And most of the Memento cards are ignition effects, except for the trigger effect of Darkblade when it's normal summoned.
Yes,
Few
one,
exceptions here and there, like Gaddis.
potentially 3 interruptions if he plays a graveyard effect.
Going to be activating its effect to either to summon itself, I believe.
And then it might just go right into the fusion here.
Pop it!
And depending on if there are any other Memento cards in the hand, we might see a Twin Dragon. We might see the
Don't let him fuse.
King.
Chain Link 2, I will activate Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon, contributing it to special a Light Dragon Synchro monster from my
So using the Blue-Eye Spirit Dragon there to swap
Get
out.
Ultimate.
Could be a great opening to bring out Blue-Eye's Ultimate Spirit Dragon.
Yep, there it is, the ultimate boss monster. From
Now he can now he has a negate.
3,500 attack, 4,000 defense, and essentially a negate for any card in the field once per turn.
It's crazy. And it gets an 1,000 attack boost for that too, so it gets that legendary 4,500 attack that Ultimate Blue-Eyes monsters are known for.
I will activate Ultimate Spirit Dragon's effect to negate the effect of Twin Dragon.
Yep, so Twin Dragon has been
Yep,
negated.
and now he has one more
And that
interruption
just leaves
on the field.
Tatsuno Toshigo in Abasai's hand.
Yes.
He's going to special and then...
On resolution.
Ooh, we've got something on resolution.
Yeah, get rid of the fusion
Oh, wow.
because he might go into
That's why I
SP.
was asking about that ignition effect. Because Aaron has that Majesty face down, he can destroy the Tatsuno before it activates its effect, and therefore doesn't get the free dump of all the Memento monsters that Abasai was hoping for.
Now you and Aaron are
There
both
you go.
looking forward to the
Perfect.
future, and it paid
Because
off
worst case
for
scenario, you could go to
Abasai.
SP if that got stopped, if it stayed on the board.
So taking a look at the graveyard.
Pop the
Lot of
baby.
Memento names there.
Is it enough to summon the Mind Creation, or does it only have 4 unique ones because he has 2 Dark Blades?
That's correct. Let's see. So there's you would have to somehow get rid of the Twin Dragon, but there's not really a good way to do that right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Link ones that require a level 7 light.
Yeah.
Specific. Give it time. There's plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards to come out. But right now, Abasai does seem to be kind of.
Because then he could
locked up
SP
here.
and then he would be able to summon that big boss monster, right? Because he would have enough unique names, right?
Yeah, so Aaron's just explaining here that at the end of the turn, when this Blue Eyes Ultimate goes away due to the original Spirit Dragon's effect, it can float back into Spirit Dragon. Or like really any light, I should say.
Well, the duelists are still going.
Yeah, he can go into Spirit, then summon Blue Eyes and get Maiden from the graveyard along with it, and he's just gonna go half. He's just gonna have a blast.
Attack over the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon because it's
If
strong enough.
only. I mean,
Oh, wait, here we-
5,000.
Oh, here we go.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
okay, so we got.
He has the names, or does he not?
He's counting, so we got Sleepy, Anguish.
I don't know how many times you gotta count, bro.
Darkblade.
Isn't he like 5?
Yeah, the Darkblade double.
He needs that one in the graveyard.
Gaddock, if it was
That
Goblin,
trap
was
card, that Majesty was
Huron, all those would've
clutch.
been enough.
That
Plenty of
Majesty
names out
saved
there
his life.
Probably still in the deck. Unfortunately, we weren't able to keep combos going because.
And then he can-
really
yeah.
The deck starts. There's so many starters. Darkblade,
Yeah.
great starter. Anguish, great starter. But if they're getting negated like this, nothing much is happening.
Now imagine if he runs a second Majesty though. He probably doesn't though. He probably doesn't.
This might be all she wrote. But
Yeah, that's a
Abasai's
wrap.
Going through all of his options here before he has to pass turn here. always worth taking.
It's so cool that Majesty is seeing plays. It's a cool, fun trap. It's a great trap,
I
man.
don't want to burn too much time. It is a
People used to run treacherous trap hole. This is.
reasonable pace of play.
Ooh.
Oh!
Way to get another memento name to the graveyard.
Shoot! But he can't special summon it this turn.
About whether or not Typhon is worth using, right? Because
That's fine.
It's a card that's usually your backup game plan, but in this, it's exactly the card he needs, able to remove that material and get that 5th name.
Almost forgot about Typhon. This is Typhon to lose, though. Let's be real here. He bounces it.
Spirit Dragon and took some damage there. I think Abasai was thinking that the Spirit Dragon has less defense than it does.
No, it is a big monster.
Wait, did he?
that is for sure.
Wait, what?
Chunky boy. It is worth noting that we have the.
Did he swing into it thinking he can kill it?
Dragon in the graveyard, but we're gonna bounce the trap card back to hand. Unfortunately, that does not destroy our monsters because it needs to be sent to the graveyard.
It's a mistake many duelists make because.
Oh my God, he is not reading the cards, bro.
Yeah, Typhon doesn't target. It can still affect that card.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put that.
Yeah,
back
Typhon
to the
doesn't target. He
graveyard.
doesn't have to target on decoration of effect.
They're just getting
Okay,
everything
this is-
straightened
okay,
out
that
there,
was
but
almost-
it
that was
is
almost a-
true. It's a gigantic monster. But
No, it's not JK because he just summons Blue Eyes off of this and he just beats over
We
it.
have plenty of Blue Eye Spirit Dragons.
He just has to kill him on the next turn, otherwise he's bringing out that
Interesting
big
thing
boy.
is here, we did get the 5th name to the graveyard, but the only thing that could be special summoned with Combined Creations effect then would be an extra copy of Darkblade, and that's not necessarily going to help unless he uses the on-summon effect in order to destroy a spell or trap. So he might be able to use it to get rid of True Light, but that's a lot of setup, and he doesn't seem to have any hand.
And obviously, Aaron, like I said earlier, he still has that True Light, would still get some Blue Eyes, still get some Maiden of White.
And
But
phase.
he's not going to be activating the effect, it looks like. And just going to go straight into his standby phase.
Why would you not activate the effect? Just get more value.
Here.
I don't.
Main phase, I'll activate True Light to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand or graveyard.
He literally could have did that last turn.
You're right that it's interesting he didn't do that on the last thing. He might want to just wanted to wait, maybe not hurry up too much, but with no cards in the hand, there wasn't too much risk there. We do have a small update, though. There was a procedural error minor to Abasai, of course, for using the Typhon to try to bounce the trap card. So, you know, that is not one of the options you can do with Typhon.
Only monsters.
Yeah, only monsters.
Maiden of White to special summon a level 1 Light Tuner or a Blue Eyes.
Ooh, very heads up play from Aaron.
Okay.
He's using his own Mausoleum of White to trigger his Maiden of White's targeting
Yep.
effect to summon another monster to the field.
So he'll probably get the, yep.
And it's crazy that that doesn't even target, too. You just get to bring it out, whatever it is you end up needing.
100%.
Sends him the
Now
Blue
we're
Eyes to
gonna
the
use that again
graveyard.
search for it.
You were right, by the way. Multiple arts.
Yes, that's a true Blue Eyes fan right there. Showcasing all the really cool ways this card comes out. That's the original Legends of Blue Eyes.
He's
artwork
dead.
right there.
So I guess Aaron's answered the question. What's your favorite artwork for Blue Eyes White Dragon?
He's
Oh,
dead because
Blue
he
Eyes.
if he makes a tyrant,
No Blue Eyes. Is
he
bad.
just reborn. He just brings back his Majesty, and it's like a wrap.
Could be a 4th one, but Grandpa might need some tape for that.
But he's probably gonna die off it. If he brings tyrant out, he just loses, right? No, he doesn't lose. If all he brings out is tyrant, he's like Abasai still wins. I mean, it's still alive.
Is trying to figure out what he wants to do next.
It is worth noting that normally Typhon's really good against
Maybe
the attack
SPs.
monsters as he turns up all their
SP
effects. But
just kills him.
Blue Eyes doesn't have any effects anyway.
SP banish.
Goodness, I mean, a powerful monster, you're right, but power that high can't have an effect. That'd be crazy to have a 3.
Well, actually, no, because he can't attack this when he does
How
that.
about having 2 with
No.
effects?
Oh, here we go.
This is definitely enough damage for Aaron to win this turn.
Yep, there we go.
That's 100 damage.
I think he might have 3,900, so he may be
38.
holding on.
Yeah, it's not
I see,
enough.
I see.
So he's got just enough for a premature burial to make him feel great.
Yes. Going to be going into another level 9 synchro, it looks like.
He may have.
This could kind of clinch it down.
He may have
here.
screwed
So
up,
we're going to
guys.
Another Blue Eye Spirit Dragon.
He may have
No
screwed up.
cards at all for Abasai, so it's all about whatever he draws next.
See, I would have made.
Going back to
I
Aphmau
would have
turn,
tried to set up
Graveyard is now full of
a
momentum.
copy of
What was that?
I would have set up recurring a trap.
I think it was a Sleepy. If it was an Anguish, that would have been crazy. But that little splash of purple and green. tells me
Nah,
this
dude,
duel
he
is
lost it.
over.
He
So Aaron takes
he threw that one.
the winner game 1.
Yeah,
I think he may have thrown that one, guys.
Aaron being able to summon out that ultimate Spirit Dragon and just
He
really
did
turn
not-
off Abasai's options. His hand was kind of stacked of memento nays after resolving that Foolos, but it was not.
I don't
enough to
understand.
fight
Like he
the
could
Blue Eyes
have.
forward.
Well, the silver lining for Abasai is
I don't
actually
get
the
it.
life points didn't make
I don't know what
that much of a
happened.
difference. He
I
had
don't know
that
what happened,
easy
chat.
because he just had no more resources. So
Right.
whether or not he had 800 life points or more, even more from not attacking into the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, all's well that ends well, but now he's going to get a chance to go first, and this could be crazy.
Yeah,
because he
Aaron
got
should have
to go
won
first
that.
the last time, and it didn't make that much of a difference overall.
It was worth noting, by the way, too, that if that Maiden was in attack mode, it had 800 attack points, so it could have gone for game because of the Mausoleum of White.
Oh, that's
what
right.
I was thinking of. I thought it was in attack mode.
Oh, you're right. If it was in attack mode, wow,
Yeah,
that would have been so heads up.
that
I
was a
guess he
flub,
just tried to
guys.
play it nice and safe
He did
and
use
keep
Mausoleum on the
You
Maiden.
always summon in defense mode usually. And
You have to always be
most of the time
thinking of
it's
stuff
not
like that,
exactly
man.
3,800 life when you're
That
trying
was
to
a
target.
flub.
That's right.
Dang,
The
that
other thing,
sucks.
too, he may not have been able to
Actually, no,
activate
Aaron,
Mausoleum power up
Aaron
until
won
the
that.
end.
Oh, he won that, right?
So you're right, yeah.
How fun would that have been if he realized? He probably didn't even
The
think
opposite
about
side
it.
scoop?
That's fair, that's fair.
Because like, when do you
I
ever
thought
get
opposite.
the
Okay, okay.
Well, I
That
mean,
was
the
weird.
fate of the world depends on it, but it didn't for Aaron. He was able to get through the duel just fine.
Yeah.
So it's looking like what Abbassai
He
is
flubbed,
probably
but he
going to
still
do
won.
this
Okay,
game is
gotcha,
draw more
gotcha.
memento names in his opening hand versus his secondary
That
hand
was
he got
scary.
off
I
of.
was gonna be
True,
upset because
but
I
you
want
have to be
Blue
very
Eyes to win
careful with
too.
that, because imagine this series of memento names. You could have Akihiro.
Memento
and then you could have
names.
Sleepy, and then you could have Gaddock, and then you
Sure.
have Combined Creation. And
Memento.
That doesn't do anything.
Ooh,
That is
yeah.
not a hand of cards, and that's the thing that is so difficult to play about Memento. It has limitless potential, but it does have weird hands in the deck, and so anybody who plays this deck is a very skilled duelist. So Abbassai obviously getting 3-0 so far with Memento and a huge sea of players. He definitely can work this one back from the bottom.
But it was really awesome seeing some of those cards that he had
Favorite
in his deck.
Blue Eyes White Dragon art? I think it's the one from. No, I think my favorite Dark Magician one is from Dark Side Dimensions. I don't know what my favorite Blue Eyes one is actually.
There's an interesting situation that could come up. You could technically use it to clear off other
I don't think I
Memento
know which one my
names
favorite
to
Blue
allow
Eyes art
something
is.
like your Combined Creation to attack multiple times.
I always told myself if I wanted if I made a
Never
Blue
know,
Eyes deck,
weird
I
things come
wanted
up in the
one. I
Memento.
wanted
It's
like
such a
3
cool
different
combo deck with
arts.
a very high
Anyways.
ceiling of its potential, but you also have to be a good duelist to pilot it.
And from what I could see, Abbassai is piloting a pure version of Memento, but there are all kinds of versions out there,
Excuse
like
me.
Fiend Smith or even Goblin Biker Memento.
Oh, that's right. because
Goblin
Memento
Biker
Goblin, so it's just a
Memento.
goblin name, so you
Oi,
can use
oi,
things
oi,
like Goblin
what the
Biker,
heck?
Grand Breakout to go ahead and chase that one down.
Let's see if we see any fun text like that in game 2. Going to be going over to Abbassai and Aaron here. My assumption
Round
is that Abbassai's gonna
2.
choose to go first. Let's see how he opens up.
Fight!
Well, I'm seeing a lot of green. I think I do see a little jailbreak there, as well as Mimetotlan Fusion. I think a Triple Tactics talent, which will help him out quite a bit.
Dark Side Dimensions
But just
art.
the Gaddock, that's probably not the normal
Okay,
summon
maybe
you
I
start
was
with in
thinking
this
about
deck.
Dark Side Dimensions Blue Eyes. Let me see.
But we do have a Bone Party there, which could enable Gaddock to do some stuff later, but also just gives two
Eyes
other cards.
White.
Well, it depends on what Aaron has. Takes a look at his hand, but goes ahead and just gives the nod. So we are going into the deck. Now, I wonder if he goes
This is the one, right?
straight into the Anguish out of precaution, or if he's brave enough to do the Dark Blade. Looks like he's going to Anguish. No slight there, but he's just playing
No,
cautious,
this is.
so that if its effect gets negated.
I
at least
do
it's
like
something.
this one
Plus, I
though.
think he does have that Grand Breakout in
I
hand,
do
so
like
worst
this
comes to worst,
one.
He can always get a normal summon of Goblin later since he's
I think this is
concerned
what
with
I'm
normal
thinking
summon
of,
up
but
to
I
this
do
point.
like this one a
That is
lot.
true.
So there we see the Sleepy, like you said, going to be coming to his hand right now. Going to go straight into a Twin Dragon, maybe?
Yeah, that's the one. This is the one.
So, yep, it's fusion time.
This is the movie, right?
There we see Sleepy.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite one, to be
Dragon we
honest.
saw in game 1, but actually
That's the
resolved
dark
this
side
time.
one. Mm-hmm.
Twin Dragon approaches the field. Abbassai asking Aaron the age-old question. And
Ooh.
apparently we are going to resolve. All right.
Going to be adding 2 more names to our hand, and at this point, I feel like the Memento engine is up and running.
Does Memento run anything other than fusions, out of
The only thing that could
curiosity?
scare you now would be a Nibiru, the primal being.
Yeah.
So there we see the Sleepy coming back, and I believe we added
Sleepy.
Combined Creation and Tatsuno Toshigo to our hand. That can just let us keep going, but having the Gaddock already gone kind of makes Tatsuno a little bit worse because you don't get the free summon back off of it. The best you could probably send is like Goblin, or maybe just send Achihiron.
Wait, is it getting a
level 5
QCR print? Really?
Looks like we'll find out soon.
Dude, I wish I
You're
had
right that
money.
the options are limited, especially when you get this far into the combo.
I want to make
and
make
the
Blue
Seahorse
Eyes
shows
so
up
bad,
because-
man.
Oh, but it looks like instead.
Oh, we're going to go straight into a Link summon here?
Link?
Question mark?
Maybe.
Well, imagine
Link
using Tatsuno
Shokan.
Toshigo just as a free summon. We're going to go into the...
Fiend
wow,
Smith,
moving
are you
close to
kidding me,
heaven.
So we are
bro?
playing maybe a little bit of a Fiend Smith engine in this.
So boring!
To Requiem here, we've seen this before. We're going to use the effect to go into Engrave.
Everyone is doing it.
This was completely
All right,
hidden
whatever.
in the
Let him
last
finish his
duel, so I
combo.
wonder if this is a big surprise to
Anyways,
Cameron.
I wonder
Primite.
how big of a package it is that he's playing, because we didn't see it at all in game 1.
Yeah.
How much is loads right
But
now? It should be
the
going
whole
down,
combo
right?
is going. I mean, are we just
Okay, it's still
getting
hovering around the
memento effects in order to
60.
activate card effects from the hand and then draw extra cards?
That is true. A lot of the mementos do activate in hand, so you
And
can
then
get, like, a
barrel
3+1
is
off
like
this while
38.
unlocking a rank 6 play like Caesar.
Ah, it looks like we are
I'm
going to
going-
go ahead and do that.
You said the only thing he was afraid of was Nib, and this is an amazing engine to play.
Yep.
Play around
Wow,
Nib.
he actually had it.
Aaron knows that too, and he's like, well, I'm going to have to drop the rock now. And there we see the boy coming down.
He
tributing
got
all
the
physical
rock
cards in the field,
on
and
lock.
summoning
The
down
block
something that's
stay
300.
hot,
It's
bro.
gonna
Let's
be a nice, I
go.
think, 3,800
He's
attack,
so Dwayne
4,400
right now.
defense, 4,400 attack.
Comet cometh is only 2 ways to play, right?
And-
They have Nibiru, they don't play Nibiru. Ooh, now this is a very
Woohoo! Get rid of that Primite. Get rid of it.
The Maiden of White or the Primite Dragon Etherbarrel. There's so much advantage.
Oh,
to
that's
Dragon
too much.
Etherbarrel.
That's too much,
Sometimes
bro.
it's Maiden of White, so it looks like that's the one going away.
Yeah, because Maiden of Light gets you True Light, and True Light gets you every Blue Eyes card.
Everything. Oh my goodness. So, looks like Upasai off to a stronger
That
start.
sucks, man.
His field is well just
His
taking
hand
a
was
front
cracked.
Yeah, but now Apasai has the complete
Got the
confidence
rock
that he has
on lock.
full
The
on
block
coverage
stay
and
hot,
continuation.
man.
He
What the
saw this in his
heck?
hand. I think he still has not used his normal summon yet if he gets access to any more memento names in his hand. And I believe he has that combined creation technically online right now if he wants.
Yo, this is the end of Armageddon.
Could,
When you
but
hear
I think he might
Aerosmith
want
in
to
the
stack
background.
graveyard just a little bit more with the Creation King. Let's find out as he activates the fusion spell here.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Cards that are great.
That's when the rock comes down. That's when the meteor comes down, just smashes everything, kills the whole planet.
Now turning into memento.
Okay, he's still doing
Gadget.
stuff.
Then we're going to go Tatsu no Toshigo, and we're going to be fusing with the combined creation from hand.
Very cool, getting that.
Yeah, Maiden was the
almost
right
feels like
rip.
a few-
Yeah, it was either Maiden or the Primite,
Replica is in the
right?
graveyard. It's so easy to
And
throw a couple
so
of
you're
monsters
you're
back.
you're right about
And
that.
now that we have the Creation King, it's easy to load up the graveyard. And it's so well that it sets from the extra deck, including itself.
Big weakness
What a
about Primite
card.
Blue Eyes is
So
that
good.
Primite
Reminds
alone
me
doesn't
of
get
the
you
old
Blue Eyes
Blue Eyes
engine.
cards that got to send from the extra deck
You're
too,
right.
And just how much advantage those created. Yep, so they're going to be using the Gadget that we just put back into our deck to summon back out.
Plus, if you have a way of banishing Blue Eyes, then you kind of take it. You take out the engine. You kind of take it out.
It's always just nice having that in the grave as another.
Your
piece
goal
of
should be
creative
finding ways to
that
banish the
really
Blue
nice.
Eyes from the deck.
I feel like the only
It makes
memento
it
we
much
haven't
harder to
seen yet might
activate
be
their
the Memento
Primite
Trihorn Dragon.
dr-
Not every
drill
duel
beams.
selects it, so
Or
that's
Mace.
fine. Or Mace. Oh, you're right, Mace or Goblin actually. Okay, so there are still a few memento names.
There
to
are
play.
so many memento cards, and they're all really fun.
Actually,
They just make the deck so much
This
more
is why I
powerful
still
the more you
think
play.
Bestials are still really good because you just banish their Blue Eyes when they play it, and then they just run out of gas quickly. They only run 2.
All achieve the same
Some
power.
run 1 for some
It's
dumb
a
reason.
weird deck. Like it's really nebulous to try
But
to
yeah.
what is he doing? He's just destroying his own
Running
card,
2.
And then you just see the advantage. That
I
this
still
puts
think you
out.
run
As long as
Bestials.
you don't interrupt it, it keeps on stacking cards onto the field.
Yep, and there we see the field spell.
My
Memento
current
Big
TCG
Bond.
branded deck does not
We're
run a
actually
lot of
the main
Bestials,
toggle
though.
for this archetype here.
Unfortunately.
And he's
I
debating
wish I could.
using the fusion again.
I don't have the room to run it and not take out other stuff.
I think he's going to banish a destroy. So goodbye, Creation King. And let's see what we say hello to.
Well, Banishing Maiden is better because Roar can special from Banishment.
We're just gonna be adding back a fusion, so that way we have one for potentially next turn.
Yeah, but they only run 1 Roar.
No, we've seen some crazy stuff cooked up with.
But they run
Memento decks
3
in terms of
Maiden, you know what I
fusions
mean?
Because Memento Fusion is such a strong card.
They only
I've
run
seen
one-
people pull out, like, El
run
Shaddai
one
window, and
roar.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, because they're all different types as well, right? Like they all have all these different kinds of ways.
Because you banish the Blue Eyes, then you know in your head the only thing they can do to bring it back is a Roar.
That's always the
So you just
biggest
focus on
culprit,
stopping
like
the
a quick,
Roar.
Fusion spell.
Oh, definitely. Being able to destroy maybe.
I
one
run
or two
3
cards
Blue Eyes
from the
White
field
Dragon.
as
Well,
well,
you're
so
you're
it's
like
a wish.
There's that great
you're
rare
not
we're talking about
the
where
common
unlocking
player
the
at all.
last memento name we haven't seen yet, Goblin, or maybe getting a.
I would suggest you
know, a
don't do
regular
that.
Goblin by
I don't
card.
think you
Who
should
knows?
run
He has that
alternate
we don't know.
alternate
Was thinking about
and 3
triggering
Blue
that
Eyes
too,
White Dragon.
but
That's too
Token's
much.
still got a lot of stats on
If
it,
you're
so
running
I don't
this
wanna give
build,
her
if you're
that.
running
So
like a more
goodbye,
classic
Goblin,
build, then sure, why not?
and hello,
It's not as
Goblin.
good, but whatever. Do what you want.
I can't believe you were able to read.
What's up,
that Aaron
Engie?
was like, Nibiru's all he needs here. But then Abasai's like, you know what? I
What's up,
think you might have
clone?
Nibiru. Let me force him to use it.
Wow, he's still able to
It
do
just
stuff. That's
really,
crazy.
like, it shows you what that Fiendsmith and
Did you
Graves
say
were
you're gonna
doing.
watch
They
another
tried to
vid?
force the opponent into a situation what they had to
We're
do.
gonna be doing
They
this
forced your
stream, and then we're gonna
opponent
take a
to
short
play their
break,
best
and then
card,
we're
and
gonna
that's exactly what
play
you want.
Honkai
So
Star
play
Rail.
even better cards.
100%. And it's looking like we're
I
gonna
don't care,
see
Lamau,
the
clearly.
Hero on here, and the Mace. There's the other name we were talking about.
I was thinking about
Full
maybe
stacked grave of
reacting
Memento-
to one of
Mementos here.
Joe's
And
videos.
if we get the
There was like a
combined
video
creation
about
of
the
field, being
SAG-AFTRA
able to
thing.
add,
Maybe we can
you
learn
know,
something.
The
Oh, I thought you said you found a Yu-Gi-Oh video. Did I?
With the anguish from the graveyard, special summon, and then you could add
I don't know if I
Hero
said that.
Goblin in order to prevent targeting. Or you
I
could
did
add
recall
Rhys
saying
from
I
the
was
hand,
watching
being able to exchange
Jesse
apart
Cotton
as
play
quickly as
a Ordeon deck. That seemed pretty fun. Pretty interesting.
Is just Aether Barrel pretty much at this point, and Abbasside's like, I can handle
He
that.
still can go into that?
And there we see a Mega Link summon, it looks like, into Fiendsmith sequence. Going to be turning on, I believe, some more cards from that part of our
The
deck.
heck? Bro, stop!
Fiendsmith's
so broken.
Fusions are in
I
this
think,
deck, so we're
honestly,
returning
I wouldn't even ban anything from the Fiendsmith engine.
the Moon of the Closed Heaven.
I genuinely would not ban anything from the Fiendsmith engine. I would just get rid of Closed Moon of the Heaven. I would just ban Closed Moon. Straight up.
Again, very helpful.
If you don't play a bunch of light fiends in your decks to make it, then you shouldn't be playing it. You shouldn't have access to it. It's not fair.
That's just as interesting. Very creative.
Yeah, Fiendsmith sequence can summon all kinds of Fiend fusion monsters.
That's literally the only thing I would do to, because I don't mind really strong engines. I don't like how it could be played in everyone in your grandmother's deck.
Right, so I did see that Guardian Chimera at the top, but
Only
the
thing I would do is
we
ban
get to see that
Moon of the
too.
Closed
We've
Heaven.
got an SP
Is
Little
it?
Knight here.
Very exciting. These are some really fun cards coming out of the Abbasside here.
I still think it would be super versatile and broken, but it wouldn't be able to be played by anyone just because they can breathe.
Creation King there.
If he
Possibly to set up
breathes, he can
against
play
Blood by the Grave.
Fiendsmith. Nah, I'm not
Yeah,
about
maybe
it.
stop it from doing other things, because we know that's in
Fiendsmith is fine, just too accessible.
There we see
Exactly.
Creation King coming down.
Shuffle 5 back.
They can access it because Closed Moon is too versatile.
Resource loop is just absolutely incredible.
No
To an
one
extent where
uses
just
Moon of the
making
Closed
sure to
Heaven
play it because you're never
the
done
way
with
it's supposed to be
100%.
used.
Like all those cards he dumped into his deck.
No one ever
back
uses it
into
for
his
the
deck
reason
when he
why it
comes
was
in
made.
On his next turn.
The loop continues, but now it's Aaron's turn to play. He does have that Primate Dragon Ether Barrel, but looks like gonna take a look at the graveyard real fast.
I'd say the most important thing.
You
in
bought
there is
two
that he has the
QCR
Graveyard for the
alternates,
next
so
turn, to put back
you
his
bet
own
your dual disc
Requiem.
I'm gonna buy
He
him.
has the mace that we know about in hand, I
You
believe.
play him?
so,
Well, I bought cards I
maybe
don't play all the
set
time
cards for
either.
Aaron. No, fusion. We know fusion.
You can play whatever you want for fun, but if you're trying to win an event,
Could be
you
a-
have to
that'll-
be
I bet
you
you're
have
really
to
sweet
think
see.
about those things. Sure, no, even the locals. You know what I mean?
Just hit the
Locals,
trap
you can
card now.
try
He's
stuff
got
at least for
Armor to interact
fun,
with.
but still.
Oh, he's gonna use it to special summon Sleepy.
I'd ban Moon and Lurie.
All right, yep, like you said, targeting.
I wouldn't.
So again, for those at home who don't have the matchup,
No, I wouldn't ban.
whenever you activate
I wouldn't
a
ban
monster
Lurie
effectively,
immediately
combined
yet,
creation can go ahead and special summon a matchup from your
because
graveyard.
at least
Followed
they're
by Rhys,
doing
still
it
get done,
through
go ahead and
the
banish.
Starting Engraver to get tracked,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so
which you can
I was gonna say,
droll,
like,
and then you still
Burpmake
shut
can
off the
summon
engine.
another beast from the graveyard, so you can just
But
chop
the
off
way it
the
is right
down
now,
and
you
have
could do
Sleepy dodge
everything
the
right,
grave.
use 3 to 4 hand traps, and then they get 2 monsters out, and then the Fiendsmith engine still happens. That's not fair.
That's definitely a very good.
That's my
try
personal
there.
opinion.
I'm sorry, he summons from
That's not
banish,
fair.
regular
If
Chimera
I
summon.
expertly play 4 to 3 hand traps on you on your turn, 3 to 4 hand traps, and I do it correctly,
Is Creation King a fiend?
then you shouldn't be able to go into Fiendsmith. That's
Might
not
be able to
fair.
summon anything, but I could be wrong.
Because then that means my 3-4 cards did nothing, and now I have 1 card in my hand, possibly 2 on the draw. Possibly no, just 2, and you have plenty of cards to like stop the 2, and you just win automatically.
Go ahead and target
I don't
Mementos
think
on
that's
either
right.
side of the field.
Oh, monsters. Sorry, monsters specifically.
It's cards he controls. Uh-oh.
Right, he destroys his own monsters.
I don't mind them having Lurie, but they can't have Moon and Lurie.
But it shows you how versatile Creation King is. Obviously, you want to destroy your own Memento cards, and Memento Mictlan has that effect that you can target one of those destroyed cards and then special summon one with a lower level. That can be huge.
Because even if they summon the Lurie, you can like pop it or get rid of it or bounce it or something.
And we got Akihiron coming back too because Creation King was destroyed. And now that because Lord is a continuous spell and it gets destroyed, it won't be able to resolve its effect.
Well, Aaron's still not throwing in the towel yet. He's 1 game up, so he doesn't have too much to fear. Going to go ahead and swap out into a Link summon here of Spirit with Eyes of Blue.
Yeah, we still don't know the card that Aaron drew for turn. It could be a way for him to keep extending into his Blue Eyes plays, but
Yeah.
we just see him
Does he have
going
a
for
droplet?
summon to search for Mausoleum.
No, doesn't.
Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and use Memento the Bone Party.
Yep, that was the other card that Abbasside had in hand. He's going to be destroying his
He
Akihiron and
has
summoning
an
out
IP. He has an SP there too. So.
So you got to wonder if he's going to go search for Mace from the deck in order to steal the Spirit with Eyes of Blue before anything happens here.
He could also, because I think we already has Mace in hand, he could just search for follow-up for the next turn, too.
Oh, that is true, true. Or you could do inside targeting with the Goblin.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could
This deck just has so many things to do in it. Like, at any moment, you could just do a million different
How long are you
things,
planning to keep on
so-
streaming? I kind of don't know, Lucky Dog. We've been streaming for 2 hours already. I didn't even notice.
I think Goblin could be a really good one here. Like
We might do it for another hour. Because I do want to go into Honkai Star Rail for the rest of the day.
Going to survive this, and it's true that Aaron only really has Nibiru, the Primal Being, and
I'm just gonna want to take a little bit of a break first, so I can like get some air
If we do something like Sage,
and stuff
could
like
be
that.
super huge right here.
Anything on resolution? Or is chain 2?
all right. So I think we are going to go ahead and flip over.
Okay.
You think this is the Guardian Chimera? He's taking a look at his hand.
Oh, does this deck?
Yes,
This deck
this
runs
deck
Guardian
Fusion,
Chimera.
Yeah.
And this field spell represents a lot of advantage for Aaron, and at the very least represents a Blue Eyes White Dragon that he could get back with Spirit.
But he did discard the Mace, so he is going to take the Spirit with Eyes of Blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it achieves the same thing, but it gets rid of less resources from Opposite's end.
Oh, now it's fusion time.
Going to be fusing
Guardian
the
Chimera.
Sleepy, his opponent's Spirit Dragon, and his own Anguish. This is probably going to go into the Guardian Chimera. There we see it. First we saw Bifferman, now we see Chimera.
Destroy 1, draw 2. This is Yugi versus Kaiba, just in a very unusual way to get there.
To increase Nibiru's attack.
Does Yugi play Guardian Chimera?
Guardian Chimera to pop 2 and draw 1. Yes.
Yep, and now there's no Mausoleum of White additional normal, and there's no Nibiru in play. I don't know how Aaron can extend from here.
Jet Dragon activates in hand.
Oh, that's right.
One way to do it.
He did have that.
That
Jet
is
Dragon.
true.
So a lot of duelists have been cutting this from their deck.
Spirit
because
Airlines.
they get stuff done, but with
Let's
a lot of
go.
destruction decks still in the format, not just Memento. You can do Fire King. This is a really heads up.
So he can attack
get more bounce to the
and
axe.
bounce something.
Attack on FP Little Knight and
I think it's just a clarification here on how Jet Dragon was summoned.
It would be from the hand.
Yep, and now we're in battle phase here. Going to be declaring an attack on SP Little Knight, and then in the damage step, we can choose to bounce a card back to the opponent's hand if we so wish. But I think they're just getting clarification on how Jet Dragon hit the board. To my knowledge, it was properly summoned, right?
Yeah, it's a weird card, but it just.
Yeah, some people don't run Jet, man.
Which I believe
Jet's kind of nice.
Destroy, and when you have Blue Eyes White Dragon, oh, but you know, it could be a miss the timing issue. Maybe
Oh,
that's
is it a
worth
win?
checking. It might be. Let me take a quick look on Yu-Gi-Oh! Neuron.
Let's see. Chimera resolves on a new chain as it's summoned.
It's a new chain, right?
Nibiru was already given the attack points from Mausoleum. But because he draws a card as well, is that maybe what it is?
No, that
Jet
happens at the
Dragon
same
is
time.
If a card on
Yeah,
the field
so-
is destroyed, so
okay.
it should be okay.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is. It's just making sure everything is above
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, and so here I think we see the attack resolving because he's trying to put the Guardian Chimera back. Or was Guardian Chimera able to activate its ability? Because it was summoned off a spell card, so of course, right?
Yeah, it should be.
I know sometimes if you summon it off like a monster effect, for example, back in the Predaplant days, it wouldn't get to activate. But we're not doing that. We're doing that with fusion spells, so I think we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume so, but we'll get an update here from our judges shortly if it ends up going into anything weird. But if not, play will just continue. Still plenty of time on the clock, and of course our players will get a time extension if there is a ruling issue.
Yeah, and this is a super heads-up play from Aaron. Like you said, this Jet Dragon
Yeah.
is not only a really good way to answer destruction effects, but it's a really good way for outing problematic boards. It's one of the few cards that by itself can just answer a Rhys detonator because it
Definitely don't
activates
sleep
in the
on
damage
Jet.
step, and it
I don't.
bounces as
I
a
don't run
slip
it all the
does not
time,
destroy
but
it.
I do like it. It can be a very annoying card to out because it keeps on coming back.
Just making sure. I don't know what our judges are reviewing at the moment, but I imagine they're just trying to get a clarification on where the game should go. I don't personally notice any mistakes. here
Yu-Gi-Oh!
yet, but
Digital Games,
obviously I'm not
Yu-Gi-Oh!
over there. I
Early
don't see anything
Days
they see.
Collection. I haven't gotten that yet. This is during the damage step too. If he's able to bounce it, so I don't know if he'd be able to
Actually, that could be a
respond if
question
he had
as to
something in
what
the
legal
graveyard
targets he had
anyway.
available to himself for fusion summoning.
Possibly, but I mean everything seemed right so
And he
far.
knew he had
where
the
this may be going.
this thing is
But imagine
he
if
knew
this
he
was
had
here, I mean,
the
Jet
card.
Dragon attacking the SP Little Knight.
He knew he had Jet. So why did he
If
let him
you're right,
activate
go
the
ahead and bounce
why
it.
did he
Of
let
the
him
two cards,
activate
which
it?
would you bounce back? Would you try to risk putting back?
Oh, it looks like we are going to be rewinding the game state, actually. Going to be
Okay.
going back to before the Guardian Chimera was summoned. So my assumption is
The Chimera was illegal because Spirit with Eyes of Blue is on the field.
You can't
Oh! You're...
So it's a full
He has the spirit. He can't special summon Guardian because you're locked into dragons.
But our judges are so smart. They remembered that Sage with Eyes of Blue does.
Oh! He screwed himself.
It doesn't matter if you summoned it yourself. If it's on your field, you're locked into dragons. We've actually seen Blue Eyes players play things.
Whoa! What a misplay!
Use it for themselves. So they
Oh,
can
no!
give their opponents a spirit, and then
That's why he should have just popped the spirit or popped the field spell way in advance if he was going to go into Guardian Chimera.
Ended up picking the Nibiru the Primal Being instead.
If he picked Nibiru, he would have done it. He would have won.
Of the Chimera in order to clear that. But it's just one of those things. I mean, this is, again, a very wide open format. You can't.
I totally forgot about that.
Best, but here we are.
Oh, we're talking about situations that, like,
Especially because I was planning on using Spirit of Eyes of Blue in a Blue Eyes deck to create, because you can use it as a lock with Sanctifier Dragon. You can do that if you set the deck up to do it.
Worse for Aaron here because now he has no way to summon Jet Dragon.
Wait, how did Spirit get on his field? He stole it with a spell card.
And so Aaron probably would have preferred that he got to summon that.
He stole it so he couldn't tribute it to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. His plan was to also get rid of it to make something.
The combined creation with a low
I would leave that. I would leave that Spirit on the field, bro.
Yeah, it can. All right, so it looks like we're going in. So we are going to use
I would leave that Spirit on the field.
White Dragon to power that Nibiru the Primal Being up to a whopping 3,800.
I will leave that Spirit on the field. He cannot special summon anymore.
And what's
Holy macaroni.
The card may be destroyed shortly on the field.
That is true.
Just attack the Little Knight.
So we are still going to battle phase, and like you said, we're going to have 38 attack 16. That'll deal 2,200 damage over to Abyssai, bringing him down to 58.
So now we have to worry about time. There's only 13 minutes left.
Like I mentioned, weirdly, this might be a better outcome for Abyssai because he even knew that Aaron had access to that Jet Dragon that he saw earlier.
He did. I think it reminded him. But it does get. He gets the Jet Dragon anyway because he gets this.
Battle phase here, and you know what? We could actually know what I lied completely. This is so much better for Aaron now because you can have Jet Dragon attack the Anguish and then bounce the combined creation.
Yeah.
Gets rid of it without
Yo, let's go. Spirit Airlines. Let's go.
I mean, there is Twin Dragon.
There is Twin Dragon,
but that's probably not good enough because I don't know because you can't summon that with Sage.
So don't attack the Spirit.
True.
It wouldn't solve his immediate problem.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and bounce some cards here.
Yeah, but I believe our attack target is Anguish, and we're going to be bouncing back the combined creation to Abyssai's hand. And here we go. Aaron has done a successful job of outing Abyssai's board.
Perfect. Now he can't resummon. Now he can't resummon that monster he bounced because Spirit's on the board. He'll have to kill it. But he can't link it off because he has to link it into a dragon.
It's based on the original Thunder Twin Dragon. They're not dragons, they're thunders. You're totally
Let's go. He locked himself.
But wow, just what an interesting
Yo!
shows you that
And now
wide open dueling field with some
he links off into SP Little Knight.
Speaking of which, we're going to bring out SP Little Knight, and he's going to get his Spirit with Eyes of Blue back.
Wait.
Because Mace is only until end of turn, right?
Mm-hmm. A very change of hearty card there.
I always forget. I've never actually resolved.
Wait, what?
Spirit with Eyes of Blue, but is it a quick effect?
No, it's you only are going to be able to attribute that as an ignition effect.
Hold on.
Dragon during his opponent's turn.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Hold on. I don't like
There
this.
are a lot of cards that do that, but they aren't in the.
I know he liked this. I know he wanted it back, but I would have left that shit on the board. I would have left.
Right, because after the Blue Eyes.
Oh, dude, he had him locked. He would be forced to swing.
But we are not going to be able to bring out the Guardian Chimera because there's no monsters on the field.
Yeah, and I believe Memento is main phase only. They just clarified that.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so just a little bit of a duel that kind of, we had to work out the kinks, but I think we're back to legal now.
Yeah, Abyssai's maybe feeling that.
I think he just wanted to get the Jet in the graveyard. He just wanted Jet in the graveyard, so if something does get destroyed, he can bring it back again and do another bounce, which is totally fair. So he has 2 interruptions off of this. It's just that Jet Dragon. I mean, it's just that the Spirit Dragon is so weak. It gets popped. So SP and another Jet.
Coming back out because it'll activate whenever stuff is destroyed.
And there goes the Fiendsmith.
Absolutely there. And with so
he's going into Fiendsmith to try to get the SP off the board.
How Memento doesn't have a lot of room for non-engine cards. You know, I haven't seen a lot of Memento Bestial builds, and you just don't have the room for it.
So he's trying to bait out the
Real good
SP
right now.
and then
We got that Engraver coming back here on resolution, on activation of
banish
Requiem
and then banish.
to equip. We're going to use SP Little Knight, banishing our own spirit and targeting
Fair.
the Fiend.
So it can't get hit for an attack. That's fair.
So we are going to be issuing a procedural error minor to Abasai, of course, for activating the fusion in the wrong phase. If you're not familiar with the tournament policy guidelines, it only is a warning, so there's not going to be any game loss penalties here, as long as it's not a repetitive mistake, and that's always up to the head judge's discretion anyway.
Yeah.
Abasai's debating if he wants to chain, I believe, this fusion to kind of dodge this SP banish.
Okay.
Seems like we're doing it. So,
So is he
maybe,
making?
Guardian Chimera,
Guardian
but a
Chimera.
different order here, so two
So
from the
pop
hand,
1,
from
draw
the field.
2.
And because SP's already used its effect,
And
it's not gonna
this
be able
is
to dodge
why
this
I
destruction.
wanted him to keep the Spirit Dragon on the board, because then, in order for him to get rid of it, he would have had to like swing into something,
Yeah, SP needs
take
to banish both
damage.
cards.
Then he loses his main phase 1, which
Those
means he can't
targets.
attack at least.
Engraver. So Chimera effect to pop 1 and draw 2? Yes.
Gonna be popping one.
So
and
now he
drawing
draws
cards.
2?
That's really awesome.
That
on
feels pretty
Now
good.
he draws 2, he
Abasai's
can
turn.
win now.
Infinite permanence.
That
and
really
didn't
sucks.
Quite catch
I think it
the
was a
last one.
goblin.
I would have
I think it
kept,
was
see,
Goblin.
I would have kept that Spirit
Might
Dragon.
be Darkblade,
I would have kept
but
that
still
Spirit Dragon
feels
on his
good for
board.
sure.
There we see the destruction of Muslim and White. We're going to be activating Blue Eyes Jet Dragon in the grave to summon back because the card was destroyed, but we have Blue Eyes in the grave. This is what Blue Eyes in the grave
Nah,
doing.
that's not enough
Prime
because
game. All of that stuff repeats.
that's
every
not
single time.
enough because he
Jet
has
Dragon definitely is a long haul card. I certainly understand why duelists have been cutting it from their deck because it's hard to get it out. But once it's out, it
Nah,
gets
man.
a lot of mileage.
It's hard
This
to go
was
away.
probably a
Also, there's
wrong
lot of
decision
visuals
on the
for
Blue
format
Eyes
too,
player's
so a
part.
card like Jet Dragon, once it goes to the grave once,
I would have
it's never
kept it
coming
on the
back.
board
That's true.
But against this deck, like you said,
I would have
ain't
kept
no
it on his
visuals for what it
side,
looks
man.
like.
Because now he's
We'll
locked.
see
Technically, he's
if
locked
Aaron
into
is able to squeak out of this
into
duel, how far he
Dragons 2.
continues
I don't
to
know
go
if that
in the
matters,
tournament
but
because, again, there are
still.
a lot of Bistials in this format.
And like we saw, I think Abasai's choice to go for a lot of follow-up during Aaron's turn is going to be really paying off dividends here.
I will activate Droll and Lockbird.
Oh, and the
Ooh.
card that Aaron drew for turn that we did not know about was Droll and
Sick.
Lockbird, which now will shut off all of Aaron's ways to keep adding cards to his hand. So even though he put back the Twin Dragon, it won't do anything. He's probably just going to go ahead and try to go for that combined creation here and get some damage through.
You're going to
Yeah.
have to at some point, but it is difficult because that Jet Dragon could get recycled and recycled and recycled.
Does Jet Dragon need to attack to bounce? I think it does.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. It actually does it in damage calculation, so it not only has to attack, it has to connect.
100%. Okay. I was like, is it if it battles? No, it's only if it. It's only
Yeah, that
if it
drill was
attacks.
crisp. That drill was crazy.
So there we see the effect of Mace coming down, going to be replacing the Anguish, and then we have the Field Spell effect.
He's still looking okay,
we're
but
gonna be
it would look a
chaining
lot better if
After Huron did that to summon as well.
the Spirit was on Abasai's board. He wouldn't even be able to do
Field
any
spell's
of what
gonna
he's
get
doing
Goblin.
right now,
There,
which is
look at
why I
all
don't
those names.
understand why he tried to get it back, unless
I mean, if you
the
want to make
spell
a cleanse
card
of
gives it
Apple's
back
though,
during
that
the end
certainly
phase.
could,
I
but
might be
Forbidden
missing
One
that.
List probably says
The spell card he
otherwise.
used to get it back.
I mean, Abasai
I mean,
making
to
a
steal
big
it in the
deal
first
out of
place
saying that
probably
his,
gave it back
level
during the
9 or
end
higher
phase. I
Mementos
totally
can
forgot
attack
about
directly.
that.
He might be trying to go for
There was
the
no
Anguish turn.
choice.
If
He had
you
no
get a
choice but to
combined
take it
creation in play
back.
plus a Creation King, that's more than enough damage.
No, there's certainly plenty of time
My bad,
left on the
guys.
clock.
I was
He's able to
wrong.
End his battle
He
phase.
couldn't- he didn't take it back.
victory
He
this
was forced
turn.
to because
And
of
they'll
the
still have
spell
about 3
card.
minutes to side deck and still have 3 or 4 minutes to duel, so it's actually a
The
good
Jet is
gambit
when it
to keep on
battles.
pushing through this game.
Yeah,
Plus
you're not
they
gonna know
have
every
time
card.
extensions that we don't know about. Who knows?
That's
When
fair.
it
We did
battles,
have
yeah.
some procedural reminders and stuff, so there actually may be some time extensions too.
So there we see the Gaddock. We're going to be adding back.
He
the
needs to make a
Graveyard
big.
specifically.
He needs
The
to find a way to
Anguish
get a
which
really
we
big
can't do.
attack
Droll does not
onto
stop
the.
I love those cards that have like an either-or effect, almost with Droll and Lockbird in mind.
Because he needs to kill the Spirit
How are we going to fusion summon Creation
with as
King from
much
this
damage as
position?
possible.
Well, we're going to go for Cross Sheep, so I
we're
think we have a
definitely
way.
fusing.
It's actually worth noting that he doesn't need to fusion summon right now because he's already pointing to a fusion monster.
Oh, that's true.
So all
you're
he has to do
right.
is summon, and then Cross Sheep will summon another monster. So he's going
I
to combine
see.
Creation, I imagine summon to a zone that Cross Sheep points to, and then get another summon of a monster.
Great resource management. That's exactly what he's doing here. Is he puts those
That
5
Chimera
mental monsters back
really
in the
helped
deck.
out
And
a
that could get
lot.
us our Sleepy if we have it still in
That
the graveyard,
Chimera
or
draw
not.
2 was amazing. That was a better Chimera than the one he was trying to go for the first time.
Cross Sheep does not need to summon to a zone it points to, right? It just needs to have a monster summon to a zone it points to?
I think so.
Okay, so I guess he just chose not to do that.
Let's look it up, guys. I think they're a little confused on Cross Sheep, to be honest.
Yes, Tatsu no Toshigo, I believe, can only have Memento monsters in play.
That is correct. And Cross Sheep, he's a friend of Memento, but he is not a Memento itself.
Oh, we had another fusion in hand. Okay, that's how we're going to fusion summon.
If a monster is special summoned
Okay,
to a
actually,
zone this card
we
points
had it
to.
all.
As you know, this deck, you can get almost lost in it because it is such a different, like, choose your own
Oh my
adventure.
God, is
Speaking of
that-
adventures, here's Aphmau Aku. We haven't seen
Aphmau
him in a
Aku,
while.
dude.
Yeah,
What
one
the
of the main
heck?
cards from Supreme Darkness.
I forgot
Aphmau
about
Aku, the
that
Lightless
card.
Shadow.
I'm not
And
gonna
there's
lie.
the Fiend, the Memento Goblin.
Yep.
He should be able to
And
banish the
then
Jet
used the link
Dragon.
to cross sheep to summon it. Very impressive.
He should be able to banish the Jet Dragon, right? Right? He
Yep,
should
so we're
be-
using fusion, summoning that, shuffling those two to get us our Creation King, and I believe that should be enough damage to go for game here. We don't have Creation King in the grave because we banished both of ours.
Oh, wow.
So
During the main phase, you can destroy one card in the field, banish this card.
Yes, so Memento Twin Dragon
Okay,
only
he can
requires 2
destroy-
Memento Counters, where Creation King requires 3. He sent too many materials.
Does he not want to? He should be able to destroy this.
So we might
this bad boy.
see, sort of a different path than we were expecting here. We're
Okay,
gonna
so we
set this
just
towards the
revealed that.
grave.
We're just reversing before he fusion summons, that way
I
he could do it
see.
all in one go versus just try to fix it
Wait,
in the moment.
during
Yeah,
your
you're right,
standby
that Alpha
phase?
side might be feeling a
Yikes, this
little
card is
nervous here.
stupid.
It's difficult to be up on the featured match stage.
can
Not
also draw
everybody
cards?
Gels with it the same way. He's doing a great job holding out in the duel, but maybe he just needs to take a little breather here to get back in the game.
I mean, like we said time and time again, Memento is one of the most complicated decks in this format because there are just so many
He's
different
running out of
options to
time
play
though. He
reversing
needs to. He
cards.
needs to get as much damage
Like
he
your
can, like
resources go to
very
the
very
banish,
soon.
to
In
the
the
extra
next
deck, to the
minute.
graveyard, back to the
He
deck,
ma-
all over the place. It can be hard to
It's
keep
quite
track of it all.
possible
It
he's
is a
slowing
very
down the.
non-linear
so
deck for
trying to
sure.
find
There's
a way
some
to
decks where they have,
manipulate
like,
the
one
time.
great combo, and that just rockets them to the top tables.
I don't
But
know.
Memento is
Probably
more
not.
about understanding the entirety of the deck. And
Probably
then
not.
pulling
This-
all
the
those
deck looks
different
kinda
paths whenever
complex.
the moment is right.
Yeah, and you can totally tell that Abasai was trying to go for a going for game line here.
Oh boy. Let's go.
All right, so it looks like it might be just a little bit as they go ahead and reconstruct that game state. Our judges are at the ready, but
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just gonna
that's right.
have to
They're
vibe here
gonna
for a
get
while,
an
but it shows you
extension.
how cool Memento is.
They're gonna get an
again,
extension
because
due to,
it is a
Judgment Rule.
nauseating level of card effects. There's so much stuff
Right.
you could do. But Blue Eye's doing a great job of holding it out, just like with these nice little one-for-one trades.
Oh, 100%. Basically, we're seeing a battle of the ultimate combo deck versus the ultimate grind deck. And as long as you can keep having that extra turn, Blue Eyes might come out
Grind
on
is
top.
better, I
and
think.
Memento may run out of steam, or at the very most, kind of misuse the amount of resources it has.
Certainly difficult to play. We haven't seen like the Primite Barrel Dragon loop, so if we go into the next duel, it'll be really interesting to see like if we can get that traditional classic Blue Eyes grind. But with only a few minutes left on the clock, there's not really a lot of time to actually grind the game out.
100%. I definitely think Abasai's his only focus right now is how can I go for a game, how can I do that as quickly as possible, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself and not doing everything properly.
And we do have slow play penalties in Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game. There's no penalty for playing too fast, but if you do play too fast, sometimes you get ahead of yourself. Maybe you miss up, something that you were intending to do.
Right, it's more of a personal risk rather than like a tournament risk.
Well, the other thing, too, is, I mean, this has been a heck of a day. As you know, after round 1 and between round 2, some of the duelists did have to congregate outside the venue. Don't worry, we were all safe. But it reminds you that this is a real experience. Those of you watching at home, it's like, just play the cards, right? But it is a very real human experience to be here and have to duel all day under the bright lights of the Battle City stage.
Oh, 100%.
Looks like we do have a little update for you, though. There's going to be a procedural error minor for the illegal activation of the fusion card, and the head judge is getting consulted for a possible upgrade. We did talk about that before, how when you activate the same card illegally, then that's when the head judge can come in. But it's their discretion. Again, it's not one of those things where like, oh, he made the mistake, let's go ahead and point. No, it's just everybody enforcing the rules to make sure this is a fun and fair tournament.
100%. It's not about, just calling out specific behaviors and going, that's wrong, but that one's okay. It's more about like, let's just take a whole look at everything that's happened and holistically decide what this should mean.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. I mean, having judged quite a bit in my day, it's an experience where you really have to understand where the duelists are coming from. Because, again, you might be at home, you might be like, oh, man, why are you doing that? But it's a much different thing to travel here, wake up, go ahead and sleeve up your deck, make sure everything is right. Everyone's cheering for you, you're doing great, and then there you are on the stage, and it's your moment. And well, everybody reacts to that moment differently, so we'll hear back from our head judge pretty soon.
100%. And if we're talking about, like, taking time, whether that's when you're dueling or when you're not, having the right kind of judge call is something you want to take your time with. And that's why we can have little breaks like this in the middle of the round to make sure that everything that's being done is happening for the right reasons and is the right response to whatever the actual behavior is.
Absolutely. Well, since we don't get to talk about this game for a second, we can always talk about all the other cool games that we saw from behind the scenes. I gotta say, man, the evenly matches. I know that like in the Temple of the King's deck and the Tomb Keeper's deck, it is so cool to see evenly matched because it's almost an in-archetype trap card. But evenly matched gets so much done this format. Just be like, all of that gone.
Especially like right now, given the current context of the format we're playing right now, where going first is so important. Most people are just trying to figure out, like, how can I protect my turn 1 combos? And evenly matched is like, I don't care what you do turn 1. I'm just going to get rid of all of it.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that you've got, you know, things like Metal Tronus in the format that are being used to have a different way to deal with cards that can't be destroyed, but, like, don't really care if destruction is in the thing. Yeah,
like, interact in a different way, while also being, like that card is both infinite impermanence and emergency teleport for some decks, which can be really funny for like, climbing up yourself. Like, I used it in Malice during our Team YCS event, and it turned into, like, so many free bodies for me that I could go straight into Link 3s and just win the game. It was so awesome. Well,
speaking of bodies, just as an update, we're not going to cut to the stage, but the head judge is on the stage, so we should have a resolution pretty soon. So you don't just have to hang out with us the entire time. We'll be right back in the duel once we get an update. But just some really cool stuff. And speaking of YCS Vegas, you know, I did enter some of the public events there, and it was really satisfying. If you are aware of the public events prize wall, there's actually just a bunch of different prizes that you could trade in for. And I got myself a little premiere mat that I earned in Vegas, but I claimed here. So even if you're here and you're like, oh, I really want something else.
See ya.
That's cool.
Oh, you gotta
Store
go,
your
Engie?
prize wall
All right, no
tickets and you
problem.
can
Oh,
actually
it's 10
redeem some of
p.m.
them. You did some
All right,
public
no
events,
problem.
right?
I did plenty
And
of
enjoy the
events.
rest
I
of your
did
night.
mostly, Time Wizard
Get some
events
good
for,
sleep.
April 2010, as well as Rivalry of the Warlords. Personally, my favorite one.
Oh, it's such a cool thing.
Said
If you haven't seen Rivalry of
Warlords.
the Warlords, it's everybody just gets a loaned out deck and it's random. You got Lyralusk, right?
Yeah, I got Lyralusk, and that's one of my favorite ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, which is to just show up with nothing and ask to borrow a deck that someone has, and then just play like in a local tournament. It's so much fun. You get to experience different kinds of Yu-Gi-Oh! That you yourself maybe have never thought about playing before. And in Rivalry, it's even better because everything's balanced for each other. I'm not playing like a Fiendsmith deck for the first time against like, you know, a Memento or a U-Bell deck for the first time. I'm playing a Lyralusk against Time Thieves, and we're just going to figure it out and see what's going on. So much fun.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a quick walkthrough with Jackie. Speaking of public events, you can actually see the whole duel and field out there.
All right, is this...
Everyone, I'm Jackie.
Oh, okay. Pre-recorded, I like it.
The convention center is packed. Tons of people
That
here.
high
Let's
camera
show you what
quality.
YCS has to offer. Come on. Outside of the competition, there are tons of
Ooh, that
public
Doom
events,
Dragon
like
looks crisp in the back.
Ultimate Time Wizard Tournament, where you can win this gigantic card.
No, I want one of
There's
those.
So many awesome events and awesome
I want it, man. Come on, man. Why you gotta be like that? Give me the blue eyes one.
Rivalry of Warlords, Attack of the Giant card, and Dragon Duel.
Attack
for
of the Giant card.
You can see people are registering behind us right
The
now
heck?
for these amazing public events. And if you want to take part, come on by. Join in on the fun.
Ding, 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 ding,
This
ding,
is the
ding,
main
ding.
stage where
Like
we
that
crown
background,
our
too.
YCS champion, and you see all of those intense
Wait, what's the
duels go
pricing
down.
for this?
Do not miss out on the action. Make sure you're watching.
Can
the
you feel the
stream
power?
all weekend long.
Can you feel it? Yeah, I feel
Got
it.
to see exactly what we were talking about. Man, Jackie is so tall. That giant card, it's a giant card, I
Oh,
promise
so
you.
Jackie is just straight up
also
that
a
tall. It's
giant
not just a
host.
camera.
Yeah, that's a normal size D-Mock in her
I
hands, I promise.
I want to
But
meet
it does
Jackie
show
just
you
so I
that
can
there's a lot
see
of things
how
to do here
how
other than
tall we
just
are.
participate in the main event. And there's all those great Time
I'm
Wizard
6'2".
tournaments. If you're one of those people who are just like,
I don't
man,
know how
back
tall
in
she
my
is.
day, I could show them.
It'd be
Your
fun.
day is now.
It'd be fun
This
to
Time
see.
Wizard is not a joke. You could show up with all of your favorite cards from 2010, whether you like that sort of mid-core synchro format. Maybe you love just activating Scapegoat. 2005 is really popular. The 2014 stuff, like the Reborn Tango.
I love the
stuff is
Arc V
starting to get
intro. I
popular,
haven't
too.
seen it
Oh
yet.
yeah, sound off in the comments and in the chat what your favorite alternate format of Yu-Gi-Oh is besides modern or advanced.
Oh yeah, there's so many different ways to play. And I really had a good time. The other thing, too, that nobody remembers is there's actually Duel Links tournaments and Master Duel tournaments, and the pricing for that
Really?
is insane.
Is
There's a
it now?
Gold Pride mat.
You
that
sure
they got
about
for
that?
Master Duel, and there's really cool Duel Links mat as well. But
I don't
speaking of
know. I've heard
prizes
people
from going here,
complaining.
why don't we take a look at the wonderful Winamats that we've got here? Because there's just so many cool stuff, right? Take a look at that. The Atlantean Fire King Winamat game mat. Oh, so neat.
Yeah,
Okay,
ever
so
since
you
round
get
3, a
this
lot of these
as
have been
part of
firing all
the
day, here
prizing?
today, and even more will fire tomorrow. And I bet you people are super excited to have these two really iconic decks from the past year and a half.
Wait, that was
just
the theme?
showcased in a really
The
beautiful
theme
way.
music?
Yeah,
That was the
every
background
time
music?
I get to see that
Makes
little
sense. I
animation
didn't even
Chronicle
know.
trailer, right? You get all of the water and the fire charging, a rivalry that has gone on for so long.
I want
It's just
classic
so neat
Yu-Gi-Oh
to see
music.
it.
I want
And
Duel
now
Monsters
you can immortalize
music
that
in the
battle by
background.
winning that game out.
Oh, it's
Can we
gorgeous.
get that?
And I've actually become a bigger fan of the Mermaid Azania deck as this format has gone on, and it's one that I'm looking to start playing
I want
as soon
that.
as this tournament's over.
I want that
I feel
song.
like this is like
What
the
was- is that the
time
Fang of Critias
of
music?
Fire and water, because
think it
water's
is.
been so strong historically, and then
I
fire
want
strong.
that in the background, man.
Finally,
That-
they are both strong
Yo,
at
that
the same
music
time.
from Duel
Also,
Monsters
we do have
is so
an update for all you guys waiting at home here.
like the
that
personality of the
unfortunately
OST
Aphmau
from
did
Duel Monsters
get a
is so
game loss
good, man.
Because of all the PE
I need
minors
that
he
back.
experienced, that was upgraded to a PE major, which gives him a game loss, and because he lost game 1, that means he loses the match, unfortunately.
So destiny has been changed. If you've got your Millennium Necklace, you may not have seen Blue Eyes win in that fashion, but that's exactly what happened here. We are going to go ahead and cut over to a bonus feature match, though, now. Just
Bonus
so you guys can see
feature
more gameplay
match.
action. So why don't we go and switch over to that?
Plenty of dueling action for you
Can
guys
we
to
get
enjoy.
branded, please? Probably not. We'll never get branded. No one wants to play Brandon anymore. Bestial Malice versus Rhys Fiendsmith. Yo, what is this music? What is this? I'm about to say, man. Like, what is that in the background, bro? Like, that white noise, man. That was crazy. Dun 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 dun. Yo, for real? I'm about to go look for some Yu-Gi-Oh music. Duel Monsters OST. Straight up, I'm about to look for some right now. Duel Monsters original soundtrack? This might be it. This might be it. Let me see. What is this? Bro, stop fooling around. I think this is the opening theme. Yeah. Okay. Just keep this on. Oh, Lord. I haven't heard this in forever, dude. Yes. Actually, that one. Let's skip it. Skip it. Well, I haven't heard this one before. Yes. I'm leaving it here. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. I love that orchestra, man. All right. Oh, we made it. Yeah, we got the Fiendsmith stuff out, and it looks like the Caesar. And now he's going into, gosh, man. Ridiculous. I wish I could get these cards because I wish I can get the cards only because it'd be nice to see, like, how to play in a way that, like, plays around hand traps. You know what I mean? Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. Let me know. Okay, we got the duo drive going into getting two Rhys cards from the deck. Usually you want to try to stop that, but I guess it's not happening. Yes, we all love this one. I'm looking at a comment in this video. Someone said, seriously, American kids missed out big time not growing up with this OST. I would have to agree. Passionate Duelist is cracked. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be even more intense if they use this music. I don't know why they made their own soundtrack for it. I do like the music for 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh! But like, I would have wanted Passionate Duelist at least. You know what I'm saying, guys? Right, come on, this is childhood. I mean, well, I never watched the Japanese version when I was a kid though, but still. When I first heard it, I was like, this is insane. Hear that percussion in the background, man? Someone's slapping the crap out of those drums, bro. It actually makes it more intense. I can see why they didn't use it. Now that I think about it, now I see why they didn't use it. Because the tone of it's too serious and it's too movie-like. It makes it feel more cinematic with this kind of soundtrack. And they were going for a more Saturday morning cartoon vibe, Saturday morning kids cartoon vibe, and this wasn't it. I can tell. I can see it now. That's why they didn't do it. Which, to be fair, they did so much editing and changing to it for English audiences back in the day that this music probably would have felt a little odd for people hearing it for the first time. That's probably what their concern was. I'm just gonna guess. Ooh, what's this? I don't even know what this is. This sounds beautiful. Oh, this sounds wonderful. What is this? The title is in Japanese. I don't know what this is. And you got Malice. Looks like they're not really saying anything, so it is what it is. It is what it is. By the way, once again, quick reminder, thank you everybody for watching the channel with me. We have 18 people watching on YouTube and Twitch. We are streaming on both platforms, so help like, comment, subscribe to help YouTube and Twitch Senpai notice me. I am a voice actor for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just watching the YCS in Houston, Texas, day one. We are going to move to a different game in a little bit, but if you want to support the channel, please consider following both channels. And if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! I do have a TCG player affiliate link. Buy your cards using that link on my Twitch channel or the pinned link above. Helps out greatly. Thank you so much. W, James. What's good? Oh, hold on. Let me like your YouTube stream real quick. Thank you. Do appreciate it. What's up, Sky? Why you say W? Why you say W? Uh-oh, he played Thrust. Oh, Ash! Get jammed. I don't think has an answer to that. Yeah, that looks like it's game. Well, now it's 1-1. Right? 1-1? Yeah, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. They use a lot of Duel Links music for these tournaments. Have you noticed it? Have you guys noticed that? Use a lot of Duel Links and Master Duel music. What is this? This music's kind of funny, to be honest. Skip. I like it though. I'm trying to get Fang of Critias, bro. Ooh, what's this? I like this one. This reminds me of the song they use at the beginning of every episode. I like this one. This is short though. I like this one a lot. The place on watch later. This one sounds fun. That's what I thought I was gonna do. But that one sounds cool. All right. Looks like we're going to game 3 here. Standard combo for the Malice. Nothing in particularly crazy that you haven't seen before. And I don't... Doesn't look like Justin has an answer right now. Or maybe he's just holding off. I don't know what he's waiting for because this is basically full gas. Yeah, I think he might be in danger. Oh, I think he has an Ash. He's looking for chain blocks. Noob! Should he have waited for the monster to get special summoned? Bro, did he misplay? Hold up. I'm not hearing anything. Bro, he just showed his hand. He's definitely gonna alter his play now, dude. I mean, now he knows there's a nib in his hand, so, like, what the heck? He's just gonna play around it. He's clearly trying to bait him into going into nib first, and then he's gonna go into Fiendsmith stuff or something, I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna go into after that. No, we'll get rid of this soundtrack. What is this? Ba -ba -ba. Get rid of it. I mean, you already showed the nib. What are you gonna do, buddy? Okay, this track sounds pretty good too. I love the motifs. I love the passionate duelist motif in this one. Now he's gonna continue playing stuff. Yes, he set like 4 cards. This makes you really feel like you're like experiencing like glimpses of Egypt. You know? Glimpses of a past life in ancient Egypt. Motifs are just so beautiful, yeah. It really helps with storytelling. It really helps with storytelling when you have motifs for different, when you have songs specifically for different characters. Because when you make new tracks, you can kind of allude to those character tracks in the song to help tell a story about what's going on, right? You can make a story in the music about like one character triumphing over another character, or over an emotional conflict by using the motifs in such a wonderful way. I love it. I'm not an expert in all this, obviously, but still, you can tell it makes you feel a certain way. And when you recognize it, it just makes you feel any better. Even better, I mean. Hear ye, hear ye. What is this? His Highness King Atem the Third. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel like we're summoning like the Queen of Hearts or something. You know what I mean, from like Alice in Wonderland? Long live the Queen! Medieval style music, yeah. See, he's still playing stuff. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm gonna pause this real quick. What is this music? This one sounds crisp. This is from the stream, actually. I set 5, and I end my turn. I want to see what he does. When do you think you're gonna do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, like voice actor duels again? Do you think we'll get that this year? Probably, right? I like this track. I like this track from Master Duel. I want to see Eric pull up with the new Blue Eye stuff. Dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yugi would get jammed. I don't think they have Kaiba versus Yugi for that one. I think they would probably have Kaiba versus someone else. I have a scenario for you. Kaiba creates a new device that allows him to transcend time and space to go to different dimensions, where he duels people or he duels different like duel monsters playing themed decks based off of them. Right? It'd be Kaiba versus Yu-Gi-Oh's Shining Sarcophagus deck or Solomon's Exodia deck. Possibly. No, because I would still want Yugi to play Dark Magician. Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe they should give, if they can give Albaz a voice, or if they give Sky Striker Ray a voice, and then he can play against the Sky Striker deck against Ray, or against the Albaz deck versus Albaz, since that's like a theme they're focusing on for the animations in recent memory. That'd be sick. And the story would be Kaiba makes like a new device where he can like go to different dimensions and play people, essentially. TLDR. I gotta go. This was fun to watch, so I'll be back later if your stream's still streaming. Yeah, man, no problem. We'd love to have you. Have a good day, Lucky. I need to make food. I should probably make food. And then, so I'll make food, and then I'll probably take a little bit of break to be an adult, and then restart, then do a new stream. It's probably the plan. I don't think I'll be streaming this all day anyways. We've been streaming this for 3 hours. What I'm probably gonna do is do one more round after this, and then we'll call it. So let me double check something. Master Duel OST is crisp, though. They did a great job. They did a really great job for that. Oh, Lucky has gone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like half paying attention to the stream, dude. Because it's like there's no commentary or like you can hear them talking or anything. Oh, this is a pre-recorded match anyways. You know what I mean? So Rhys, Fiendsmith. I mean, this is 1-1. 6 minutes left. I like at least that they're using this for like for breaking the commercials and stuff like that. I wonder what chat's saying. Is there any way I can see chat? Show chat. So why is it pre-recorded versus live? I don't know. They just don't have one ready, dude. The live match is over already. Draw impulse. Any sign of ban list yet? Anyone? No, no sign of ban list. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, 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 burr. That is music, bro. Okay, it might be a little bit too intense. Might be too intense, bro.
Hello and welcome back, everyone. We're here
Nice.
at YCS Houston. I can't believe we have 5 rounds in the books already. About to be. About to be. We're already here. The day is going on. We've seen some exciting duels, some awesome decks. I know one of the big things we were looking out for this weekend was the Tomb Keeper strategy out of Maze of the Master.
And we've seen so much of it already. It's actually really surprising to see.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of players are out there playing it. We had success leading into this tournament. It was kind of the decks to keep your eye on. But there's plenty of other decks that players brought here this weekend, all vying for a spot in that top cut and then eventually having that opportunity to win. But there were a bunch of duelists who started in this tournament, so let's go ahead and talk about that. We also have bounty duelists, all sorts of things going on this weekend. Asal, tell me about those bounty duelists.
We see first up Kamal already having 12 points. That means he is 4-0. Following up, we have Justin with 9 points. He is 3-1. Neil, unfortunately, 6 points. That's 2-2. Ryan also 2-2 with 6 points. Francisco holding it down with 9 points. That's 3-1. Israel also 12 points, 4-0. Dylan, 9 points. Blake, 9 points. Hector, 4 points. So he got a draw in there. And then Tavion also with 9 points at 3-1.
All right, see a lot of our bounty duelists still doing well, stacking up those packs, trying to get some awesome boosters along the way. I know a lot of people are out there trying to defeat them. When we started the day, we had over 1,400 players. That's right, 1,430 before you include the VIPs that joined in. And now there's only 88 remaining undefeated duelists as we, reached about the halfway mark of day 1 of YCS Houston. It's going to be exciting to see which one of these duelists, or which 32 of these duelists will make it to top cut before one is crowned YCS champion. It's going to be an exciting one for sure. And I think Jackie is standing at the stage already with our next feature match. So I'm going to let her take it away. And we're going to be able to meet our players for our round 5 feature match here at YCS Houston 2025. Take it away.
Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this chat.
We begin with the blue chair.
Let's
where
begin.
Paul Peel from Cincinnati,
So
Ohio,
I'll leave it
will
like
be
this.
seated.
I'll
His
leave it like
favorite
this.
animal, the capybara, because it's just
Capybara?
the best. His words. Now to the red chair, and we have Saul
This should've been
August
obvious,
from
right?
Atlanta, Georgia. His favorite animal is the owl
I know a
because he
friend
likes
that
Madolce
loves-
hoot cake. Fair. This is both players' first feature match. Let's duel. Back to the casters.
I know a person who literally loves capybaras.
All right,
Like,
thank you so
loves
much,
them.
Jackie. That's right. We have Paul taking on
Okay,
Saul.
Mermail
It's gonna
Lantia
be
versus Mermail
Lantian
and
up against
okay, Mermail
Beastial
Lantia, Beastial Malice.
Two
Yeah,
decks
there
that
we
a lot
go.
of players
Ugh.
expected to see this weekend, but we haven't got to see them on the main feature match stage just yet.
It'd be
But
crazy if
now we are
Mermail
going
wins,
to
right?
Have that exciting match.
I think the problem with Mermail is that it's
something.
it's not nearly a strong going second. You know what I mean?
Really awesome to see. Are you excited for this match?
It just
Saul?
really
I
isn't.
think this is the
really
dark
isn't.
horse of the entire format in Mermail Atlantean. One of the powerhouses, and I think at this point, a definite tier 1 strategy. It's
Maybe it is. I
one
don't
of
know.
the top 3
I'm
now
guessing,
best
yeah.
decks, just slightly less
I've played
popular
it
than the
against
Ryzes and
it
the
a few
Malice of the format.
times.
But if you're looking at the combo decks, you can say it's even more potent than the Malice strategy. But they both
Is
have
it?
their strengths. I think
Yeah.
it's just, if you had to go second against a strategy, I think you'd rather go second against Malice than you would against Mermail.
Yeah, the way that the Mermail Atlantean deck also plays into the Malice, like board interactions that they're going to have, It works out pretty well for the Mermail Atlantean player a lot of times, as long as they can navigate around something like Dimension Shifter. It can play through those interruptions. A lot of the Malice stuff interacts with cards on the field, banishing something from the field.
Oh yeah, doesn't Shifter
getting
just
something off the
destroy
field,
it?
But they have ways to just keep on extending from the hand.
Doesn't Shifter just
beyond that
Shifter
too.
just kill
so
Mermail?
This could be favored here for the Mermail.
Because they want to dump.
It feels like just
They
the
wanna
other day,
dump
you know, I
to
was
the
teaching
graveyard.
Abystias how to swim. You know, the Mermails were my like little pet deck, and everyone was telling me how, oh no, it's not that good, not that great. It's all about the Fire Fist. Now look at us, 25 years later, Mermail's still part of the meta. Where's the bear at? Who knows? Not here. That's the Fire Fist bear.
The format you're referring to, there are duelists playing here today that were not even born yet.
So it dates me, that is for sure. Yeah, I think the Dragon duels are about in that right age range for when the Mermail cards first came out. Back in, what, like 2013, I want to say?
2012. 2012.
That's even longer ago. But now they got new support here in Rage of the Abyss.
Kaizaki, what's good?
More new cards
What is
in
this?
Supreme Darkness as well.
We are watching
Poseidra, I think, was the defining factor
TCG,
that really pushed the deck
YCS,
over the edge.
Houston,
And
day
I
one,
think
watching
it's
some
really
matches. We're watching.
taking
It's probably the
advantage of
last
all
match
those
we're going to be
old cards.
watching for
We
the
were talking
stream.
about cards from 2012. A lot of them don't
And
say once
I
per turn
am
on them.
voice actor.
The Atlantean
I'm a
Dragoon,
voice actor for Roa
namely,
Kassidy. My name is
and
James.
it's able
How
to
you
just
doing?
really push through the main strategies
Yeah,
that
it's
a lot of
live
these decks
right
are doing
now,
right now.
yeah.
The only way to really stop it is to like have one of those blanket effects that cut off the entire turn, something like Abyss Dweller, something like Dimension Shifter. If you can avoid those, then the deck can just steam through everything else that you do.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts about the new Mermail deck is the super ancient Deep Sea King Sealing Cants being such a vital part of the strategy.
That's an
being
old
able to
card
summon
too.
An army of Mermail Abyss Spikes from
That
your
card
deck.
is cracked in
Potentially,
this
there's
deck,
other
man.
things that we could see.
They'll
We're gonna
bait
have to
so
see
much
how they
interaction,
play
and
out
they'll just
here
bring
in
that
game
out and
one
just
of YCS
pretend you
Houston.
didn't do
Round
anything
number 5,
before
it's
that.
Paul versus
Insane.
Saul. It's time to duel.
It's
Yeah,
time to duel.
Kind of hinting at with the Sealing Cat, there's a lot of ways you can go about it. You can
6?
just summon
Alright,
3
that's
Abyss
okay.
Spikes, or you can play some more of like the more unique fish cards.
Nice.
And involve like a synchro strategy.
Remind me,
and things
chat,
as
like
well.
the
Yeah,
highest
I think there's
probability
essentially
you can
two
get
major versions of the deck. The
The
one
highest,
that
like,
tries
the-
to activate Mulling Glacier, and
in
the one
terms
that
of all
tries
the
to end on
combinations you
barrier
can
statue.
get.
That's usually the main
in
difference
2
we
6-sided
see all
die,
players
the
go
highest
to,
number is
and
7,
this
right?
can't just make sure that you
Like,
can
I
see
mean,
all
like the
players. It
highest
looks like,
probability.
the Mouse
You're
strategy
more
is
likely
going
to
be
get
able
7
go
than
first.
any other
Noticeable
number.
Dormouse is what we like to see.
Individual
That's where you
number.
want to be as a Malice player, start
Right?
things off with Dormouse.
In terms of
Now,
probability.
the Mermail strategy, because its engine is so large, it has so many cards in its deck that need to be there. You're not really having as many spots available for
Why,
these
hello
points of
there.
interaction as these other decks in the format. But
Dormouse,
typically
knock,
that means
knock.
you go for the more potent ones, such as the Mulcharmies in Fuelos and Perulia, especially since Perulia is a water, so it contributes to your strategy.
Definitely.
But-
we see the Dormouse banishing White Rabbit. White Rabbit, you're going to be able to pay 300, special summon it back to the field, and then it will be able to set a trap. He's going to set TB11 from the deck.
TB11.
Now, the cool thing about the Malice cards is you can activate the traps to turn their set by banishing a Malice monster from your side of the field.
Yep.
Definitely,
Okay, he
one
sent
of
that to
the
the. Does he have a?
parts. I mean,
probably has a Abyss
because
Dweller, right?
those cards are so good alone to be able to use them, sort of like
they
an enemy
climb
controller.
so easily,
You still
you
only
know?
want to use only one copy.
I
each
think you can
because
like if
they
you
are
can
so successful
negate
with
that
something
guy,
along
that's
the lines
probably
of
a
White
good
Rabbit and White Binder.
negate, right?
Definitely.
Blizzard
But
does.
there's an argument to play more. There always has been, but I think oddly
Zero
enough, the
Kenobi,
deck has always
exactly.
chosen to be as
Well,
compact as
Kaizaki
possible
said
to
hello
try to
there,
fit
so
in
that's
that
what I thought
non-engine.
about.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because there are some advantages to drawing the traps in your opening hand. I mean, if you draw it alongside a Malice monster,
He definitely
you
has
have protection
Bestials.
from things that may
He
target
has-
down like Effect Veiler
I bet
into
you
the
he
ground.
Typically drawing
has
TV11 with
Baldric.
any of the normal
I bet you he has a
summons
Baldric in
lets you
hand.
play through almost
Ah,
anything.
guaranteed.
But it's just drawing TV11 by itself does nothing. So you
Yeah,
just don't
it's
want to.
tough. Or the worst is like GWC06. 'Cause at least if you have TB11, you can activate it like on your opponent's turn to
Yeah.
like, get something going. But sometimes if you have no Malice monsters and just GWC06, doesn't feel great.
Yeah, well, arguably the best one should be the worst one to draw alone.
It's funny. That's what I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! But it looks like Judge is taking a second to read Haggard.
Let's
Blizzard
go,
Blades.
Haggard.
I'm not sure what we're pausing. Everything's fine here so far.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be targeting itself.
He's triggered both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Triggered
summon,
the
Wizardos is
lizard.
going to banish as cost the Dormouse
This
to
is
change
about-
its own attack.
Yeah, this is about as basic as it gets for a Malice play.
If this wasn't allowed, then we've been doing it all wrong for a while.
Yeah.
Let me consult my handy-dandy notebook and see if there's anything in here that's.
What is he trying to ask?
Yeah, because Dormouse is 900 attack and.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have. It's not gameplay related. The
Okay,
pause,
okay.
yeah.
What's he asking,
Not gameplay
bro?
related. I think maybe something's a fry on the back end, but we'll be patient with it. But yeah,
Something's amiss, yeah.
Something is amiss. But Malice versus Mermail. So I have played Malice and play tested against the Mermail landing strategy before, and it was rough for me to say the least. Because the interruptions just don't line up as well. His list is actually similar to mine, where there's a decent amount of, this is Bestial Malice, a decent amount of Bestials, which are great, like advancing your own strategy, but where they really shine is like when you're up against like Fiendsmith cards and you can actually use them to cut off what your opponent's trying to do. That's not going to happen against the Mermail deck, as they're all water.
Yeah, they're not getting the maximum value out of the Bestials here, but also I think what the Malice deck does, it creates infinite follow-up and a good amount of removal, right? You have solid interruptions on your opponent's turn, which is usually enough to make it to your next turn, and that usually ends the game. The thing is, your interrupts aren't strong enough against something like Mermailantian, where every time they put a monster on the field, it probably generated another card just in the act of doing so. So the biggest thing you have is that you are able to remove the Neptibus before it's able to activate its effect, because its effect also is cost, but that just means that you're hoping that Neptibus is the only thing that they have.
Right, I mean, it used to be, like, Neptibus, as long as you could cover the Neptibus, you were good, which is kind of why Mermail fell out of the graces of a lot of players for so long. But now with the cards from Rhoda, the cards from Suda, mainly the ones from Rhoda, the Bish Shrine and the Atlantean squad, they both get you access to a card from your deck to your hand that you can be able to special summon. The squad just summons a monster from your deck, which is crazy.
Shrine can do either. She can add to hand or summon it from deck.
Oh, yeah, that's
either
true.
way, Coelacanth is hitting the field.
Yeah, exactly. Usually you want to summon it to the field, but there are certain scenarios where you can't add it to hand. That is true.
Oh, brother.
But
I just saw something on my computer screen on the side.
It's a deck that
People are crying about Emma Frost already?
People didn't think the Bestius was even good, and I was like, I'm running 3 of it, because I think they just overlooked
What's wrong with Emma Frost?
at the time and how useful that was.
Was she broken?
But it looks like we're good to go.
Oh, I want to click on it and see what they're talking about.
Like we never stopped.
But I have a feeling
And
it's
the Haggard
probably
Lizard
something
Dose
really
is going
dumb.
to banish the Dormouse
As
from the
usual.
That is huge, by the way. Impulse on the Dormouse. That is one of the few interactions that only so many decks can even have, and it cuts them off entirely if they don't have a way to follow it up.
Yeah,
ooh,
Dominus.
Dominus.
The whole point of the Haggard Lizard Dose is you're climbing up your Links ratings. You're using the 2 monsters to go into a Link 2, bring back another monster to go into the all-important Link 6.
I hate Dominus
and
Impulse.
it does cut them off. That Dominus Impulse was huge.
Now we'll have to see.
Every time I see someone play Dominus Impulse, I just get like this weird, like,
the most consistent deck ever, but
I have this music in my head that plays.
Yeah, we talked about the Prince.
You know, like that intense music, that tense music you hear in movies where it's like an orchestra in the background, like a choir.
Given it's not the best in this situation, but it actually. Oh no, it doesn't work. Lizard Dose is already on the field. There is no target.
Impulse.
There's no target for
like the Sephiroth music, except it's like instead of Sephiroth, it's
Dominus. Because it's water. I see what you're saying. Okay.
It's kind of like that.
800 attack water. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh no.
But no, it's going to be resolved. It's going to send squad. That's cost.
There's that normal, that level 1 monster.
You
You have to stop that, but I think he dumped it.
Yeah, we're going to be getting it there. This cuts you off of getting access to Dragoons if you didn't already have it in your hand, because we're sending squad.
Yeah.
Yep, the squad will still be able to special summon from the deck.
This is going to grab Pike here, almost certainly. And we'll see if there is access to Dragoons in Paul's hand. It feels really bad having to activate a card like Infinite Impermanence on an effect that sends a card of value for cost.
You're
but
still special summoning a monster from your deck, but you have to.
Yeah, like adding a card from deck to hand is still really good too. And there is, oh no, we're just going to summon Dragoon straight from the deck here.
Makes a lot of sense.
If we have a way to pair it with something now. We have 4 cards in hand.
All right,
likely not
cards.
too many useful cards if we didn't go for Pike here.
Yo, baby penguins are cute as hell, dude. I'm watching a video. What is that?
Let's see how Paul.
Dude, I cannot watch. I have videos on the side showing me like Japanese
fluid
food.
ways to play the deck.
I cannot be watching that right now.
Very difficult to get see the
I
lines.
have hamburger
now
patties.
We have Shrine to send the Neptibus here.
That was
I've been
the
eating
fastest
that.
shrine I've ever seen. He scooped that Neptibus up and sent it to the graveyard as quick
I
as
want to
possible.
take a break and actually just get something to eat outside, but
It is cost.
I don't know.
So.
It is a cost. It makes sense.
I did not want to cook. I need to go outside anyway.
Thoroughly explained to his opponent.
Take a break from the computer, so
yeah, he's
I'm probably gonna do
special
that.
deck. I'm assuming he's gonna use that.
That gets
Ash Blossom.
That is the perfect card to Ash. That's the one you want to Ash every time. And that was so expensive. Neptibus will not be able. Oh, Neptibus can summon.
Sent to the graveyard as a cost, right? So he can summon back.
It can summon back the squad, which
that's good because the squad can turn your monsters into level 7s.
Yeah. And then he can make They can make that level 7 exceed. Yeah.
All right.
That
That's
level
what
7.
I'm talking about. Like if they have the right cards, the Atlantean Mermaid deck can just keep putting monsters on the field. It won our YCS in Argentina just last weekend. That had over 700 players. It won the Team YCS. Not sure where it was, what the location was, but was it Ecuador, I want to say?
I
believe it was, but it won 2 of the players
no
on the team were playing it, so that meant that every round, one of them had to win.
Mm-hmm. I think that was, it might have been, I honestly don't remember. I think Ecuador was won by Landon with Fire King.
Oh, so maybe it was El Salvador.
Yeah, okay.
And now, so he's going to Pot of Prosperity for 3. I didn't see what he grabbed.
When you Pot of Prosperity, you can't draw cards the rest of the turn, right?
Mermail's interesting. So at least he'll be taking half damage this turn.
Yeah, like
it's half
we got
damage.
to the point that there was enough interruption that the game wasn't immediately over, but you're still going to be generating enough advantage that you should be able to lock the game down now. And we're going to use Shadow Squad effect, discard the Neptubus that was added,
cannot draw
believe.
cards by card effects
So
the turn you activate this card.
level 7.
I believe Neptubus, because it's one of the newer ones, 2016, as a frame,
So should be fine.
is once per turn for its effect.
I'll target White Rabbit.
Okay, we're chaining Baldrake to go after the White Rabbit.
So he's trying to get a Malice monster on the field.
Yeah.
Not sure what good it can do. None of the traps. A second impulse.
Another impulse. Oh, he's just trying to get the Baldrake on the field to have an interruption to be able to banish a monster and summon. Because he has the Baldrake plus a Lighter Dark.
Yeah.
Which is not your greatest interruption, but
I told you he had a Baldrake.
And at this point,
didn't I call it, chat?
Just looking for anything.
I called it.
Put up a defense before he drowns in this tidal wave of water effects.
And he is unfortunately drowning a lot right now. There's another impulse in the graveyard.
Guys. Baldrake is actually
Baldrake
bald.
will be destroyed by the effective impulse as well.
And then because I have the other Dominus Impulse. So I have a trap in the grave. I have the other Dominus Impulse that I used on the Dormouse the last turn. So because I have this trap in the grave, it destroys the... Okay. So the Baldrake gets destroyed, yep.
See ya, Baldrake.
Yep. I should get for being bald.
Oh, he might have a chain. Okay, yeah.
I wonder what he would chain
Wait,
here
what would
that
he
would
chain?
help in this situation.
Maybe a card of discards?
All right, now open
Good for
game
cost?
state again. Let's see if Paul's going to overlay
Well,
his
he
two
did say he was going to have a
monsters for
chain,
rank
so
7.
it looks
And we're
like he
talking
has
about
something.
extremely powerful cards that the Emerald Lantern deck has access to. We're going to go see the power of the rank 7s in this deck, because you can climb up into either Gaios or Abystrite.
I can summon the Shrunken.
It looks like he is going with a Abystrite.
Abystrite is going to, I believe, either summon or does it summon or attach? I don't even remember.
I think it summons.
Okay, and then you can overlay your rank 7
into the Poseidra.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Yep.
Now that's the one you want to stop if you can.
And this is one of the most
Dragon Lord.
One of the most ridiculous cards ever printed.
Yeah, you have to stop that.
He definitely calls the Atlanteans. His second effect is straight up call the Atlanteans. Special summon back to 3, level 3 or lower.
That's how you make trap
Serpent
cards
or
good.
Aquas.
You put them on a monster.
There you go. Spell card. Quick play.
For cost and dump a water. And if it resolves, I can non-target bounce 3 cards on the field.
Stop it now.
It's pretty good.
Stop
and
it
we'll
now.
be triggering
You
the
have
Dragoons
to.
as well.
You have to stop it.
All right, so he's going to activate TB11. That's the Ash Blossom.
Just Ash, okay.
Just has something at every move that Saul makes.
I mean, we were talking about how the Mermaid Lantern deck doesn't have as much space for non-engine or for more powerful ones, but like, I mean,
Really?
those were 3 really good ones.
High impact, yeah.
It doesn't? I guess so. You just
All right,
jammed him.
Now
He's jamming him.
Detached the Dragoons as a cost to
He's
activate
like,
a
nope.
water monster effect.
Does Poseidra Abyss resolve?
And he's going to send the other Dragoons to return.
It's probably an imperm anyway.
Is it back down to...
No, he's at 800.
He is at 800.
He was never changed. Oh, wait.
Yeah, because you targeted with Dormouse. I was just making sure. New triggers, 2 mandatory Dragoons.
So he's going to be able to search for both of those Atlantean
He's probably going to try to
Dragoons
find a way to
here.
get that card put in the graveyard, right? Make him discard that card.
The deck just keeps on going.
Like, it's not even close to being done. You wonder if he can find enough damage throughout.
With Pot of Prosperity, he might be able to put 16,000 damage out there.
I mean, he
Yo,
makes sure
he's
to
getting
leave
jammed.
up
This is
the
a
Lizardos
crazy
for the
first
effect
game.
of Poseidra so that you can also send a cost
This is a
to
crazy first
have its
game.
effect to bounce.
The way he's able to just blow
Poseidon's
through all this interruption.
incredible Going
To
second.
be honest, I don't know if the
Essentially,
mouse
is
player
another
had that
copy of
much.
Neptubus.
Yeah, being able to
Anyway,
send a water monster from your deck for cost, return a card on your opponent's side of the field to their hand. Incredible.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Paul seems to be in complete control. Paul versus Saul. How did I not notice that? I'm gonna head out. Got some schoolwork to do. All right, man.
I mean, they were just confused.
Do your adulting. Take care of yourself.
Hey, Shadow
Have a
Squad,
good
when you
night.
discard a water, you can turn all effects on.
Get your homework
or turn
done.
all
Do
your
it.
monsters on the field into
Yo,
level 7.
yo, once this stream's over, I'm 100% taking a walk
Yes,
and going and getting some lunch. I deserve it. I might as well charge my phone right now while I'm
Maybe they took a
thinking about it. It's like at 37%. It is not surviving if I go outside.
This is going on. I don't know. We've been following it just fine.
They just might have never
played
this.
And I'm gonna turn my
That's
phone
another
off so it can
advantage
charge
to the
better.
Atlantean Mermail deck is that a lot of players haven't faced it, haven't practiced against it. It's hard to use at a high level. There's a lot of intricacies, a lot of things you have to pay attention to.
It's hard?
As you
I
mentioned, a
don't
lot of the
think
effects
so.
aren't once per turn.
It's easy. No, it's
A
not.
lot of the effects that send
It looks super complicated.
cost, like other cards and other strategies wouldn't ever do that, so it's kind of unusual.
You're at 74. Is there a calculator, or do I just need to do math on paper? Okay.
Asking to borrow a calculator, that's a new
Does it have a
one.
calculator?
Feels bad if you're the opponent facing it
Yeah.
down.
Bro, just use your phone. There's a calculator on your phone, right? Maybe there's a
Someone's just
rule where you
sitting there
can't use your
like,
phone. Oh, man.
You can use your own calculator.
Nuts.
You don't have to always use paper, but it's definitely good to use paper.
Kinda sound like
but
Peach when I do
don't-
that.
you don't have the
Nuts.
option to like request.
Hey, you
a
guys like
calculator.
the,
I mean, I just haven't heard it before.
what was that
but I guess,
video?
like,
The video
there
where
should
like
be
animals?
I've never
I was like a
heard it,
wolf.
And there's
On the
Poseidon
Aphmau
sending
channel,
the
and we were, like,
squad to
cleaning
summon
up Grandma's
itself,
house.
and then on summon using its effect as to send from deck S cost to bounce a card on the field. It's going to go put the Lizardos back in the extra deck.
Nope.
Half damage from the Pot of Prosperity.
I'm sure the judges will realize that. Or
Oh yeah,
Saul
Pot of
will.
Pros. Let me see this
I'm
again.
sure they'll realize it's half damage because he used Pot of Prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 cards banished. Where do those
There
come
it is.
from?
You
Where do
can't.
those come from? It's
You
Pot of
can't do.
Prosperity.
You have to do half damage. So he's
I think
safe.
they're realizing it.
He's still alive.
Let's
I
just
don't
take
know what else happened.
A long look at your graveyard, please.
This is 44 and this is 3,000. So this is 74 altogether.
Right.
37 points of damage. 3,700.
If you could do another 74, then you'll get there.
Do all of these attacks connect? Okay.
No.
Why would you do this? Okay.
No, that's prosperity.
I guess Pot of Prosperity is one of those intricate cards too. Sometimes that you don't.
Oh, and now it's too late.
No. It's okay.
Bro,
To be honest, though,
what?
It was a game he was winning for sure. Like,
we're all actually better off for it. That
Yeah.
the game ends faster because that game was over.
yes.
Like Saul
yes.
had no cards.
Okay.
We didn't even get to see what would have happened had this.
All
game
right.
progressed.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
if
they
he
have a
links
point, but
away,
still, you still want
that
to see it played
Poseidon, a
right.
bunch of more monsters
That's
come
not
back.
good. Let's see what
Board
Chad is saying.
much bigger than it was there. This game is locked down.
He
I
knows.
feel like
He
he was
knows.
already
Okay.
accounting for, like, prior in the turn, before things, before, I guess, going through his combo a little bit, he was
Okay,
accounting
prosperity,
for
banish
his
free-
opponent
yeah.
not having, or potentially not losing the game
EP
outright because
judges?
of Pot of Prosperity, because he ashed the TB11 anyway. He wanted to make sure his opponent
I
didn't have
mean,
any
the game was
fault,
probably
so he was
over
gonna
by
go
then
back to his hand
anyway.
After
Yeah.
Poseidon resolved. He had no
Yeah,
reason
people
to
are
do
thinking.
that if
Some
he thought
people
he
are
was
saying the
ending
same
game
thing.
that turn.
Yu
But he
Yu-Gi-Oh was
he played
better.
in a
Shut
way
up.
Where there was essentially no follow-up for the Malice
Did
deck.
prosperity get into Radit?
The
No, it
game
just said it
was
didn't matter. He had
essentially
one
over.
card in
It's
his
better for
hand.
everyone that we're just moving on from it for sure.
Even though he
It was
did
probably better that he
extend,
quit anyway to
two
get more
most
time
of
on the
his field,
second
he
game,
did have
right?
plays,
Because like a
'cause
whole
when you
bunch of
withhold
time got
the side, you can
chopped off the
also
clock.
summon
If you
back 3
saw.
monsters. You're going to be able to link climb into
One
your
thing I don't like
Mermail,
about combo
link
decks.
2, and then you always have this shrine in the grave
Sometimes
as well
you
to discard
eat
from your
up
hand,
so
trigger
much
effects
time off the
again.
clock
So you
doing
usually set that
what
up
you
with
normally
infantry,
do.
and you'll have a way to destroy
So
a
it's
card on
very
your
hard
turn,
time
which
for
is really
someone
strong
like
against
on the
Malice, and their
crackback on
normal
games
summon
2 and
play
3 to
can
win
just get cut off
because they don't get
immediately.
barely any time,
So the
especially if
game
they're also a combo.
would have
deck.
ended that way anyway.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we had the same issue like during like the dinosaur days.
Insane.
The dinosaurs would actually put up 16k
Insane.
points of damage. That was like the whole reason they played Exis Tag, I remember.
I mean, Tenpai, just like not so long
No,
ago.
that's not even so. They have no issue, you know, having enough damage.
Your life
through
points are
Pot of
formality.
Prosperity.
Yeah.
I hate Tenpai. Let's not talk about it anymore. You're making me
But it might be time
mad.
to maybe refresh the judges that are sitting at the feature match station potentially. It's been a long day so far. We've had
just asking the wrong questions, unfortunately.
Yeah, like 3 minutes ago, did the C Squadron use this effect to make things level 7? Now that you have 2 rank 7s on top of your field, yeah, it's kind of funny. But as we said, we are exactly where we would be no matter what. Anyways, Paul was winning that game 99.9%. You know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what card you can draw to like really counteract
Wait,
an
what?
already established field.
There's a
Because
Digital
I think
Circus
once
manga?
You link away, let me refresh myself on all the ridiculous effects of Poseidra.
Do you guys know about
but
this?
I'm pretty sure it has an effect to just summon 3 monsters back.
Yeah, it does, exactly.
So
yeah.
you're just
There
gonna have
is
a
an
toad there,
amazing Digital
almost for sure.
Circus manga.
the game was locked up. So
There were going to be plenty of interruptions going into the very limited hand
That's
that Saul had
OD.
with 0 resources available.
Definitely. But now going into the side decks, I mean, there's definitely a card that Saul did not draw that game that would be really helpful here against Paul's deck, and that's going to be Dimension Shifter. It's key.
That one is key. But, I mean, there is also the problem with Malice. Sometimes you can draw all of these powerful non-engine cards, but 0 Malice cards. There's only so many available.
All right, but Saul's going to get the opportunity to go first again. Let's see if the Lancias came in for Paul and how Saul's going to adjust for that.
I mean, that's another issue with Malice post side, right? Everything gets so much more difficult when Artifact Lancia is also in the equation.
Lancia is kind of silly. And he's definitely going to side it in. So if he sides it, I don't know if Saul is running Fiendsmith stuff, but if he's not, he probably auto loses to Lancia, right?
Feel pretty good if you're Paul. I mean, going second, able to win. I mean, that's one of the advantages to the Elenia Mermail deck. Like, really, that Poseidra was huge.
I'm pretty sure that's
like
what it
when
is.
It became an addition to the
I'm pretty
deck
sure
in
it
Supreme
does what it
Darkness,
do,
like,
you know what I mean?
It makes going second so much easier. It's able to, like, break through boards, summon out to the field.
I'm
get
pretty
you the
sure
thing
it
you
does
need
what it
without
do,
using
Yug.
your normal summon, which is huge.
Yeah, that's why I said I think the most restrictive thing to Mermail Atlantean going second is those powerful effects that just wipe out the entire turn, like Dimension Shifter or Abyss Dweller. If they're allowed to activate and resolve any of their effects, I think they are just so far ahead and just so much more powerful than any of the other decks currently available.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's jump into it. It's game 2 of our 5th round feature match here at YCS Houston. It's Mermail Atlanteans taking on Bestial Malice.
Will Paul be able to hinder the Malice strategy again, or will Malice be able to do its full combo?
All right, looks like, yeah, both players are going to pick up a PE minor. Both players are supposed to maintain the game state there.
It is the responsibility of both players to recognize that Prosperity was in effect.
Oh, so they both got, what happened? Did they both get a warning?
And, oh man, I've mentioned it so many times, I might have just jinxed it for Saul here, but not opening a single Malice card. He's going to set one and pass back to Paul.
No! Really?
That's Minstrel Pitching Dragoons. We're going to take a look at Saul's hand here, banish a card until the end phase. But we're going to be chaining his own Artifact Lancia.
What?
That's insane. It's because of Crossout. He signed in for Crossout and happened to draw it.
I mean, like, sometimes you need something for the strategy too, but you are able to resolve Dragoons at least because you did discard it for a water effect. You do not get the hand knowledge now.
Okay, I need help.
It has copies of Ash Blossom in hand, opted not to use it.
No,
on
you got
Dragoons,
scammed a
holding
bit.
it
What do you
for
mean?
Likely the Shrine here.
You mean you got scammed?
And we'll see how Paul decides to play it out. There is the Shrine pitching the Shadow
I don't
Squad.
see
Shadow
any.
Squad will
What
give you some from
happened?
deck, but you have to dash
You
this. You have to
insulted.
dash this.
Yep.
And then, again, so how many effects are you going to be able to activate?
What happened?
The deck is just so free when it's able to resolve.
Keeps on going.
I think easily Mermail Atlantean is the most powerful deck currently available in the format. It just has more readily available answers in something like Abyss Dweller, which is everywhere.
Yeah, Abyss Dweller is one of the mainstay cards of the Rhys strategy. Very easy to summon any sort of rank 4 in that deck, but now we're seeing Neptibus that's going to access Dragoons.
And, I mean, even without all the new cards, Mermail Atlantean in 2016 was famously, if you resolve Neptibus, the game is over. Doing damage is this deck's main game. The Neptibus is going to send another copy of Dragoons to add Poseidra to the hand. And now in a new chain, it looks like we're going to be resolving Dragoons to add another copy of, I think, Shadow Squad? Yep.
Nice, nice. Everything's coming up positive here for Paul. Just more cards.
Yeah, wow, man. Paul is living the high life.
I think that was the part
just,
I really
oh
loved
my
about
God,
playing this deck
bro.
all the way back then. In all
Try to do a
iterations,
sound
right?
alert,
The
just took my
2011
bits and
version,
didn't work.
2012, or
Really?
sorry, 2012, 2014, 2016. I always had
Anyway,
7
I
cards.
just dropped
in
in to say
just
hi.
resolving my
Hi.
effects. It felt so good.
Definitely
Welcome.
one of the
Well, you're
nice
not
feelings
staying?
about playing the Mermail Atlantean
Well, we're probably
card.
gonna have a
Let's see
break
where he goes
soon.
next. It's going to be the Poseidon.
Probably gonna have a break soon anyway, and then
from field.
have
Okay.
our second stream for the evening.
Neptibus mandatory, Chainlink 1, target Shadow Squad, and then Poseidra.
So the Neptibus is going to summon back the Shadow Squad. The Poseidra sends as a cost from the deck to return a card on south side to the hand.
Having 2 cards that just send from your deck as cost.
Bet.
So ridiculously powerful.
Yeah, we're playing Star Rail tonight.
Told you, Poseidra is so good at going second.
He's dead. He should just scoop. That's over. Oh my
Judge
god,
making
this is so
sure-
annoying. I don't know what his hand traps are
The
like,
judge doesn't
though.
believe these cards either. Like,
He's like, these cards
who
do
made
not
these?
do what these do.
The
They're-
judge
I just
doesn't
cannot
even
fathom or
believe
wrap
how
my head
stupid these
around
cards
this.
are.
Let
That's
me read your cards every time
OD.
you summon one. Oh my. But yeah, Poseidra is very good.
Okay.
So it's a secret rare.
Yeah. What's the Dragoon counter, by the way? How many Dragoons have we resolved this turn?
This turn, I think this would be 2. Is it 3?
I-
Could be 3.
It's at least
It's
3.
Yeah, it's at least 3. Oh, if it goes beyond 3, then we're in trouble. Yeah.
Oh, it usually does.
Oh.
They come back.
Oh, that's right. Then you detach them from
Yeah.
like a bomb shark or something. Oh man. All right, adds Atlantean heavy infantry.
And no prosperity this time. Can you find the amount of damage you need?
Well, let's see what
To be fair,
happens,
he also
man.
doesn't really have to. He knows his opponent didn't open any ways to play. If he just has any way to interrupt him on the following turn, that'll probably be good enough. But I think he's looking to end the game as soon as he can.
Yeah, definitely. What's up, Small Fox?
That was at least the case in game number 1.
25 minutes left. He's playing a ton
But
to
yeah,
do
no
it. He's
pot
gonna
of
do it now.
prosperity this time for this game.
He's
but
dead, dude.
we
I think.
just haven't seen. Okay, no, game's not gonna end. He's just gonna control this time.
I think
Wait,
he was
huh?
having a large lack of water monsters from his hand, as we saw from him sending Neptibus from the field here.
Yeah, the Ash Blossom still
Ooh,
hurts. even though
maybe
you
there's
still
a
get
chance,
effects from it.
guys.
Yeah, I mean, like
There
the
might
Ash
be a
Blossom
chance for a
hit the card that
comeback.
it was supposed to hit in the shrine. When that card resolves, the game truly does end because Coelacanth hits the board, and that card does way too much.
Yeah, I mean, even it's an interaction to your opponent's turn. We saw him add that Atlantean heavy infantry to his hand. That's because
Yeah.
during his opponent's turn, he can summon back the shrine, discard the infantry, draw a card, and destroy a card, thanks to sending the infantry to the graveyard.
And now he has the Abyss Gaios on the field as another interrupt.
Not a great one against Malice, but a decent one.
All right,
could be
Abyss
powerful against the Link
Gaios.
threes,
Let's check
but-
that out.
True, true.
I don't
But
think you
see
ever
a
left
lot
a
of
good
starting cards.
Let's see if Saul finds a way out. It looks like another set here, which not necessarily out the gate for for Malice, because you know that's how you lead your plays before you normal summon. But does he have one of those normal summons?
Seeing how he
Okay.
had the set card
Level
last
5
game, I
or
don't think
higher
so.
monsters can't
Looks like
attack.
we go to in-phase, you
Once
can
per
activate
turn
the
during
shrine to
either
banish
play's
it
turn,
to
it
draw a card.
detach and exceeds material and
Alright,
negate the
looks like
effects
he's
of
not
all
even gonna
face
take
up
the chance,
monsters
gonna
your
get rid
opponent
of whatever
controls
the
that
set
have
is
less
before
attack
no
than
one-
2800.
I guess yeah, you want to ash the squad to draw.
So it's a negate.
Draw one from my deck.
Yeah, he's
still
trying to
negate.
Ash Blossom the squad.
Special a level 4 lower from deck.
All right, so now he's going to summon Pike.
A
Or attempt
second
to summon
copy
Pike.
of Ash Blossom
Yep.
and Joyous Spring.
Yeah,
he's
negates
trying
it.
to hold his opponent off, but he's gonna need a lot more than that.
Oh, well, it's just a pass after discarding another card.
A pass?
All right, Paul, how much damage do you have to do? You already have the Bisgaios on the field.
Oh, brother.
Summon Poseidra.
And there's Poseidra again.
I'll use Poseidra.
Just put it on
Poseidra
top
Abyss this
of a
time.
Mermail.
And then sending.
Oh, man, you just can't give this deck more turns. Look, how much of your deck you've went through just turn one, but you
Dude,
still
he
have
must have
more
had
resources
the
to-
worst.
Just the single card.
At least we're out of Dragoons. We're not generating as much advantage, but
The
Poseidra
worst-
being able to hit the field.
That wasn't even a useful card. It
He
was just a
keeps sending
bait.
this card, but I don't think he realizes like having cards your opponent can return to your hand is not good against Mermail. You don't want them to be able to send cards as cost.
There's
But
a third
copy
Ash.
of
Third Ash!
No, 3
Yo!
Ashes. He's like, please look at this.
Ash,
This is what I'm
Ash,
dealing with here.
Ash.
No Malice monsters. in
Holy
sight.
crap.
They're still banished
He
from the
gets a-
previous game.
is he
not
still
coming to
alive
his
after
hand.
this?
Just not actually banished. They're not anywhere to
That's
be found.
crazy.
And now we lost access to the Coelacanth. It's
He
in
literally
the
just needs
graveyard now. I don't think there's
one
any way to actually get that back.
Malice
or actually, no,
name.
that's not
He might be
true.
able to do
But we
something.
can summon it back with an Anemone, right?
Yep, that card's insane too. The Marincess, that link that just lets you summon back from the graveyard, extremely useful.
Let me
in the
make sure it
Mermail
doesn't
Lineage.
say level 4 or lower. It might.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's any water monster. It
Because
might be
someone's
level
link-
4 or
it's
lower.
I like
someone's
this music.
link monsters
I
back
like
in,
this
don't
particular
they?
track.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's any water monster. But
It's
we'll
been a
go
while.
pull up a text just to make
1500
sure.
less attack.
Ah, it
1500.
does have a
There
restriction.
I knew there was something wrong. Okay.
1500 less attack. Okay.
Ding, 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 ding,
All right,
ding.
well, Magnemite, as I mentioned, is not as. Wait, what is he trying to banish?
Wait, what's
Lancia,
going on?
right?
Yeah.
I saw him looking at the Ash Blossoms, but no, the Lancia's a light. The Bestial's nowhere near as good against Mermail as other strategies are.
Yeah. It's mostly extenders for him.
Able to hit the field
Ooh, we
here,
got mags.
the Lancia, and then activating to
Mag
add
freaking
another
Nito.
during the end phase, but nope, that's going to be
No!
And then we're going to attack it with the Poseidra here.
He doesn't get.
Just beside
Wow.
control. All right, so
Nope,
there is
you don't get
still a
extra cards.
small window of
Sorry.
opportunity here for Saul.
Yeah, a lot of the gas.
Actually, I
has
wonder
been
if the
now
Imperm
used,
would
and
have.
once
Well,
the Poseidra leaves the field,
yeah.
it will provide a lot
Bestial
more.
plus, yeah, that's fair. Bestial plus a Malice card would be
Did he
crazy.
draw? Is it a
though.
Malice in Underground?
Now or never.
It is
It is
Malice in Underground.
Let's go.
I'll chain artifact.
He'll be
Oh,
able-
okay.
This game.
That'll
Wait,
do
does
it.
he has the cross out, but does he play? Did he side in more than one Lancia?
Cross out?
That
He doesn't, and he's just gonna set the cross out for a third time. Third time's the charm, I guess. His life points are.
he could just activate the Poseidra again, but I guess it doesn't really matter because.
Wait. He probably
of
runs
his
only
infantry. I mean, that
one
just puts
Lancia
enough
for the
damage
cross
on the
out, and
field,
he
right?
had it. He had to do it already.
And then this will pop the field.
Gonna
You're
go
done.
After the
It's
Malice
game over.
Underground, taking it leaving no prisoners here. Just
That
destroying
sucks.
everything.
I feel bad for
stopping every
him.
card that
He
Saul
didn't get to
can
play the
have.
game.
I mean, I think those cards are all just mandatory. You have to,
Like, he
if
drew
it's
nothing,
activated-
basically.
Isn't it? It might be.
Except for
it's
some
opponents,
reason, a
so,
playset
yeah.
of Ash plus.
Never has
you
to go
might
for
as
your own
well.
cards.
If you have the option to destroy something,
Oh my
you might
gosh.
as well destroy it.
Yeah.
This is why I don't want to play
got
Malice.
another?
I don't
Another
like
copy
playing
of
Malice
Fish
because of
Shrine
this.
here.
Because all they gotta do is just play a Lancia and you just auto lose. I don't like how that feels
Now, if
as
we're
a
able to
Malice
summon
player,
anything
but
else, just make up the
against
difference.
Malice, it feels great.
Normal summoning it will do. I'm pretty sure it has like 1,500 attacks.
I don't think they'll ever ban it or restrict it or
Goes to
anything.
battle, attack.
Fish Shrine gets in there. Teus for 17. And that is enough.
That's
Bam, bam.
well, that's it. Sometimes it'll be like that.
Paul is going to walk away with the victory here in round number
Man
5.
had
with
gotten-
the Laney
he literally drew
Mermail
nothing.
strategy, moving on 5.
Saul literally drew
That's
nothing to
gotta
start the
feel
game.
Good. I mean, you get
And
those first half
even
of
if he
tournament
did,
wins out of the way,
the guy had the
undefeated,
Lancia,
means
most
you can
likely.
still take a loss later on. Your tiebreakers are a little bit better.
It's still
And
early
yeah,
in the day, so it's not that big of a
100%
deal.
Expect to see Atlanta and Mermail
For
in the
Saul,
top cut somewhere. Whether
He is
it's
still
Paul
playing
or
like
some
the
other
best deck
diving
or
duelist.
second best deck in the game.
Typing. There should be at least
But
one
this is
that's
why
looking for
I
one of
run
the
out.
most
If I was to
powerful
play
decks in the
Malice,
format. Rose from
if this is why if I was playing Malice, I would be running Fiendsmith along with it. Because if they play Lancia, at least there's an opportunity to still play the game. With the most broken engine in the entire game, of course, but still.
It has better results than Malice, honestly. Malice hasn't come in first at any of our YCSs recently.
No.
Ever, I think,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And Atlanta Mermail's taken a couple now, which is,
Yeah.
I think, to a lot
It's
of people's
probably going to be
surprise.
Fiendsmith,
But, I mean,
Rhys winning the whole thing. I wish it was Blue Eyes or Branded, but not enough people play it to break through like this massive sea of net deckers. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is, It is what it is. Let me put some music on, dude. All right, I think we're done here, guys. I like that. Okay, well, guys, we're gonna have to go. Head out of here. It's been a good time, but I'm gonna take a bit of a break before we kick off our next stream today for Super Jam, but Saturday, which will be a Honkai Star Rail stream. We're playing Honkai Star Rail. We're gonna be spamming the new arc and try to get as many gems as we can in the next 24 or 48 hours. Definitely stay tuned for that. You might want to get yourself some rest, a snack, some coffee. I know I needed to get some coffee, probably energy drink or something. Probably take a little bit of a nap and then get ready. But yeah, just quick reminder, thank you once again for watching the channel, watching the stream. The Houston YCS is still going on, so definitely go through and check it out. Shut up, Swipe Buds. Hello? Stop being mean to me. Anyways, stop being mean to me. Let's raid somebody. Who are we raiding, guys? Who are we raiding? Sonic Mega is streaming. I think that is, if I remember, that is, what's the guy's name? I forget his name. I cannot believe I forgot his name. I feel so bad. Okay, anyways. Oh, Sierra is playing Repo. Let's raid Sierra.
I'm rotating. I'm rotating. I'm rotating.
Lego. So Sierra's playing Repo right now with Ace Tsukimaru or Tsukimaru. Okay. And Lee, Monarch, Emily. There you go. Okay, so we'll just raid them. We'll raid Sila. We'll raid them. Alright, guys. You know what to do. Be nice. Say hello for me. Tell Sil to get jammed. Jam stare, jam, whatever you guys want to do. Actually, jam is banned. Don't use it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We're out for now. I'll see you later when we're playing Honkai Star Rail. But until then, enjoy yourself, get plenty of rest, take care of yourself, and as always, stay jamming. Take care. See you later.